If you're listening to the replay of this live, be sure to punch that like and subscribe button and let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as we go throughout the live. Be sure to help support the channel by hitting the $ Cash App 2 cents boxing or hitting the heart. Enjoy the content and I'm doing a good job. Or if you have any special requests or any questions you want me to answer, or any videos you want me to make, leave it in the super thanks below, and I'll definitely be willing to get that content out to you. 12/41/11/26/2025. Hi, welcome to the channel. Jake, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion discussing. Y'all see who that? Who do y'all think this is in this little bubble up here? Who do y'all think this is in this little bubble up here that I got on my screen? Today we will be discussing Sugar Rolly Romero, who now all of a sudden I'm choppy. Damn, hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can get it straight. Let me see if I can get it straight. I need to call Xfinity because I think they be throttling my speeds, man. I think they be throttling my speeds so they can force me to upgrade. Choppy. Am I still choppy? Dang, somebody said that's Roy Jones. I think that look like Roy Jones. Am I still choppy? Let me know down below if I'm still choppy. You sound great on the live. I'm waiting on a reply. I'm still choppy. Damn, how am I still choppy? I just changed to my hotspot. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if we can get it. I just changed my connection. I'm gonna try one more time. We gonna get it. We gotta get this straight because ain't no way. Oh, Gap Tooth Gang say y'all need to leave the live and come back. I'm not choppy no more. Yeah, still cutting in and out. Can kind of tell what you're saying. All right, Gap Tooth Gang say if y'all leave it and come back, it'll be straight. Damn. Live to see how it sounds. I don't understand what's going on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me get it fixed. Let me see what I can do about this. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm coming, y'all. We're having some technical difficulties. I'm trying to fix it. Everybody say I sound good on the mobile, but I'm choppy on the regular. How is that even possible? This has to be StreamYard tripping, y'all. It has to be StreamYard tripping. Give me a second, y'all. Let's try one more thing. If not, we're gonna have to rock with it. All right, how about now? How do I sound now? Savage Bo say it's not you 2 cents. Well, listen, if it's that bad, switch to the mobile view. That's pretty much all I could tell y'all for right now. But let's see if it sounds better. All right, switch to the mobile view. That's what we're going to work with for now. If it's choppy, I'm just going to tell y'all switch to the mobile view. Let me pin that to the top of the chat. If choppy, switch to the mobile view. All right. So I'm not gonna be on here long today, or at least I don't plan to be. Yeah, I know sick, right? And my husband's like, you need to get more sleep. I'm like, bro, I couldn't even sleep last night. I was hot and cold. I had the I had the chills, like shivering, teeth chattering. That's how cold I was feeling, all while sweating and having a fever all at the same time. So I didn't get no sleep last night. So I woke everything I needed for tomorrow for Thanksgiving. I'm damn near about to pass out in the store. I'm dizzy and headache and all kind of stuff. So my husband was fussing at me on the phone how I need to go take it easy and relax. So I'm taking it easy and relaxing. I decided to hop on and do a live, maybe about an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We'll see how far I can go. It may even turn into a smoke session. We might see how I feel. I hate to, I don't like not feeling productive. So things like vacationing and relaxing, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that shit really kind of annoy me because I just hate to like not be productive. I hate wasting time. I'm a toxic trait. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. But anyway, so all things say, I mean, yeah, but being a workaholic as a woman, it kind of gives you a different stigma, in my opinion. Say that for 2 cents after dark. If you wasn't here last night for 2 cents after dark, go check it out. Go check out 2 cents after dark. We had a good time on that call last night. People got to share a couple of stories. And if you're unfamiliar with 2 cents after dark, it's just a show where we pretty much just talk about whatever we want on here, talking to each other every single day, right? So I just want to provide a space to where we can talk about other things besides boxing, just so we can get to know each other a little bit better. Like you got to put all your business out there, get to things we learned. I think it's important to share those type of stories and things with people because not only you can learn from your own mistakes, but you can also learn from other people's mistakes. So shout out to everybody that came on last night. Shout out to everybody that was open. And I'm gonna say open. I'm not gonna say open and honest. You feel me? It's your side, their side, and the truth is right there in the middle somewhere. But shout out to everybody. If you're having a problem with the choppy, please go to the mobile version. I'm not sure. I think it's an issue going on with StreamYard because the mobile version is working. The other version is not. I'm not too sure what I can do about that. So, Sugar Rolly Ramiro is who this is in this bubble right now. And thumbnails, I haven't even watched any of the videos. I don't know what nobody else is saying about the Rolly Ramiro fight. All I heard was Bill Haney called out Rolly Ramiro, and now I'm seeing people with thumbnails and titles about Devin fighting Rolly next. Now, I'm going to come out early and say, how do I get to the mobile version? Well, if you go to my page, is Choppy on mobile now too? Man, I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. Let me see. This is annoying. Is choppy on mobile now too? How about now? How about now? Kurt say it's fine for him. Somebody say we good on mobile. No, it's great here. If it's choppy, go to mobile. That's all. That's the only recourse we got right now. But let me get started with this, right? First, let me start off by saying, and you're gonna continue to hear me say this, just like you heard me continuing to say what I said about Brian Norman. I'm consistent. I don't switch up. I said just so I could be right. I don't hold fighters to a certain criteria, and then when it's a fighter that I want to give credit to, I switch it up. I don't do that. Yeah, I hate the mobile version too, to be honest with you, because it's not what we used to over here. But I'm expanding. So you can do the mobile version. You can do the mobile version if you want to do the, I guess, horizontal version. You can do the horizontal version, whatever it is that you want to do. Rod Walker, go to the mobile version. Please check the pin message at the top. Please check the pin message at the top. Whenever y'all hear somebody coming here and they say to hop on the mobile version because StreamYard is tripping today. He said, "Why don't you end the stream and redo it?" Because if StreamYard tripping, me redoing it, I don't think that's gonna do anything. I remember when KO thing was tripping and choppy like this, he just kept talking and it eventually went away. It just happens sometimes, and I don't know why. I don't know why. So, well, y'all really don't want to address this. Let's talk about it. Ain't no clan to pull up in here. I need the detractors to pull up and tell me. I need everybody to come and tell me how trash Rolly is. Listen, how is Devin Haney about to fight Rolly? He not even listed in the top 10 according to Ring Magazine. No, it's not my Wi-Fi point. I just connected to. I got two. I'm connected to my current internet. It's still choppy. So no, it's not my Wi-Fi, and also it's not choppy on the mobile version. So I don't think it's my Wi-Fi. So Rolly got a belt. Jason Williams, I'm so glad you said that. Let's talk about that for a second, right? This is for the hardcore fan and quantify what y'all be saying. Y'all say you want to see the best fight the best. But now that I've been breaking it down and kind of breaking down the hardcore language and reading between the lines and pointing out what they really saying, they don't really want to see the best fight the best. That's not what they want to see. We got the gift decision with the old man. Rolly can't fight. Rolly beat Ryan, and the only reason why he beat Ryan is because he wasn't on Osterine and Ryan trash. Like, y'all had all of these hoops y'all was jumping through to say that Rolly Romero was not a good fighter. So, can we all agree? Trash, and he's not a good fighter. Put a 1 in the chat if we can all agree that has been the consensus about Rolly Romero. I'm waiting to see some ones in the chat. Alex Osteen say all these lame ass ninjas were talking all kind of shit about Rolly being ass. Now, okay, Anthony say Rolly is C minus. He a C minus. Okay. Okay. So Rolly is trash. Rolly's a C minus. The best. Y'all want to see the best fight the best. So do y'all want to see the best fighting the best? Or do y'all want to see y'all favorite fighter fighting for belts? Do y'all want to see y'all? Because see, now y'all in between a rock and a hard place. You can't tell me that the best fighters in the division have a belt, because that's no longer true, because Rolly Romero is trash. He's a C minus fighter. He's not even round division. So there is no reason, even though he's a champion, for Devin Haney to fight him, because he's trash and a C-level fighter, and all y'all want to see is the best fight the best. All y'all want to see if the best is the best fight the best. So y'all about to have to do one or two things right now, hardcore fans. You at a crossroads. You either finna have to admit that Rolly Romero is a good fighter because he's a champion, or you finna have to admit that Devin Haney bullshit and he don't want to fight the best. Yeah, it's one of those things. You can't say Rolly to fight the best. What does the belt matter? What does the belt matter if you're not the best? Like, y'all don't get to do that. Y'all don't get to say Rolly trash, Rolly trash. See, y'all like to do that. Y'all like to hide behind legacy, money, belts. First, the fighter trash, and then they get a belt. It's cool for your favorite fighter to fight him because it's trash, or it's cool for your favorite. Oh, it's cool for Shakur to go fight Conor. Cool for y'all favorite fighters to fight subpar competition because y'all got some type of caveat behind it. Y'all got some type of caveat behind it to excuse that they fight lesser competition. So, according to y'all, Rolly Romero is trash. It ain't no point of Devin. What is the point of Devin Haney getting a belt from a C minus fight? It's not my logic. This is y'all's logic. And what happens is, when I use y'all's logic, quote unquote, against y'all, y'all be mad. Y'all don't want to agree. Y'all want to jump through more hoops. But this is y'all's logic. Y'all said y'all want to see the best fight the best. Y'all said Rolly Romero is a C minus fighter. There's no reason Devin Haney should be calling him out. Devin Haney should be wanting to fight the best. Devin Haney should be. And if it ain't no best at the 140, I thought Devin Haney ran to the smoke. I thought Devin Haney ran to the smoke. Is Rolly Romero smoke? Is Rolly Romero smoke? I'm going to say, but Rolly has a belt, though. I don't give a fuck if Rolly has a belt. That's irrelevant. Hell yeah, Jason Williams say, 2 cents, do you still have your Earl Smith strap shirt t-shirt? Of course I still got my shirt. I was mad at first that I had paid all that money for that t-shirt. The little stuff ain't peeling off. I still rock my Earl Smith t-shirt. Of course I still got my shirt. What kind of question is that? What you thought I'd do it away? So, is Devin Haney running to the smoke by trying to fight Rolly Romero? See, it's no way. Y'all been trashing Rolly for so long that it's no way Devin Haney will get any credit for beating Rolly Romero. None at all. And if Rolly Romero whoop his ass, that's going to be devastating. It's going to be devastating. And y'all are not honest. Now nobody can even accept him fighting Rolly Romero. Like I said, I I've always been calling for the Devin Haney Rolly Romero fight. That's a fight that I want to see. I think it'll be a good competitive fight. I can't definitively say Devin will beat Rolly, and I can't definitively fight. But for those of you that have been arguing with me, telling me I don't know shit about boxing, telling me Rolly Romero is trash, telling me Rolly Romero is trash because he got beat by Pitbull, telling me Rolly Romero got a gift decision against me every time I bring up Rolly, y'all laugh at me. Rolly, he's trash. Rolly's a C-minus fighter. Ain't no way that a fight between him and Devin Haney should even be an option. It should even be a topic of conversation. The hypocrisy, y'all. It don't get no more hypocritical than this. And if you rocking with it, if you're gonna come up here and your argument is gonna be, but Rolly saying Devin Haney runs to smoke. He don't run the smoke. I kept telling y'all, Devin Haney run the smoke. Devin Haney run the smoke, but he bumped into a few mirrors on the way. Devin mirrors just bumping into the mirror. Oh shit, my bad. Oh, another mirror, my bad. Oh shit, another mirror, my bad. But he running through the smoke though. I'm not gonna let it get away. I'm not gonna let it go. And I'm not going to let y'all get away with it. And this will be a Devin Haney and Rolly Romero fight. So if y'all want to come up here and try to debate with me and go back and forth, you already got my talking points. Bub say you can't say shit about Tank, your favorite fighter, about to eat his leftovers. I mean, you really can't say anything about taking his opponents at this point. All that he ain't fought nobody. Value and diminish Tank. When everybody he's fought, all his contemporaries have been trying to fight him. When the people he's fought are now the champions at the 147-pound division, it's crazy that now, since all Tank opponents as champions, that the fighter Devin Haney is in the division trying to go for undisputed. Y'all can't let these people get away with this. Hold on, y'all. I'm talking to my son real quick. Y'all sparred today?
Yes, sparred today.
Yeah.
6 minutes, 10 minutes, and 12 minutes.
What you was looking like?
I was looking good until Freddie Jern hit me like how Manny hit me on my nose.
Because you ain't get your head off of
that. Freddie, how my head was like, you lose no power.
He was whooping his ass?
Yeah.
That's why he hit you like
he was trying to. He said, Freddie said, told Freddie during the hit, as far me how he was sparring Max. So he did. But at this time, so I was.
What? Yeah, I got a lot of shit to do, and you got to finish making up those assignments, redoing those assignments. Shout out to Phoenix the Assassin with the $20 in the super chat. He says just showing some support. Shout out Phoenix the Assassin. Phoenix, I'm glad you're here. Can you believe that now really wants to fight Rolly Romero, a C-level fighter that's trash. He's trash. Even though he's the 2-division champion, he's trash. Can you believe that Devin Haney is trying to fight a C-level fighter best? And obviously, Rolly Romero is not the best. So then they say, oh, well, Rolly got a belt. So what? And this is what I've been treating, that Rolly is trash, but he got a belt. Y'all are either going to have to admit that Rolly is good, or y'all going to have to admit that Devin Haney is smoking mirrors. It's one of the two. Because if the 147 division is trash, why did Devin Haney go campaign at a trash-ass division, and now we're supposed to put the seatbelts and the helmets on and get the Johnson bouncing because he's going for undisputed? Because he's about to fight Rolly Romero? Like, what is Devin doing for us to be Johnson bouncing? Shout out Juke. What is Devin doing for us to be Johnson bouncing? No, Jason Williams. There is no Devin full Debo mode. He taking ninja titles and moving on. We're not doing that. See, y'all don't get to lower the standard and the goalposts. Y'all do not get to lower the standard so Tank fought Rolly, but enough win. But because he has a belt now, it's okay for Devin to fight him and get Johnson bounced about it. I want to see the fight. Again, I've been calling for Devin Haney versus Rolly Romero. I was calling for the fight at 135 pounds. And I may still be bigger than Rolly. I don't know. But I don't think that Devin is going to be that much stronger than Rolly. I believe Rolly has the skill and the IQ to be competitive with Devin. And I think Rolly can knock Devin the F out. Yeah, that's what I think. Rolly is a better version of Brian Norman Jr. He got decent footwork. And he's way more powerful than Brian Norman. Way more powerful than Brian Norman. Landing 70 punches around. All that clinching. Devin ain't clinching Rolly like that. He started off doing what? Judo. Or whatever martial arts he was doing. See, y'all want to think that Rolly can't fight. Rolly can fight. Rolly was just a martial artist before he became a boxer. So he definitely can fight. And y'all just had an issue with Rolly's style because he doesn't run around the ring trying not to get hit like y'all favorite fighters. And he's trash. Y'all are calling the 2-division champion trash when all y'all do is Johnson bounce belts. Phoenix the Assassin say Devin's biggest fights at 147 are Barrios, Rolly, and Ryan. People Tank already knocked out. When they see this, Devin Haney is only fighting people Tank have already beat. So what kind of credit would Devin Haney get for knocking out people that Tank already beat when they were undefeated that y'all say is so trash and so sorry? Like, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make it with it. I cannot. I've been letting y'all slide, getting away with a lot of stuff. But this right here, we're not going to keep doing this. Because I already see how people was acting about a knockdown in round 2. I already see how people was acting about a knockdown that Devin Haney got in the second round of a fight as if he ended the fight in the second round. He knocked him down. Whoop-de-doo. And you can come and cry in my comments and call me names and tell me I'm hating on Devin, and you should just give him credit. I'm giving him credit. But how much credit will you get when you win? How much credit can you really get? I was going to make a video about this, but I was like, nah, I got to come talk about this live. Plus, I owe y'all some lives because I've been very busy all month. And I said this week I was going to make it up while I was on vacation with the pop-up lives. So y'all be sure to support the channel by punching the like and subscribe button. Is my sound still sounding choppy on the horizontal version? If you're having issues with the sound on the horizontal version, just go to the mobile version. Jupe say at some point, we are going to have to admit that Tank resume is better. If Devin wants credit for getting his into a corner, they can't keep up the shenanigans. They can't keep up the shenanigans. Shakur Stevenson tried to fight Lamont Roach. Shakur Stevenson tried to fight Pitbull. Devin Haney's about to fight Rolly Romero. Devin Haney fought Yukiyoris Gamboa. I mean, I don't understand y'all's logic. I don't understand y'all's logic. Y'all are really gonna sit up here. Y'all really gonna sit up here and act like Rolly Romero is a good fight for Devin Haney. You cannot use the excuse he has a belt because the skill level, which is what I was trying to explain to y'all yesterday. Just because you have a belt does not mean you good. Somebody said Brian Norman was a prospect with a belt. I feel like that was a pretty good description of Brian Norman. And y'all wanted to y'all are gonna tell me Rolly Romero is trash, but Brian Norman was the best fighter at 147 pounds. That's extremely disingenuous and dishonest, in my opinion. Y'all can keep saying Rolly trash all y'all want to. I hope Rolly gets another belt somehow. He don't even have to get it from Devin. But it's imperative that Devin Haney beats all of Tank ex-opponents. About to drop the link. I've been talking for about 40 minutes. Listen, that hour be going by quick. I'll be up here talking. I've been thinking I'm going to talk like 15 to 20 minutes. That hour will be going by quick. Shout out to Ohana. Phoenix, you can go to the vertical version. They say the vertical version not choppy. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. When I tell y'all, I am like so sick, it's unbelievable. Tank resume cheeks. None of them were champions when he fought them, or they were on rehydration clauses waiting to drain. And what does it matter if they were champions? Not Jason. What does it matter? Are you a better fighter because you get a belt? Because that didn't make Rolly a better fighter than some people. Y'all keep saying that they weren't discredit Tank. Of course, they weren't champions when they fought. Why would they have to be champions? If Gervonta Tank Davis is the bigger payday in the division, don't you think that the better fighters would be willing to fight Tank before they try to? Don't you think those fighters would go after a Tank fight before they worry about a belt? So one could argue Tank was just trying to run around and be worried about the belts because they wanted to get a payday. And it's obviously true because they went to other divisions and became champions. And now, y'all favorite fighter, Devo Dev, is trying to fight those same exact people. If y'all don't understand my logic, it's because you don't want to. And you just want to continue to be disingenuous. I always said Tank resume is aging well. His resume is aging better than any of his contemporaries. Turkey did an undercard with 10 knockout victims, and they willingly paid for it. Facts. And they fighting Tank left leftovers to show y'all how weak Tank opponents are. Jason Williams, that makes absolutely no sense. But that's some whole ass shit. Instead of you fighting the best in the division, like the hardcore fans say that they want their fighters to do, you're seeking out the weakest fighters in the division, picking on the weakest fighters in the division, so they can show y'all how weak Tank opponents are. Please tell me if that makes sense to anybody in the chat. I don't think you thought that through, Jason, before you type that. Bill just called out Rolly. I don't know. Let me see if I can find the video. Somebody put the link if y'all can find it of Bill Haney calling out Rolly. Let me see if I can find it. Rolly Romero, your time is up. Do you still believe in that ugly, awkward boxing style? Or are you just a comedian wearing a box not listening to you anymore? Don't get quiet now. We're looking for you. Rolly Romero is not scared of Devin Haney, bro. And what you mean don't get quiet now? He was never saying anything. No credit from me was never high on Norman Jr. All talk and sparring stories that all don't line up how people were saying he a boogeyman. That's the case. Team would have never fought him. Man, that's exactly what I said. I said, first of all, nobody's forcing Bill and Devin to do anything they don't want to do, one. And two, they would never take the fight if they didn't think they could win it. Why would they? Y'all was acting like it was just a for sure thing. Devin finna get killed. It's a why would again? Why would they put themselves in a position like that again? Like they're not finna do that. Oh, y'all, like got the chills. I am like so cold. I should be taking a nap. Let me see. They're fighting people Tank knocked out and going the distance or getting beat up though. On if Bud, Devin, and Shakur are fighting them. How are they showing how weak Tank leftovers are when they lose or go 12 rounds with them? Exactly. How you gonna show somebody weaker when you do lesser than what that Tank did to the opponent? So all they've done is prove Tank fought better competition because they can't get past them easily. Like, what do y'all be like? Y'all, I don't want to call anybody any names. Let me find a nice way to say this. Take a second to think through your current beliefs and the things that you constantly repeat and the talking points that you constantly make about Devin the Dream turned into a nightmare Haney, and the demands and the things that you ask for as a quote unquote hardcore fan. You want the best fighting the best. Rolly Romero, let's just break it down. And then I'm going to drop the link after this breakdown. Exactly, Tiz. This is ridiculous. Rolly Romero is a C- fighter. He's been trashed his whole career. He's never done anything right. He got the gift decision against the old man, and he beat Ryan Garcia, who was also trash, which means absolutely nothing. There is no reason for Rolly Romero to be what? What does beating Rolly Romero for a belt do for Devin Haney's career? Can somebody tell me? Because Tank beating all these guys, according to y'all, it has done absolutely nothing for his career but get him criticized. even though that's not true, but we just gonna go with that. Nothing for his career, but get him criticized. So we not gonna. You don't get to hide behind the belts, and you don't get to hide behind the money to make excuses as to why your fighters continuously get to fight. Respect from the fans when it's the same opponents that y'all have been criticizing that Gervonta Tank Davis has been fighting. And I'm going to keep driving this point home. I'm going to say it over and over and over. Because when people repeat stupid shit to y'all over and over and over, just basic common sense, and makes basic logical sense, y'all push back. It's strange. It's strange. Tank's smaller too. Devin, a true 160 plus fighter, and may or may not beat them. And we're comparing a fighter, whatever, to a fighter that always has all of the advantages: the height, the size, the reach. Every time the nigga move up, he bigger than everybody in the weight class. We don't know how big Devin Haney is. Shout out Creole to Travel. He say happy belated birthday. I appreciate it. Now they have belts. They have superpowers. And the new, they hold their hand up. They hold. And the new 140-pound champion of the 140 division, Sugar Rolly Romero. So they held Rolly hand in the ring. They handed him that belt. And then it was like, and then Rolly just started glowing. He just started glowing in the ring when they gave him the belt. He was like, yes, I could feel it. I could feel it. I am a better fighter now. Everybody else to fight me because I'm a champion. I'm no longer trash. But he was still trash when he became a champion at the 135 division. Tank's resume is cheeks, but Devin's biggest fights come from that resume. This means Devin's resume is the shit that came from them cheeks. Repeating the same thing over and over because that's really the only point I want to come on here and make today. Like, I'm tired of y'all the disrespect for Rolly is unbelievable. And if y'all haven't realized by now, people take that Teddy Atlas said to heart. A fighter gets 40% better after they become champion. Brian Norman Jr. didn't. He getting better and better every fight. Okay. And whoever said this stupid shit, why are you 40% better just because you became a champion? Somebody explain that to me. Do y'all realize I'm training 2 fighters? Me and my husband are training my sons right now. Right now. So I'm going through a process of building a fighter from scratch. We built a fighter. So if you become a champion and you get 40% better, Howard Tank's opponents still trash when they all became champions. Not all became champions, but Rolly became a champion. Ryan didn't become no champion. Who else became a champion? Tank fault. I don't even feel like thinking that hard. And then this is not the old days. Maybe back in the day when you became a champion, you was 40% better because of the gauntlet that you had to go through in order to become champion. See, there was a point in time where being was, I mean, it still is always it still is always political and probably even more corrupt back then. But there was a point in time when you really had to go through it to get to that championship belt. Now, what you got to go through? Whew, I feel like I got to sneeze, but it won't come out. Now, what you got to go through. You gotta be at the right place at the right time. You might have to jump up a weight class. Hold on, yeah, I got a sneeze stuck in my nose and it won't come out. It's killing me. Oh, there it goes. Devin didn't have to reach us when he could have get his head off the line with Ryan. I think Teddy has to be saying shit is all. I mean, I think at one point maybe what Teddy Atlas was saying is true. Excuse me. I think Teddy Atlas meant figuratively in the eyes of the public. They give extra credit for having a belt, but people took it literally. Man, they just saying that shit because it's Devin. Champion, they 40% better. They will say they trash, they this, they that. Hold on, what? Go ahead, Katie. Whew. I be having these sneeze attacks. I be sneezing like 6 times in a row, then my head starts pounding. I had a eulogy prepared for Devin last week, but Norman is a fucking bum and didn't get the job done. I think Turkey and Devin go together, doing strange things in the background. Man, hey, so Stan, I don't want to hear that. Y'all was trying to clown me. Y'all remember? You remember that? They was trying to clown me in the Discord. See, I'm one of those people, right? And this always happened to me all my life. Who killed Charlie? Man, that story getting crazy. Hold on, y'all. Whew. Well, I'm dropping the link. Y'all come up here. I'm struggling. Good Lord. Somebody say you need that hot toddy since works every time, man. I don't even drink hard liquor no more. I do not drink hard liquor no more. The most I drink is wine and champagne. That's it. I've outgrown drinking. I feel like I'm too old for that. Like I'm too old for like drink, get drunk. Crazy. I'm really too busy. I got too much shit to do to be out of my mind like that. And then recovering for 2-3 days. No, I ain't in my 20s where I could just drink it and wake up the next day and I'm fine. I would rather see Devin fight. See, hold on. All right. We got King of Hayden and Dondrick Lim on the panel. You know, I arrange my sounds a certain way on my StreamYard, but lately since they've been doing all these changes and updating, they keep rearranging my sounds. Like that shit's getting annoying. But
what's up? Who you talking about? Devin fight? Who Devin should fight next?
Well, what I'm talking about, Dondrick, is how is, you know, I got a war against the hardcore fans.
No.
So how can y'all say y'all only want to see the best fight the best, but then be holy simply because he has?
Whoa.
No, no. I don't.
Don't make me
I don't think Rolly's a C- fighter. I'm saying that's their logic.
I mean, I think because I was just on D3 channel and we was talking about it too, so they get mad at me. But so I like, yeah, sometimes for me to go. But Devin, if he wants to fight, if Rolly wants to fight Devin, that's always acceptable. Because Devin shouldn't be able to call out Rolly. Since you called him trash, you can't fight him. Like I said, but if Rolly wants to fight, I'll take the fight. Other than that, Devin, you can't
Nah,
call out nobody. You
called
said,
out.
I think, yeah.
Let me see. Let me read it to you again. It says,
Mm,
"You seen it? Yeah, Bill and Devin called out Rolly. So is he cherry picking?
Yes, very much. If he keeps saying all he do is bums and trash, you picking out bums. You trying to fight the weakest one.
So he cherry picking. Okay, and listen, Jason, I am not a hardcore fan. Please don't insult me like that. I'm a casual fan. I am a fan of the sport of boxing. I'm a casual. I don't give a damn about no belts, no rankings, no sanctioning bodies, no none of that. Help me by calling me a hardcore fan. King of hating. What you got for the show? What's your 2 cents?
I'll say it's kind of funny how shit turned out. Because, last I thought we supposed to be chasing greatness. We supposed to have the best fight and the best, not the best fight and the bums. So, they got this whole thing twisted up.
Best fighting the
The
bums.
way-
Hey,
the way-
let me write that down for a thumbnail title. Go ahead, just let you know me use it.
You know, I got the acronyms. I said it before the fight. If Devin fighting Brian Norman is a lose-lose situation. Because if Devin wins, that means he beat a bum. He don't get no credit. So we're not going to do that since he already called Brian Norman a bum, called him a C-level fighter. If he wins, he get no credit because he beat a bum. But if he loses, that's even worse because he lost to a bum. So that was a lose-lose for him from the get-go. And I said that multiple times.
Rolly is another.
That's the whole thing with Rolly Romero. I know. Yeah, but you know me and you've been talking about it. We've been saying Rolly is better than people give him credit for. We've been saying it for years. So I know we're on the same page about Rolly, but these other people don't like. It's that one problem that so-called boxing fans have: how refined, how coordinated a fighter looks is something that correlates their level of ring IQ, and that ain't the case. And on top of that, they look at ring IQ in only one way, being defensive, when boxing is both offense and defense. So you got to look at both if you're talking about ring IQ. You can't just look at one. And there's fighters who had horrible defense but had a great offense, and there's fighters who had a great offense but horrible defense. Like that's Manny Pacquiao, for example. Manny Pacquiao had an amazing offense, but you can't tell me he was a defensive wizard. You can't. And then we got Shakur Stevenson. People say he got an elite defense. I don't think it's elite, but at the same time, he don't really got an elite offense. Look at his punch output. So that's one thing that people keep on twisting up whenever it comes to certain fighters that ring IQ. But then I look at the fight that Rolly Romero had against Devin Haney. And I know you've seen the video, but I'll break it down for people who ain't seen it. The first thing that Rolly did when he got up into that ring, he started keeping Ryan, and so that Ryan couldn't throw the left hook. Rolly kept on at Ryan's lead hand and keeping that hand at home. Why Devin Haney didn't do that after he seen what Tank did? Because that's the same shit Tank did. Kept that lead hand because so Ryan couldn't use it effectively, and that he knew what to look out for whenever a hook was coming. Devin's supposed to be better than Tank. He's supposed to be better than Rolly. He's supposed to be the next fucking Floyd Mayweather. And Rolly and Tank being able to pick up, because Floyd used that technique a lot when he fought southpaws. Oh, Floyd say tucking down his former opponent. What's the difference? Okay. Floyd Mayweather said the exact same thing about Arturo Gatti. He said he's a bum. He's a C-level fighter. He don't deserve to be a champion, and I'm going to show it. Devin Haney said that about Brian Norman Jr. What Devin did to Brian Norman Jr. look anything like what Floyd did to Arturo Gatti?
Hell no.
Yeah. Come on, man. You can't be that delusional.
Stop saying Floyd. Like, why? I don't give a fuck about Floyd Mayweather Jr. Please stop bringing him up in every conversation as if these fighters are comparable to him. They're not. They're not. So we gonna stop using Floyd as a talking point, especially.
You know why they do it. And that's the problem with these so-called hardcore fans, is because these people have diminished Floyd Mayweather to just a defensive wizard. That's the problem. They don't notice all the different things that Floyd does. Like, yeah, he's a good defensive moves, not just with how he positions himself, but with the punches he's throwing, the different looks he gives you to get you to make a certain move so that he can counter it. His shit was proactive, so he could force you to make a move, so he knows what's coming. He can counter that. Other times, he react to what you're doing, and at the same time, he's also taking your tools away. Like, you heard what Andre Roberto said. He said Floyd will be working, get in the clinch, then the clinch, you take a deep breath while you're in between rounds, looking around his corner to go ahead and look you in the eye and see whether or not you're okay. You said Floyd being in the middle of the ring, looking up at the clock, trying to figure out, and people want to go ahead and reduce it to, oh, it was just defense. It was just fine. So any black fighter that looks some way slick, and I go tell me, stop. He a defensive wizard too. Nah. These other fighters ain't doing all that. It's the same, but it's nowhere near the same. Like, these people really don't be paying attention like they think they do. Huh? Keep naming opponents that he cut. Man, you could go through the whole list. You could go through the whole list up until he fought Oscar De La Hoya. But after he fought Oscar De La Hoya, you didn't hear Floyd say that about no opponents. He always praised them. Like Victor Ortiz, oh, he a young, hungry lion. Hey, we saw Devin say that about Brian Norman too. Oh yeah, he a young lion. That's what we want. That's what we want, and we seen what happened there. Nah, this one of them delusional Devin Haney fans. I know this.
He don't be thinking it through before he said. He don't be thinking it through. Terrence Bates
do any of them?
What you got for the show?
I wanted to finally answer your question. I think I answered this before. 2 cents. What's up, panel? By the way, what's up? 2 cents.
What's up?
The question you keep asking is, why do these fighters, like when, like let's say it's Shakur, someone's going to fight a Rolly, when we say they're bums, and I maintain that they're bums. And let me tell you, from Shakur's perspective, he's going to get a nice payday fighting a bum, right? And I mean, what can I say as a fan of Shakur as to why he's fighting his bum? But if he's going to get a title and fight the bum, go ahead and do it, Shakur. Wait, can I finish?
No,
let me just finish. We are, but can I finish? Okay, go ahead. 2 cents.
No, I'm just gonna say something. You can keep going. It's cool.
Go ahead.
So it's okay to fight a bum to get a nice payday. That's what you just said, right?
Yes. No. Yes.
Okay.
I did say that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then there's nothing wrong with Gervonta Tank Davis's resume.
Well, can I finish though?
Because he got good paydays in his fights. He was fighting with.
I can tell you what's wrong with. I can
have no problem with that.
I can address that. But let me finish my point, and then I'll address your 10th point.
Go ahead.
So the first thing, like I said, I'm okay with Shakur fighting a Rolly, because I really feel he's a bum. I don't feel as though that the other kid is a bum that he's supposed to be fighting. I just don't want him to fight him because I don't support racism. He should never fight a racist. So that's my problem with him. I don't think he's a bum, but I think Rolly's a bum, and I do think that Ryan. That racist that he's supposed to be fighting. You know who I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking. I feel as though that guy is a racist, so I don't want to fight him because he's a racist, and I don't want racism in the sport at all. But that's a different point. But as far as Rolly, I think he's a bum, like I said, and I think Garcia is a bum in the sense that when I'm talking about elite fighters, yeah, these guys could beat regular fighters. I mean, so I'm not saying that they are super duper bum. Yeah, they're like a guy that's not ranked and not that good. Yeah, they'll beat them. But I'm saying we're talking about the elite fighters in our time right now. The Devin Haney's, the Shakur, they cannot mess with those fighters. That's what I'm saying. They're not good in that sense to even fuck with those fighters. So that's why I'm saying that. But it's okay for them to fight them. Why? Because they're going to get a payday from their perspective. From the fighter's perspective, I get it. They want money. They're going to get a payday. From a fan's perspective, I don't have a problem with Shakur fighting that fight unless there's a bigger fight where he can still get that type of money and get the same amount or more money and a better opponent. As a fan, now I got a problem with Shakur. This is where we get with Tank. This is why I got the problem with Tank. He can make money with anybody. He ain't got to fight no bum to make money. Shakur and Devin, and a lot of times, they got to fight these bums to make money. They can't make no money fighting because they got the belt. Who they supposed to fight? They got to fight the person with the belt to get the leverage. So that kind of stuck where they got to fight these guys. But I would criticize Devin if there was a money fight for him to make and a better opponent. And that's the only problem I have with Tank is that he has not fought the best competition because he's going to get the money wherever he goes. He just
You
wants
done said
a bag.
You be
Hey,
saying
can I ask him
shut
one
that
question?
stupid ass shit up, man.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Two
Okay,
Cent.
tell me why I'm stupid.
What?
Tell me why I'm
Hold
stupid.
on, hold
You
on. Let
cool
me
if I
say
ask
this.
him a question?
Yeah, y'all
Tell
can
me
ask
why
me
I'm
a question.
stupid.
Hold
Tell me
on.
why I'm stupid.
Phoenix, hold on to your question because I want to get around the panel. But I want to say this, Terrence, thank you for coming up here and providing me with that insight. Because while you was talking, a light bulb went off in my head. And I was like, damn, I'm glad Terrence came up here and said this shit today. Because you just made me reach another level of understanding. And as I was sitting here listening to you jump through all those hoops, I realized that the issue with the hardcore fan base is that since they don't stand for anything, they fall for everything. See, the hardcore fans don't have nothing that they stand on. Y'all standing on quicksand because nothing is a standard for real for y'all. You're gonna sit here and tell me it's okay to fight a bum for money. Okay, cool. But then you tell me Javante Tank Davis can make money with anybody he fight, but his resume trash. If it's okay to fight a bum for money, and if he can continue to fight bums and make money, what's the problem? You agree with that? You literally just agreed with that. You literally just agreed with that. And how is it that the same people that his contemporaries want to fight is not a problem when they want to fight him? Y'all don't call them bums. Nobody called Pitbull a bum when Shakur was allegedly trying to fight him. Nobody called.
He's a bum.
What? Then why is he trying to fight him? Nobody called out Shakur for trying
Because,
to fight him.
but the 2 cents that's been going on since the annals of time. I don't understand why you keep saying that, 2 cents, because Bud did that. Why do you think Bud was fighting all of Errol Spence leftovers? You think that he thought they were the best opponents? He was fighting them because he wanted to get the public to make Errol fight him. He was trying to build up the public to say, look at the Rocky fight. Why do you think they do that? They want the public to say, okay, this guy's beating all of his opponents that he fought. I want to see them two fight. That's how you build it up when someone's ducking you. That's how you do it. You fight who they fought and you try to beat them better. That's been going on forever, 2 cents. That's how that's been going. That's
Who's your favorite
boxing.
fighter? Who's your favorite fighter?
Bud is my favorite fighter.
Rich, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show, Rich?
Oh man, my 2 cents is, man. First of all, happy birthday, belated birthday.
Thank you.
And second, I heard you say some shit that yesterday, and then I heard a bunch of meat eaters again co-sign it I heard you say Rolly have a better resume than Devin Haney. But
You heard me say that? Is that what I said, or did I just
no,
ask
you
you?
What up, Rich?
no, wait, hold on.
I never said that.
I heard you ask the question, then you had a bunch of meat eaters crying saying Rolly do have a better resume than Devin Haney. But
Who said it?
I
Who
never.
said it, Rich? Because you be lying like a motherfucker. Who said it? That's what I want to know. Who said it? Who said it? Who said it?
Let him,
Man,
Pull it up.
Dondrick, let him
Nah.
finish. Dondrick, let
Nah,
him
nah, 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 nah,
finish.
nah. He come on here lying every fucking day. I'm
Let
tired
him
of that
finish.
shit. Come over here and pull that shit up. Pull that shit up.
wait, hold on. For 2 cents, shout out to 2 cents. Please get her views up and go and look up who said it. You know what I'm saying? It's in her last interview, last live. So if you want to know who said it, go and look at her last live. Second, no, I just hear I really don't know what's going on, but I hear Terrence talking about Shakur fighting Conor Ben. Is that what y'all talking about? If you
No,
go up
we
there and fight
actually
Conor.
we're talking about Devin fighting Rolly Romero and
Oh
uh
yeah. As far as Rolly Romero go, man, sometimes when like it's like the streets, it's like anywhere that you go, man. It's like sometimes when a it's like if a nigga has some stuff and he's a bitch and he not supposed to have it, you come and take it from his bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? Whether he a bitch or not, whether you saying pick on somebody your own size, something like that. Sometimes the nigga ain't your own size and you just take it from his bitch ass because that's what you do because he ain't supposed to have it. So that's how I look at it with the Devin Haney
that's
thing.
some bitch
If
ass shit,
if
Rich.
if Rolly got a
That's some
belt,
hoe
it,
ass shit. That's some
it,
pussy ass shit. That's some
listen,
bitch ass shit.
hey, look, if listen to what I'm saying. If Rolly got a belt, and Devin, and that's what's stopping him from accomplishing becoming undisputed because that's what he want to do. That's the goals that he set for himself, not for y'all, not for anybody else. That's the goals that he set for himself. And if that man in the way to have a belt and all that stuff, and he need to take it from that nigga, take it from that bitch ass nigga. And ain't nothing else to be said about it.
But
I mean,
Rich,
I'm
but
not
Rich,
saying
the
he can
thing
take
is,
it.
he,
I'm saying you
yeah,
can take it, right? But the
right.
issue is going to be all of this Johnson bouncing you gonna want done because you beat
Oh no no
Rolly
no no!
Romero and got another belt.
No credit for beating no Rolly for real. You don't
Thank
get no
you.
credit. You really don't get no credit for
Tell
that.
him, Rich. We
But
don't
but
give
but
y'all credit
but
like that.
but but
We don't
but
do
but
that,
but
Rich.
but
They do that.
as far as taking that belt though or whatever, I can't get mad at him for getting that belt, but he getting it from the softest person. That's like when
Hey,
Keyshawn Davis got
yes,
it. That's
Rich,
like
tell him.
Keyshawn Davis. That's like
The
Keyshawn Davis
softest,
get a belt.
bummiest
Get
person.
get it
And
from
we don't
Baranchik.
change that energy, though. We
I'm
don't.
about to
At
mute
the,
this nigga. Be
at,
quiet.
when Keyshawn took it from Baranchik, where like the guy had the belt, so you had to take it from him. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing like what you going to see? Judge Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn, why you fighting him? So who else gonna fight him to take the belt from him? If he a bum. So he just gonna have the belt for 10, 20 years if everybody thought like how y'all thought. You
No,
get what I'm
my
saying?
point is, that's what I'm saying though. That's why it don't make sense because that's what I said about the Barinchek fight. Like, how much credit does Keyshawn get for being a champion when he beat Barinchek? Barinchek didn't even put up a fight.
Nah,
He
but
didn't
he
even
do
put
get
up a
he.
fight, bro.
I keep saying though, it's something that's in their heart. They get to walk away and sleep at night, and as long as they know that since they was a kid, yeah, damn, I'm a world champion. I finally became a world champion. You know what I'm saying? Even though they fought a bum, but it's still an accomplishment. That's like when let's just say a football team they play the weakest person because somebody else got injured the game before, and them niggas happen to make the Super Bowl. They hold. It's long story short, it's an accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a bomb or not, it's still an accomplishment, and that's you can't sit back and tell somebody how they should think about their accomplishments, what
I mean,
standard they should set,
I'm not telling
what
nobody to do
standard that
nothing.
they should set for themselves. You know what I'm saying? If Devin Haney want to go undisputed and he got to fight a bunch of bums to go undisputed, then so be it. That's something that he set in his head. That's the limit that's the standard that he set for himself. You know what
All
I'm saying?
right.
That's
I
how I
mean,
look at
and
it.
listen, Devin
But does
Haney
that
gonna
mean
be
we have to
one.
say he a great fighter because he beat bums?
I'm
No,
challenging y'all's logic because damn what I was gonna say. I'm challenging y'all's logic because what good is an accolade you don't get no credit for? That don't even make sense. You say, oh, he'll get the belt, but he don't get no credit from me. What? That shit don't even make no sense. Angry Casual, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Yeah, I feel like I agree with what you're saying. If your accomplishment got an asterisk next to it, it's just as good as not having the accomplishment. And I
Damn,
have
that's
I got a
harsh.
question.
That's harsh.
And I got a question. Like there was a lot of people shitting on Rolly. Don't y'all think Rolly then fought at a higher level than Shakur has as far as like his opponents goes?
No.
Shouldn't he be getting more respect for things like that? You don't think Tank and Garcia's like tougher than anybody Shakur fought?
I don't think Garcia tough at all.
And
Man. I think
Pitbull, and also Pitbull
think-
Cruz. Let's not forget Pitbull.
I think Garcia dick been in people's mouths so much that y'all consider him tough. And I
don't know why Dick coming up, but I didn't ask anything about it.
That's something about Devin.
Bro, you always gotta say some gay ass shit like somebody dicking in now. What the fuck? What you got going on, bro? What you got going on? Every day you gotta say something about somebody's dick in the mouth, bro. Every day, bro. You got some gay homosexual fantasies?
Teach, I don't know who said that. Teacher, that making no sense to me either.
I'm just asking, bro. Do you think Tank, Ryan Garcia, and Pitbull are better opponents than anybody that Shakur fought?
Yeah.
I'm not just asking you. I'm asking the whole panel. I would like to know.
What you want to know?
Ask earlier. That's what I wanted to ask earlier.
I want to know if Rolly resume, like the top end of his resume with Tank, Ryan Garcia, and
I think
Pitbull on it.
I think
it's tough.
I think Pitbull resume been overhyped since he fought
wasn't
Tank.
just talking.
And he lost to Ryan. Hey, dickhead.
Okay, I'll say this.
Stop calling people out their names, bro. Shit like that whole ass shit.
Hey,
some bitch ass shit.
here's my question for everybody. Who has Devin Haney fought, and who has Shakur Stevenson fought that y'all gonna say for sure 100% beat Rolly Romero?
All right, I'm gonna let y'all think about. Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all think about it, and I'm gonna let Rick Timms go, and then the panel gonna be open. Rick Timms.
Rick been waiting.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yep.
Loud and clear.
All right, good deal. Hey, man, check it out. All I came to say is earlier, I sent Bill. I commented on one of Bill's statements when Bill was talking about Rolly and Dev. You know how he was saying Floyd saying he wanted, but Rolly acting like he don't want it. Well, I was like, well, damn, Bill. If y'all do try to get this Rolly smoke, I say Tank stop Rolly. So if Devin and Rolly do clash, it's a must. Devin stop Rolly, otherwise the criticism won't go nowhere. Considering Devin haven't stopped nobody since 2019, I'm like, will Devin stop Rolly in 2026, Bill? And I'm waiting on that reply right now.
Man, Devin not stopping nobody. Y'all stop asking that. Like, come on. At this point. But go ahead, Phoenix, what you had?
Yeah, I'm saying like who is Devin Haney going against, and who is Shakur going against? And we're gonna say for sure beats Rolly Romero, no doubt.
That's a good question.
Man, I can answer the question.
Who y'all got?
Listen, we don't need to see a particular. We don't need to. We don't need a who. We don't need a who.
Did you see? You could answer the question. Now you're not answering the question. Who?
Because we don't need a. Okay, if we said, I could ask you the same thing about Boots. We haven't. Well, who Boots beat to say the same thing? Who Boots beat? But we know Boots can beat Rolly, right? Or can Boots? No. I'll answer your question. Who has Boots beat to say that he can beat Rolly, or do you think Rolly can beat Boots too?
You're not answering my question. You asking me another question.
Come on, man. Stop.
Let me say this.
Stop, man. We can look at the eye test.
I didn't ask you what question you had about it. I asked you who did they fight.
Hey, Terrence. Let me tell him.
Man, y'all answer the question.
Wait, okay, I'm answering. At 130, if Rolly ever went to 130 or 135, he couldn't beat no Lomachenko. I don't give a fuck what you say or how much you dick ride him.
Well, we're not talking about 130, 135. They was both at 135. I'm talking about for sure. I'm not talking about going all the way back to the past or explaining none of that. Who for sure?
I'm saying at 135, he couldn't beat Lomachenko. I don't think Lomachenko.
Rolly stopping Loma. Rolly stopping Loma. And I'm saying that I put that on radio. Rolly stopping Loma, man. Rolly stopping Loma.
It's not fair because the thing is, sometimes there's no opponent. You just look at the eye test. You're dismissing the eye test. That's your eyes
don't work, nigga. Your odds don't work.
They work
Nobody's
fine.
taking your
How
chance.
much?
No, it don't.
I will bet anything that he beats Rolly. That Shakur
You
can
can't
beat
be. You can't
Rolly.
be. You only got no pay per view. You ain't buy a pay per view. I'm not betting you. You ain't gonna pay me.
Shout out to
Somebody can
Juice.
hold the money, Dondrick. Somebody can hold the.
All right.
With the 1999 and the 55, he said, "What happened to best fighting the best in Legacy? Rolly was Tank mandatory. He was literally required. Where was this logic then? Devin now wants undisputed at a division where everyone is trash. That means undisputed means nothing. Shout out to Duke with the contribution. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, y'all keep talking about how trash. Y'all been crying about how the division trash. And now that Devin's there, it's like y'all saying it's trash, but then y'all praising Devin both at the same time. Like, it's really odd
I
what
mean,
y'all are doing.
I
We
mean, I
said
mean, I
Rolly
mean,
trash. We ain't say the division. Let's keep it a buck. We said Rolly's trash.
wait,
Now
hold on,
y'all
hold
done
on,
made it a
Terrence.
whole division.
Rolly's one of
And
the
if
best.
Rolly trash, like I said, who beats him from them two resumes? You gave me Lomachenko. Who else? Who else?
Hey, Terrence, hey, hold on, hey, 2 cents. This is what I want to say to you, 2 cents, right? That's like y'all jump on the. I ain't gonna bring up the black man. Y'all jumping on Devin Haney and all that stuff, but I have yet to hear y'all jump on Bam. His whole
We're not
division right
talking
now
about
trash.
Bam.
But
We're talking
y'all
about
niggas
Devin
y'all jump on
Haney.
y'all don't care about who we fight, but
We
y'all sit
talking
there
about
and
it
care about
because
Devin
Bam's fan base is not trying to shove Bam down our throat like he's the best thing
Haney.
like
Hold on, 2 cents. Hold on, 2 cents. Hold on, 2 cents. No. You're not getting out the whole Bam. Bam got a better resume than you. Even if you go look at it, he done fought more Hall of Famers than Devin already. Don't even do that shit, bro. Chocolatito by himself, bro. You trying to be funny, bro.
But
Stop that shit,
Chocolatino
bro.
back in the day when he first came out, not this
But
Chocolatino, the old as fuck.
y'all
Yeah,
keep bringing
I
up
don't know
his
what this
resume
guy
is
talking
would
about.
better. He's
y'all
fought
would y'all
I
everybody.
don't know what this guy talking about.
would
He's
y'all
literally fought the best in his division every time.
And,
okay so
and
look
Nobody
Juice said
cares about
Y'all don't
122,
give a
man.
that's your,
he
listen
not even at 122. He at
Juice says
114.
Juice says
Nobody even
y'all
cares about those
hey
divisions,
I'm
bro. I'm
talking
dead serious. I don't know why people
Juice
talk about
said
this dude.
Jupe says y'all literally admiring that being a champion don't mean anything because someone trash can be a champion. And let me say this. Y'all would have what credit would y'all would have gave Jerron Business if he went undisputed at 147 pounds? Would
I
y'all
would have
be
gave him all the
Well,
credit.
I would have gave him credit.
I would have
Shit,
gave him
he
all the credit in the
undisputed.
world. Hey,
What do you mean?
one thing about us, man,
so
we
why he
don't
don't
sit
get
back.
credit for
We
unifying?
Hey, one thing about us, we don't sit back and become like y'all favorite fighters that say belts don't matter and all this type of stuff and then
Nah, we
start
don't do
sticking
that.
with that shit. We don't do that. Like
But y'all
man,
literally
shut
just
your
said
coon. You a coon ass nigga, bro. I ain't about to say you that. You a coon ass nigga. You be like, oh, I'm talking about the black man. But every time you get on here, you go ahead and disrespect a black man. I don't this shit corny as hell. You's a cornball. And your damn
How?
arguments be stupid, bro.
just
Y'all talk all this pro-black shit. I'm tired of hearing that shit. Y'all niggas not pro-black. Y'all
and let me
cool as
say this.
hell.
Y'all
hey,
literally
look.
saying, hold on, y'all literally saying, and I'm gonna say this, hold
Just because he
on.
said something about Bam Dondrick, dang.
I'm about to go and time out, man, because you just continue to keep talking over me. So listen, y'all are literally saying that if Devin Haney beats Rolly Romero, he gets no credit from y'all. The belt don't mean nothing. The accolade is bullshit. So essentially, is that not a waste of his time if he's trying to fight the best and be the best and he run to the smoke? Fighting Rolly
I,
Romero is not running to the smoke, y'all.
He
I,
get the
I know what it
money.
is, though. I know what it
Yeah, he
is.
Terrence,
got to stop
Get the
Rolly.
money.
Oh,
Hey,
no, it's not
Yeah.
even the
listen,
money.
two
It's
cents.
not even the money. It's
Two
like
cents.
this is like that
Two
nigga who
cents.
want a new iPhone, but he can't afford it, so he get the refurbished shit. That's what Devin is doing with his career. He can't get good opponents, so he want to do the refurbished shit. They already trashed because Tank knocked them out. Now go ahead, put them in the recycling bin, slap a world title on it, and all of a sudden they good again, and Devin can get full credit for beating them. Nah,
Two
we're not
cents.
about to do this.
Hey, two
Y'all see, this
cents.
is why we call Devin. I said it the other day, a BBL nigga. That means fake ass. And right now,
Hey,
he trying to do this same shit in boxing. We call this is what we call the BBL of boxing. We call it boxing bum lifts. Cause y'all trying to lift up these bums every time Devin fighting. Y'all need to stop
hey,
doing that.
We don't do
two
that
cents. Wait,
though. We don't.
hold on. Hey, 2 cents. Hey,
What?
2 cents. You hear me?
Yeah.
Listen,
What?
I don't even like Devin Haney. I'm not a fan of Devin Haney. I can care less about Devin Haney. But I ain't gonna never be one of these type of niggas
Bill.
and take credit for him. Like I said, if he fight Rolly, I would not give him
You
no
just
credit for
said you
beating
don't
him.
give him
Wait,
no
hold on. I
credit.
just told you. I'm gonna say it again. I would not give him no credit for beating a Rolly. But I also look at it from his point of view. These niggas grew up their whole life wanting to be world champions and achieve accolades before the money, before they start thinking about the money of the box. They whole life they've been doing that. And you probably ask someone, your son or young or whatever, they'll tell you that they care about the belts or whatever. That when that money start coming in, that's when they start caring about that money or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna take nothing away from him if he wanted to fight this nigga and take that strap off his bitch ass and become undisputed. I'm not gonna take nothing away from
You
him.
just
But
said
he
you're
is.
not gonna give him credit.
I'm not gonna give him credit, but I'm not gonna take nothing away from him for doing it. I'm not gonna sit back and be like this, nigga. You a bum for fighting this nigga. No, I'm not gonna say nothing bad because I know
Nobody's
what you
saying that.
doing. I'm not gonna disrespect him. I'm not gonna do none of that stuff for doing that at all. I'm not gonna take
Listen,
nothing away from him, but I'm not gonna give him no credit for it. Like nigga, you beat Rolly, so what?
but
You know what I'm
that's just
saying? That's
contradicting
it.
your whole
That,
persona,
oh,
bro.
no,
That's
I'm
what
just
you're
gonna
not
say
realizing.
that's it. So what? That's it. Now go and get that undisputed what you came to do. That's all. I will respect that because he came to get the belts. He came to
I would
become a
say
And
world
that.
champion again.
he gonna
So
beat a bunch of he gonna beat a bunch. Okay, according to you, Rich, he's gonna beat a bunch of people that you ain't gonna give him no credit for, but you gonna be cool because he got the accolades and he
no,
undefeated.
I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be cool because that's what he wanted to do with himself and get them belts. I could never get mad at a boxer for chasing their dream, for chasing that's the whole thing I'm
You
trying to tell you.
transforming,
Whether
bro.
they in a whether they in a 99, huh? Whether they
So then how
99
can you
pounds.
okay, so how can you have a problem with Tank then? See, y'all just be contradicting the hell out
What you
yourself.
mean?
How can
How
you
can
have a
Who
because
talking
Tank
about
I don't have.
Tank?
First of all, wait, hold on. First of all, I don't have no problem with Tank. And second, I ain't never seen Tank go into a division and say I'm gonna take all the belts off these niggas, even if they bums or not, nigga. So what you
because
talking
that's
about?
not what he wanted to do. You said you cool with a fighter doing what they said
I
that
say
they
I'm
wanted to
cool.
do.
I say I'm cool with the fighters doing what they said that they want to do when they grow up. Every fighter that I'm pretty sure when they was 10, 11 years old, they wanted to be a world champion one day and become and achieve accolades and stuff like that. I'm cool with stuff like
But
that.
Rich, fighting people with belts, saying you're gonna collect all the belts might involve you actually fighting somebody that's good though. Why would Tank do that, bro?
First of all,
I don't
Right,
know.
Frequent.
no,
Tell him
no,
I,
no,
Frequent.
see,
I don't know.
Devin didn't do
You
that. See,
might
Devin
actually
didn't
have
do
to
that. Look,
challenge
look,
some
look
real
at this.
people,
Look at
bro.
this.
I ain't gonna
No,
Tell him
think
so
somebody
Frequent.
gonna get no
you
belts,
saying
bro.
no? But
Once
see,
again,
you see,
I ain't a Devin fan at all. But I don't sit back. I'm not gonna sit back and just hate on the man and tear the man down for trying to get some belts. Nah, I
I
would
wanna
never do
comment
that.
on
here's
Juke's
the
I would
problem
comment.
with
never
that.
do that.
Here's the problem with that. You see, Ryan Garcia ain't had no belt to take. That's why Devin took the ass whooping instead. But moving from that, the whole problem with this situation is this. When we talking about the belts don't matter, people just looking like that. I mean, they're not trying to be great. Here's what people fail to realize. When you the money guy in any division, you can take good opponents from the champions. Now look at what happened with the Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin situation. Frank Martin ended up fighting Tank, and then Shakur Stevenson ended up fighting the dude that Frank Martin dropped and beat and complained the guy moved too much. So who's the better opponent, Frank
Bro,
Martin or the dude that he beat?
we
That's what
already
that's what we're
know that
looking
if
at.
you the
But
money
so yeah,
guy
so
in the
that's
division
why
that you can
we
duck
saying
people, bro.
when
You
you
ain't
the
gotta
guy when
tell
you
us that.
it's
We
not
already
ducking,
know.
it's not ducking. Think about it. That's why the guy who's the money man in the division got better opponents than some of the champions because people will pass up that championship shot, get that
No, it's
money.
not better
I
opponents,
just said
bro.
that
Yes.
I
You ain't
just
fooling
said that
nobody with that,
earlier,
bro.
Phoenix.
We're talking about the fighter himself though.
The money person in the division will end up fighting the better competition because people will be more
No, they
focused
How?
on
don't.
That
they
don't
No,
look.
make
they
no
don't.
sense.
No,
Listen,
they
shut
don't,
The
Two
money
Cent.
person in the division
me
get the
off,
duck
man.
every.
Shut the fuck, nigga. They will get better competition because people will be willing to fight them over trying to get the championship.
That ain't true, man.
That's not even what.
Okay, then
So
how?
who?
Okay,
That's
then
So
why
how
is
the heck
Anthony
can get Tank?
Joshua? Why is
What better
Anthony Joshua
competition he
fighting
fought?
Jake Paul instead of going to redeem himself against Dubois? Why is that
y'all
the
always
case if the
coming up
money
with
don't
these
matter?
wild
Why is
narratives and
Anthony
stuff
Joshua
how
not
to
trying to get that
justify
get back?
somebody ducking.
So why is that? Tell me
Frequent. That don't
why is
make no
Anthony
sense.
Joshua?
Frequent.
Why is Anthony Joshua not trying to come back and redeem himself from losing to Dubois and put himself back in the spot to get
Cause
a
he's trying to get
championship
it.
shot
He's
He
trying to
instead
get
of
lost
a
Jake
multiple
bag.
Paul?
times to Usyk, bro. He don't want no more
That
smoke
proved.
with Usyk.
Oh, so but you're saying that he shouldn't try then?
You shouldn't try. Like, how many fighters they said that Jake Paul said yes after they wanted to replace Tank?
He
Why
trying to
was they
cash
talking?
out with Jake
Why
Paul,
was
bruh.
why was they trying to fight Jake Paul? It wasn't even Anthony Joshua wasn't the only one. Why did them other fighters say yes too instead of trying to get up in them title shots?
Bro,
If the belt is more
that's when you
important.
fight Jake Paul at the time
So
in the
you're saying
position
that
of
money
his
matters
career
more
that
than
he
the
is
belts,
in.
which is the point, nigga. You agree with me?
No,
You got no
when
counter.
you at his point that he's at in his career, that's when you fight Jake Paul, not when you got all of this stuff on your plate that you can do. Not when
And
you
has it
just
always been that way? Has it always been that way?
Come on, man. Yes.
No, yes or no?
Yes.
No, no, it
Muhammad,
has
yes.
not. No, it has not. Then why did George
Yes,
Foreman do
bro.
5 exhibitions after Muhammad?
Bro, Floyd Mayweather ain't start fighting Conor McGregor and none of them people until
Yeah,
after
no,
he
you're talking
handled his
about Floyd.
business,
I'm
bro.
talking about people whose all-time greats already in the Hall of Fame. George Foreman was 26 when he fought his first exhibitions, right after he lost to Muhammad Ali, middle of his career, and he still had 30 or 40 fights after that. Come on, and you said it would always been that way. What about Sugar Ray Leonard
He had
beating up that
already
news
fought the
reporter?
greatest that
What
there
about Sugar Ray
was,
Leonard
Muhammad
beating up
Ali,
that
bro.
news reporter in that exhibition because dude wanted to get pretty and punch him in the eye, and Sugar Ray Leonard went ahead and tenderized them ribs and knocked him out. Like, come
Bro,
on,
But we don't
man.
have, but we don't have a
fast talking
problem with
ain't
that
fooling
if he
nobody, bro.
fights.
You can
You don't have
fast talk all you
Listen,
want,
now
bro.
you're
It ain't
saying
gonna
it's
do nothing
supposed
for
to
you.
Let me say
right,
this.
It's not helping your
now you're
case.
saying it's not supposed to be the middle of the career. It's supposed to be after they get to
it
a
don't
certain
matter
point.
Yeah,
if
the
Those
Tank
choke's
guys,
fights
supposed to be at the
okay,
end of
somebody.
then
your
don't
career,
complain
bro.
about the exhibitions at all.
Especially not when you got nothing on your plate, when you just came off a
Exactly.
controversial,
Then you need to
not
go
a
find
loss,
something to put
but
on your
a
plate. Then
controversial fight, bro.
there was a controversial fight. George Foreman got knocked the fuck out.
No, we're not talking about George Foreman. You know who we talking about, bro.
Listen, let me say this. The point I'm trying to make is Devin can do whatever he wants. That's cool. I'm not talking to or about Devin. I'm talking to the logic of the fans, his fan base. Devin's not gonna beat, according to y'all, a bunch of C- fighters, and then y'all run around here and expect everybody to Johnson bounce. It's not
Bro,
gonna
and
happen.
Queen,
We try to say Devin got the highest grade in the special
we
ed
want to
class.
see
That's what we doing.
we want to see the best fight the best, yes, and we want to see Devin collect the belts. So it don't matter, y'all make it seem like because Rolly got the belt because he fought Tank and he's so-called Tank's leftovers. Now nobody else could touch him.
Is
Man,
that
get
what
the
we?
hell out
You
of here,
haven't been
bro.
listening to the
I'm not
argument.
stuck on niggas
You talking
collecting
about the
belts,
best
bro.
fight
I
the
want to
best, but you
see
saying
niggas
it's
fight
okay to
different
dumpster
styles.
dive
I
when
want
you're
to see
looking
them
for a
fight the
belt.
best
Come on
So
now.
styles.
Rolly's a bum now.
Sometimes
Y'all
the
been
best don't
arguing
have
all
them
these
though.
years.
He
Rolly
is a
not a bum,
bum,
and now he a
Dondrick.
bum.
I mean,
When Devin
for
about to
frequent,
fight
he
him,
is
he
a
a
Hold
bum,
on,
bum.
let
huh?
me hear Angry Casual. What you say, Angry Casual?
Bro, I want to see Devin fight different styles instead of steady cherry picking like flat-footed dudes that come forward. So I don't give a fuck if he fight for a belt or not. I just want to see the nigga in better fights. You know what I'm saying? So somebody
Like
that's
who?
a problem. Somebody like Catterall. Fight Catterall instead of fucking Rolly. Somebody
Man, how the
actually
hell
got
would he
boxing.
fight
Catterall, he don't
Somebody
Catterall,
got
that
no
bro?
actually
belt,
got
ain't no
boxing skills.
money.
Bro, tell me Rolly
That was
more
the
skilled.
dumbest comment ever. Why would he
Rolly's
fight
not more
Catterall?
skilled than Catterall. That's my point. I'm saying y'all looking
Do
for
these
belts.
dudes
Y'all
watch
looking.
boxing,
Let him
man?
Bro,
talk.
stop talking
Frequent.
over me. God
Let him
damn.
talk.
I've been quiet. You niggas, bro, y'all rather see the nigga collect belts versus bum ass niggas than see him fight a skilled fighter like Catterall. That's my point. You 2 Cents said it earlier. Y'all niggas accept anything. That's the problem with you hardcores. You niggas accept
Ain't no
anything.
money in that fight.
Now
Why he
Gives a
gonna
Catterall
do
fuck. What the
that?
still
fuck they
fighting,
gotta do
man.
with
Get the
you?
hell out of here.
Well, you should want to see the good fight, nigga. What the fuck? You getting some of the money?
Who
Listen, I
Catterall
really
beat, bro,
don't.
for him to be a
Yeah,
skilled
but
fighter? Who Catterall beat?
I'm saying they're not gonna make the fight
What
because there
belts
ain't no money
Catterall
in
got,
it.
bro?
Man,
I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it,
is arguably
but they're not
undisputed at
gonna make
140.
it.
Everybody know
That
he beat
Catterall
Taylor.
arguably beat Josh Taylor, nigga.
Right.
Well, he
See,
gotta
and here
get a
y'all
belt.
talking
Man, he don't
about
got no
money
belt.
If
after
he
saying
get
the
a
belts
belt,
matter
Devin will
more.
fight him.
Here y'all talking about money after saying the belts
saying,
matter more.
but
Come
guess
on.
who brought up the belts?
No,
They
I'm
said, hey,
saying
guess who brought
you
it up?
gotta have
Them
money
niggas.
to make the fight. They ain't gonna make it because there ain't no
If you
money
don't
in
got
it.
no belt, it got to be a money fight.
I ain't
At
talking about
least.
belts.
Right.
I'm talking about skill sets. I'm talking about I want
So
to see
we
Haney.
just
I
What
said
skill set
specifically.
Catterall
Listen
got
to me.
that warrants him a Devin fight? Who has he beat?
Y'all niggas cut me off before I even made my point anyway.
Hold on,
I
let
want to
Angry
see
Casual
Haney.
talk.
I want to
let him
see
finish.
Haney
Let him
fight
finish. Let him finish.
outside boxer. Listen,
Let him
I want to
finish.
see Haney fight an outside boxer. I want to see Shakur fight an outside boxer instead of all these flat foot niggas that can't even fucking catch up to him. I don't care if he fight for a belt. That don't do nothing for me. I need to see him fight different styles now. It's
But they gotta get
When he
a
was
belt,
at
my man.
135, why
happen.
you ain't want to
We
see
done
him
seen
fight Tank?
flat-footed Mexicans.
When
and
he was
shit.
at
We done seen him
135, why
fight
you ain't
enough
want to see him
flat-footed
fight Tank?
Latinos, haven't we? Bro, well, don't
We
tell me what I didn't want to
well
see.
they
You
gotta
don't even know
well
what I
they gotta
didn't.
get a
So
belt.
stop coming with that childish shit. Stop
Hey,
If
coming
they're
with
two
not
that
a
cents. Let me
money,
childish
ask you a
shit.
if it's
question.
not a good money fight, they gotta get a belt. And I'm sure Shakur fight him.
Fuck the
Hey,
belts,
two
man. I
cents.
want
Hey,
to see
two
a good
cents. Let me
fight.
ask you a question.
Catterall gonna give a better
Hold
fight.
on, let him finish.
Let me ask you a question, 2 cents.
I mean, Catterall, I mean, that's gonna be a boring ass fight, but they'll be in there on boxing.
Yeah, I'm saying, look, I'm the nigga.
Hey,
When I say the fight boring, these niggas be like, you don't know shit about boxing. So since I gotta fucking accept these boring fights, look, fuck it.
But if
Let's give it to
Shakur
me.
beat him
Give it to
though,
me
Who
then.
who
Let's make
I
it.
put
what
my
do
money
gain
on
Stop
what
putting
Shakur
do
me
against
off.
Catterall.
Stop putting me off.
what do they
Stop
gain
putting
by
me off.
fighting
Let's make it
Catterall?
extra boring. Let's make it
Nothing,
extra
nothing
boring.
frequent. But I
Nothing.
bet you
Like this
Shakur
dude don't
beat
make
him
no
though.
Let's make
sense,
it
I
man.
bet
extra
you
Okay,
Devin
hold
to
on,
beat
hold on.
him.
Let me ask y'all a
hey,
question. Let me
hey,
ask y'all
two
a
cents. Let me
question.
ask you a question.
Let me
2
ask y'all
cents.
a question. Hold on, Rich. Let me ask y'all a question. Who's better, Rolly Romero or Jack Catterall?
I think Rolly Romero probably knocked
Jack.
Jack Catterall out.
ain't gonna touch
Okay.
Catterall, and you know it.
Hey, 2 cents. Let me ask you this one question, right? It ain't really a question. Let me say this, right? I just want to like let y'all know, right? Devin Haney, Shakur, even Tank, even Bam, all these guys still young. So that's why I don't really jump on the bandwagon and be like, oh, he ain't fighting nobody, he ain't fighting nobody. But let's just say Devin do clear out this division by the age 28, 29. He still got 10 more years or 5 or 6 more years ahead of him. Why y'all rushing? Why y'all so much rushing him? He just got in a fight like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. What y'all rushing him
What
for?
are
Why
you
y'all
talking about? They the ones that called out Rolly. It's what they said is
okay?
why we having a
Rolly got a
conversation. No,
belt. Y'all, why
hold
y'all
Oh,
on,
defending
okay.
shut
Rolly?
up. Listen,
No. When I'm saying
nobody's rushing him.
when
Nobody's
I'm
rushing
bringing up
him.
what I'm bringing up is that I keep hearing people say, "Oh, he going undisputed in a bullshit ass 147 division." Okay, if he does. If he do all that by the age 28, 29, that's just another accomplishment. He still got to go somewhere else, and it's still gonna be more fighters. It's still gonna be more people. So for you to judge him at this age, at this young, for trying to do that, y'all are crazy. That's all
Rich,
I'm
what the
Let
saying.
me
hell
go.
you
Let me
talking?
go
Hold
after
on,
him.
hold on. Let me
Let me
say
go
this and
last.
let you go, Dondrick. Rich, what the hell do you be
Not go
talking about, bro? The point that
when I'm
we're making is nobody's judging him. The point that I'm making to the fans is that's cool. He get the accomplishment. Whoop-de-doo. But we're not gonna sit here and act like he's just the greatest thing
right.
since sliced
I
bread
never said he
because
was. I
I'm
I,
not
I
talking
keep
about
telling you.
you. I'm trying to get you
Oh
to
hell
understand
no.
because you keep
Okay,
talking
okay, okay,
about
okay.
judging and he young and ain't nobody talking about none of that emotional stuff you're talking about. I'm just trying to say, cool, whoop-de-doo. He went undisputed at 147 pounds. According to y'all, he beat a bunch of C- fighters. Cool.
Okay.
So don't run around acting like he's just the greatest ever because he beat a bunch of C- fighters according to y'all with belts. That's the point that I'm trying to make because
So
Oh,
we just get to say that
he beat Brian Norman Jr. and then now people run around saying he can beat everybody from 147 to 160. That's egregious. No,
who
that's
said that?
ridiculous.
Who said that? You come
A
on,
lot
you
of people saying
exaggerating
that
now,
crazy
Queen. You
shit.
exaggerating.
Yeah, no
man,
one
not
said that though.
So
I
so
don't
we
know who
get
said that.
to say that
Naka.
he
You
the
a
best
lie.
at
You a
147
lie.
and that's it. 2 cents. That's it.
But if he beat Norman
He's
and
not even the best at
they
Hold
say
on, hold
147.
on,
He
Haney the
on
y'all.
best,
top of
Hold
the
on,
fight.
y'all.
they
So
say
we
Haney
can
the
say
best at
he the best at
147.
147 and that's it, Queen.
Who said he was the best at 147?
I'm asking you, is that do we
And
get to say that if he clean out the
Oh yeah,
division?
he'll be the best of the division that everybody keep calling trash.
they
Okay,
saying he the
so
best right now
yeah,
for
I
beating
like
Norman.
that. That's cool.
They
I ain't
saying
got no
he the
problems
best
with
right
that. I
now.
already know y'all
Ain't
gonna
they?
hate and say it's a weak division. That wherever Devin at, it's gonna be a weak division. Whoever he beat, he was a bum
Listen,
before that. He
I'm
wasn't
I'm the
supposed
one
to
that keeps
lose to that
saying
person.
no. I'm the one that keeps saying why do y'all keep saying 147 is a weak division? If everybody is level,
Who's
allegedly,
saying that?
and nobody, Five, stop playing with me.
That
You
shit
never
If
ain't.
heard that come out of my mouth.
well, then
yeah,
I'm not
I ain't
talking to
never.
you. If it don't
Oh,
fly, if it don't apply, let it
He know
fly.
that shit weak. He know that shit weak.
Okay,
He just
like
trying
just
to win
like
the
you
argument.
tell
You know
us all the
what?
time, you talking to me.
Nigga,
You
this my show.
generalizing me. I
This
know,
my
but
show.
you generalizing me, but you don't like when people do that to you.
Nope. and
Just
you're
because
not
it's
doing
your
it with me
show
on
don't
my
mean
show.
that it's good. It's okay.
Okay.
Nigga,
Hey,
You can go. You can go.
Man, don't let him get that shit off. He know 147 trash.
You're
Fuck
trying
what
to
that nigga
deflect.
talking
Stop
nah.
trying
about.
to deflect because I
He
cooked
know
your ass.
147 trash.
How
Get
am I
out of here with that shit,
deflecting?
nigga.
Let me know when I
You
can
know
go.
that shit trash, nigga. That's why.
Let me know when I can go.
Go ahead, Dundrick. Go ahead.
I don't believe in that 147 shit trash. No, I just think it's a lot of people you don't know and you're just not thinking about. Like you think about, oh, it's trash. It may not be the best division, but it's not trash. You just don't know nobody. And the only thing y'all do is care. Y'all say y'all care about boxing, and really y'all don't care about a boxer. Y'all care about one boxer. And y'all go, oh, here's the best. That's it. You don't care about the name because there's Stanley Owens, there's Karen, there's Raul Courier, there's Tiger Johnson. There's other people there. You just don't. Y'all don't think about that. Y'all just automatically, oh, Devin and who else? That's it. The people you like. That's it. Y'all don't really
Like,
care about boxing. I get tired of y'all saying y'all do, because you don't.
look, man,
Cook.
it's
And
it's
they
facts
sleeping
though.
on
It's
Rolly
facts though.
Romero. Tell him, bro.
All the champions at 147 got trash resumes. That's why we calling it weak, bro. It's just a fact. They got fucking subpar resumes. They might have fought somebody like
You can say that
Rolly
about
to fought.
every division.
He lost to the best. He lost to the best people. No, you can't say that about every division.
What
140
division?
is
What
way,
division?
140 is
No.
way tougher.
But
If
this what
Devin
you can
Haney
say.
decided to
Of
try this
course.
shit at 140, it'd be way different.
And then
Man,
nobody
ain't
saying,
nobody tough at, ain't nobody at 140 beating
everybody
Devin.
want to act like Devin. Oh, Devin Haney couldn't make the weight, so he had to leave 140. So
He couldn't make
nobody,
the weight.
The
nobody
fact,
want to
look,
say,
what did
hold
Rolly
on,
look like at
hold on.
140? What
Nobody
Rolly
want
look
to
like
say
at
he
140?
ran up out the division because it was smoke there. Bill Haney
He
didn't already let
couldn't
y'all
make the
know
weight.
he's going to
So
move
wait,
up to the
Depleted
next
so
Devin probably could
division.
beat everybody at
so
140.
2 cents. So 2 cents.
Hold
Yesterday,
on, hold on. Let me
I heard.
finish then. Let me finish. He's already said when the divisions get too hot, he's moving up. He's
Who
literally
said that? Come
Yeah,
on.
Bill said
saying
that.
it.
Come on.
He's
Keep
literally
taking that
on
out of
video
context
saying
what they
it.
said when Shakur and them. When Shakur was wearing the wire. Y'all remember.
Yeah, they fake tapped that nigga. They got him.
That's
Oh,
bullshit.
informant.
Hey, 2 cents. Hey,
Go
two
ahead,
cents.
frequent.
But 2 cents. 2 cents. But you can't sit back and say that he ran out of 140. Y'all jumping back. When I keep hearing y'all yesterday, y'all screaming out Devin looked way bigger at 147. He weighing 180, 90 pounds at 147, all that stuff. Y'all sit back and say that, but then sit there and then say he ran out of 140 division.
He
Come on,
did
man.
run.
Y'all gotta
He
make
did run out the
y'all mind
Yo,
division.
up.
they
Y'all,
just don't
y'all
got
gotta
nothing
make y'all
Hold
positive
mind
on,
to
up.
say, bro.
hold on.
That's all.
Just because he
Y'all,
looked big doesn't mean that I can't say he ran out the 140 division.
y'all,
Like the
y'all,
two
y'all,
is no
y'all talking
correlation.
about his cheekbone. Y'all talking about his
But he too
cheekbones. He's
big for the
strong with.
division. Y'all gotta
Y'all
admit
talking
that
about.
though.
No, he's not.
Y'all
How
talking
you
about he
too
look
big
like
after
feeding
two
the
fights?
children.
How
We
you
ain't
too
gonna,
big after two fights?
if we gonna say that 47, bro, don't make me. If he's saying he's too big, I'm gonna tell him man to move up to 54. So don't start that bullshit. Do not
No, they
start that
talking about
bullshit. 'Cause
forty.
No,
I
he
They
don't
too
want
trying to
big
none
put
for
of
him
that
at
ass to move
140,
140.
up.
bro. They
I
trying to
don't
put
want to
him
hear
at
that shit.
140.
Why is niggas at
He too
140
big for
that ain't left
140.
140? It's niggas that was at 140 before Haney even got there. They're still there. So I'm trying to hear
Okay,
that he
but they
too big
not
for
too
them.
big. They
How
not
is they
going.
making? Is they more disciplined than him then? Because they still making
He
140
might be
when he was at
no, he might be naturally
135.
bigger.
Had Matias ever
Hold on. Let
had
me get the
Matias
super
ever fought at
chat. Shout out
135?
to Big Dog Willie with the $2 in the super chat.
Come
He said
on.
Maniacs are the biggest hypocrites in boxing. Shout out Big Dog Willie.
Nah. You know what? You know what it
Hold on. I
is.
got another super chat. Shout out Big Dog Willie with the $2 in the super chat. He says Tankomaniacs are the reason why dinosaurs went extinct.
It's some
Shout
corny
out
shit. This
Big
nigga
Dog
nuts.
Willie. We got Phoenix the Assassin with the $10 in the super chat. He says Devin like a dude who went dumpster diving in a gourmet restaurant's trash. Put the food in his microwave, invited people over, and those people saying he deserves the same credit as the chef. Wow.
That's so perfect.
Hey, that was a good one,
Man,
Phoenix. That was a good one.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mm.
Gotta leave
I ain't
that
gonna
up
lie to
there.
you. A
2 cents. I
lot of
wanted to
these.
ask you, ain't he going the Canelo route? That's what Haney doing, right? He going the Canelo route.
Damn, expound on that.
Like, I mean, he pretty much tried to find the weakest champion to fight, and but his fanboys can just say, all right, he fighting the champion though, so you can't say nothing. You know,
If he trying to fight all of them, how he doing
That's
that?
why Angry Castle. That's why I'm not
This
letting
dude
them
don't
get
make no
away
sense
with it.
ever.
That's why I'm not letting them get away with that bullshit. I'm not gonna
147
let y'all
is
get
a
away
weaker
with it.
division than 140. Everybody, can we all agree on that?
No,
So you want
not at all, bro.
him to jeopardize his health and go down to 140. You're not even making any sense, bro. Just because you want to see him fight somebody at 140.
Yo,
That
let
don't
me
make
say
no
this.
sense.
Nobody said that.
Everybody ain't got the
Hey,
footwork and everything of Devin Haney, man.
But
Brian
hold
Norman
on,
Jr. probably still beat everybody else there at
because y'all
147.
Brian Norman Jr. ain't beating nobody because y'all glazed over the fact that Bill Haney said when the division get too hot, he's moving up. So it's no surprise
Exactly.
that Devin Haney has
He was
moved up.
talking to
He's talking
Shakur.
like Shakur.
Listen. So it's no surprise that Devin Haney has moved up to a trained division. Like, what are we
Exactly.
talking about?
140
You
got
see
too
how
hot. That's what we
disingenuous
trying to
they
tell you.
be,
140
yo,
got
and they
too
be
hot.
trying to play
There's
like
nothing
they
disingenuous
saying
about
something
what I
solid,
said.
taking things out of context and
What did I
everything.
take out of context? What did I take out of
That
context?
whole phrase right there that he said, he was all the way at 135 when
And
he
what
was
did he say?
talking. Matter of fact, Shakur wasn't even at 135 yet.
What did
Shakur
he
was at
say?
130.
Frequent.
He was telling Shakur that they was going, Devin and Shakur was going to meet up at one of the higher weight classes to have a showdown. But so he was telling him that, whenever you move up, then we gonna move up too. We gonna keep moving up.
But who was the
Frequent.
champions at
I got a
135? It was
question.
That's not what he
But
said.
Tank, and
Shakur
Shakur.
kept talking, so they tried to
That's
fight him
wrong.
early, but then he
That's
dropped the
not what
ball.
he said. Frequent.
Yes, he did.
He
I
said
have a
when it
question,
get too
Frequent.
hot. Go ahead, Rick, because Frequent does line.
Hey man, so Devin look, I mean, he looked filled out well at 147. I mean, the boy, I mean, look pretty big, look pretty good, look good and healthy, you know. So, but him beating who he just beat? Brian Norman Jr.
Norman.
He just beat Brian Jr. I mean, schooled him basically, looking good. But how can he be nicknamed Debo without a knockout pushing 7 years?
Because Debo took people chains. Devin took his belt.
Debo knock niggas the fuck out.
He
Quit
coming
that
up there, give me
bullshit.
your belt.
No, and look, Ryan Garcia
Give it up.
is Craig. Ryan
Yeah.
Garcia is Craig, my nigga. That's why they call him
Hey
Debo.
Rick,
Yeah.
hey Rick. The same you hear this one person keep wanting Devin Haney to go down to 140. I bet you he the same nut hugger that's to go 175 to fight David Benavidez. I bet
Yo,
you.
you transforming
I
on my
bet
end.
you.
I don't know. Yo, all these fighters don't want to fight Devin while he at 147. They only want to fight him depleted and drained, bro. Even Shakur said he wouldn't fight Devin at 147, but he was ready to fight him at them lower weight classes, man. Richardson Hitchens trying to fight him at 140. They all trying to bring him back
Richardson
down
Hitchens
because
said
they
he
want
come up to
because
47. Stop
they
lying.
want to
See, you
fight him.
lying
They
again.
want to
See,
fight
you
him at
lying.
140.
Stop lying. He just said
They
he
want to
come
So
up
he
to
fight.
didn't
No, he
47.
say.
didn't. No, he
So
didn't.
he
He said
didn't say
140.
when. So he didn't say when we going to 140, bro. He didn't say when the division get high, he moving up. He literally said that out of his mouth.
That
He gonna say
2
that.
cents.
They
It's 2
lie.
cents. That was years ago.
What does
That was
that
like
have to do
7
with
years. That
anything?
was over 7 years ago.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because you trying to apply it to now. That was
Because
all the way when
clearly that was
Shakur.
their plan.
He was
What are you
talking to
saying?
Shakur, and
That
Shakur
was
was
their
at 130.
plan when we're seeing it play out. So what are you
Shakur was
saying?
at 130, Queen. When he was saying that, he was telling
What
Shakur
does
that,
that
and
matter?
it matters because Shakur put that bit of information out to try to prove that,
It
to try to say
doesn't
that
matter
Devin
what
was
you're
trying to
saying.
avoid him, saying
Listen,
that when
What he
he
was doing.
move
that
up,
don't
Devin was going to
matter.
move up again.
That's
Frequent.
exactly what Bill said that for, because he
Frequent.
said because Shakur was
Yeah,
moving up
so
at
how
that
you
time.
gonna apply it to
Shakur was moving to
147 or
135 at that
140
time.
and
You're
Shakur ain't never
agreeing with
fight there before? Shakur
Because
ain't
it
there yet.
doesn't
He's
matter.
still at 135.
Frequent. You're not this
because
dumb.
he knew
Frequent.
Shakur was moving up already. That's why.
Frequent. That was the plan. It was the plan. So now we're seeing their plan play out. When the division got too hot, they're moving up. And now
No,
they end
no,
up
he talk.
in a trash division trying to go undisputed. This
Like
is exactly
Canelo,
what
like
they
Canelo
doing.
in
No,
168.
no.
That's
Devin
why I said
moved up
Canelo.
because he couldn't make the weight.
That's what they
And
want
y'all
you to
know
do.
that, but y'all being disingenuous to try to make it seem like he moved up because of the
When
competition.
did he
Cut it
say that?
out.
When did he say that? He can't
Cut
make
it
the weight.
out.
When did
Y'all
he
know
say he
he
can't
can't
make the
make the
weight?
Why
weight.
he moved up? It don't matter if he moved up because he
I
couldn't
want to
I
make
know when
know
he
the
it
said that.
don't matter
because
to
of the
y'all because y'all just
competition.
want to hate.
The point
He
is,
didn't never. I ain't
he
never heard him
ended
say
up
that.
in a trash division trying to go undisputed like he said he would in the video.
147 is not a trash division, man.
Oh, now it's not a trash division. Okay, freaky.
Yeah, who said
According
you
to
keep trying to
Dodrick,
generalize that stuff that you heard from other people with me?
Quit lying. I never said 147 was trash. So don't fucking lie on me no more.
Who said that?
I just said, I just,
You-
I said that.
you tank meat right. I
Shout
said,
out to
according to
Juke.
you,
I
it's
ain't
not.
saying me right. See
I'm
that?
about
Look,
to
you
shout
got.
out
You
to
want to talk about some
him.
dick again? You
Hold
be a
on.
homo, bro.
Hold on, y'all.
Wait, who was that talking, man?
Rich. Stop calling people names in my chat,
I'm
bro.
fucking with Dodgy, man. That's all, man.
Shout out to Juke for the $19.99 in the super chat. Ooh, hold on, y'all. I gotta sneeze. All right. They went from we want best versus the best and Tank only fight trash, flat-footed Latinos to we want belts with the same guys and styles we criticize Tank for beating easily as a smaller man. It proves Tank is the best of his peers. Shout out Juke.
I
I
ain't
want
gonna
to
lie to you,
respond to something Juke
I ain't gonna
said.
lie to you,
I
Juke.
want to
I ain't gonna
respond to
lie to you,
something she
Juke. Wait,
said.
hold on. Hey, hold on. Juke seemed like she's secretly in love with Tank, man. So I can't. I'm done talking about Tank whenever Juke around.
Secretly, that's not a secret, bro.
Hold on.
I
We
don't
Listen,
know,
got
I
man.
we
wanted
got
to.
somebody. Hold on,
I
y'all.
don't
Got
know.
somebody new on the believe this is the first time here. Nick Ballin, the 2 cents. What you got for the show?
What up? What up? I
What
just
up?
got one question for all the Devin fans. When is he gonna fight Ryan? Put him back in there, Ryan. I don't
When
want to hear
Ryan stopped
nothing else.
losing to Rolly and them guys,
No, no, no. If he's Debo and he all this, fight Ryan
for what?
to get it back. You saw what happened on April 20th, 2024.
I
You seen that?
saw what Rolly did to him when he had 0
But what did
nanograms.
Devin do to him?
That's Rolly though.
He
That's
ain't get
Rolly.
his
What did
hands on him
Devin
while
do?
he had 0 nanograms.
He
We'll
can't.
see
He can't have credit
if
for
he
other
get a
people's
belt.
wins.
Ryan got to work himself back up. If he got the perfect a situation right now. He got his chance. He getting the chance to get in Devin way. If he get a belt, then the crosshairs is on him once he get the belt.
Hey,
But he got to get a belt. Work yourself back
Y'all
up.
gotta admit that Haney's trying to make a career out of fighting leftovers. Loma was leftovers. Fucking Pearl was leftovers. Rolly is leftovers. Who the dude?
The leftovers
Can I
conversation is
finish?
so
Can I?
dumb,
I'm
bro.
not done with the leftovers. Ramirez was leftovers. Who we just fight? Norman. He was fucking just trash. He wasn't leftovers.
Ain't no fighters
Only
out here
people he
who
fought
haven't
that
with
wasn't
no
leftovers
opponents,
was
bro.
trash, like Norman and
Norman
Cambosos.
was not trash.
Norman
Ain't
and
no fighters
Cambosos.
out here with
Norman and
Everybody,
Cambosos was some of the worst champions of this era.
every fighter out here fought somebody, bro. So everybody is somebody leftovers. Then if you want to say that,
Sasaki ain't nobody.
don't make that's just a dumb conversation talking about leftovers, bro. So
Who
they
is
get
Haney's making his career out of? I'm just telling you.
Tank could
Guess
beat
what?
fight.
Look.
So
If
Tank could beat his
Haney at
opponents.
147 right now, he got to fight 2 of Tank's leftovers if he want to unify the division, right? He got to fight Rolly and he got to fight Barrios.
Yeah,
2 Tank
exactly.
leftovers.
So
he
if
ain't
he
got no
fought,
choice. He ain't got no choice but to fight leftovers.
so
Because that
if
niggas already
he
been there before him. Niggas been on that level before him. Way before him.
because Barrios and Rolly fought Tank and lost the Tank. Now Devin can't fight them. He got to tiptoe.
That's
Oh
just like
man, I can't get undisputed now because
That's just
those
like when
dudes got
Crawford and
belts and
Spence
they
had to fight
leftovers. You
Thurman's
sound stupid,
leftovers.
bro.
That's just like when Crawford and Spence had to fight Thurman's leftovers and make a career out of that. Nigga, we seen this before, bro. Devin Haney a leftover.
You sounding like a real fanboy right now.
See,
Hey,
frequent
man.
flyer, if y'all didn't spend the past 5 years discrediting these same fighters, people would actually give credit for beating them people.
No,
Nah,
the problem is
it's
y'all. The
only y'all
problem is y'all
YouTube
try to
niggas
give
that
credit
don't
to
give
y'all
credit.
fighter for beating somebody when they didn't have nothing, And then when they get belts, y'all try to give him that credit for that. No, he didn't beat no champions. He beat the guys before they got belts. And on top of that, some of them got handed belts for not beat. They didn't beat no champions to get the belt. They just got set up in the
So
perfect
You mean
situation.
like Brian Norman?
It's art,
You mean
that's
like
proven.
Brian Norman?
so Floyd don't get no credit for beating past and former champions now? Is that what you think? Because that's one of Floyd's biggest goddamn accolades. He was 20.
He
So
wasn't a
so
champion,
say that shit one more motherfucking time so we can goddamn put it on Floyd shit too. Go
bro.
ahead.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be. That's not really
See,
nothing. That's not
you
nothing.
double
That's not
standard,
nothing to
see?
brag.
Double
That's not nothing
standard.
to brag about,
Lost for
bro.
words.
He
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah,
If you beat somebody
you
and they
definitely
wasn't
don't
a
know.
champion,
Yeah,
you
you
can't
dumb.
say I beat a champion. All you can say is, yeah, I beat him, and then look what he did. He went and got a belt. You can't take credit for somebody else's work,
That
bro.
it's
You
harder to take
can't take
someone's
credit
old
for
than it
somebody
is.
else's work.
It's harder
So
to
did
beat
the
somebody who
fighter
take that.
magically
Oh,
get
bro, what are
better
y'all
when they
talking
won the
about, bro?
championship?
What?
Y'all niggas be
So,
saying anything, bro.
Yeah. So when Tank was
to
taking
get
niggas old,
credit,
when Tank was taking Barrios old, Ryan Garcia old, Rolly old, they wasn't shit. But all
when
of a
when
sudden,
Tank
when
beat,
everybody else want to fight them, these niggas legit. These niggas fake as fuck.
no one
Say
is
them guys.
saying that. No one's
Nobody
saying
That's
that.
saying
That's
that.
exactly
the
what the fuck
problem.
y'all saying.
I'm not saying that. Rolly
who did
sucks.
Exactly
It
what the
doesn't
fuck
Rolly?
you
matter.
saying.
Who
Hold
did
on,
If
hold
he's
Rolly
on, hold
beat?
fighting
on,
Devin, he
hold
still
on,
sucks.
hold on. Let me get this super chat. Shout out Phoenix the Assassin with the $10 in the super chat. He says Blair Cobb, Terry Kugadajian, Rolly, Barrios, and Ryan all whooped Devin. Enough about our
Oh
story.
yeah.
Amir Khan had
Oh
the same
boy.
amount in his system, and Kell Brooks stopped him in 6. Devin choking on leftovers. Shout out to
I want to see his ticket.
Hey, hold on. Let me say
Before
this though.
frequent. You told me several times Rolly was trash.
Wait,
Yeah, but he
Hey,
got
two
rid of
cents. Can I
he
talk?
got rid of that trainer and got a better trainer, and now Rolly is looking, he looking better now.
No, you was just telling me Rolly trash.
Hey,
Freaking
2
stop.
cents.
Nah, yeah, get up out of here,
Don't
boy.
make me roll a tape.
Yeah, please
2
roll a tape,
cents.
because Sugar Rolly Romero put Ryan down with a double left hook. What you talking about? Y'all sleeping on Rolly.
Nah, frequently he garbage. I'm
Rolly probably the
sorry.
second best in the division right now because Brian Norman Jr. confidence is gone.
2 cents.
What's up?
I just want to say something real quick. So what I realized is after studying the Tankamaniacs, how they run things, there are different degrees of Tankamaniacs. I just realized that. I listened to this panel and I listened to all, they're very angry. There's like angry Tankamaniacs. It's mad for no reason and just upset. There's passionate Tankamaniacs. There's weird Tankamaniacs, but I've seen on this panel. There's dick sucking Tankamaniacs. And there's like, I mean, there's really nice, huh?
I'm gonna take you off of here. What are you talking about?
No, I mean, I'm just talking about Tankamaniacs, just the degree of Tankamaniacs on this
You be saying y'all
panel
niggas love
in
some
the chat.
gay ass shit, bro. That shit is gay, bro. Stop doing that gay ass shit. Y'all always come here with the homosexual rigmarole.
This is
Yeah,
the
you a
angry
fucking
Tankamaniac.
faggot, bro. You keep
This is
saying
the
gay
angry,
ass
look at
shit.
the angry
I'm
Tankamaniac.
always angry.
If you
I'm always
explain
angry. And I'll
yourself,
keep always ending up.
there's a Tankamaniac on every corner of the world.
What?
For
And
Devin,
this is
the,
an angry, see?
the
Hold on,
brakes, like,
I'm
look,
still
watch
talking.
this.
I'm still
Watch this.
talking.
Hold on.
I'm
Ray
still
Davis
talking.
with
I'm
You forgot the
still
other title, the
talking.
Tinker
I'm
Bell.
still
Hold
talking.
on. I'm about
Like,
to mute
I
y'all.
don't like
Let me
this,
get this
bro.
I'm
super
still
chat.
talking.
Let me get the super chat. Shout out Ray Davis with the $5 in the super chat. He says, yo, they said he was a weight bully at 140. Dev need to move to 147 and fight Boots. He moved and y'all call him a duck. Which one is it? Shout out to Ray Davis.
Tell him, Ray.
So I
They
just
want him to
want to
move
finish
back
this.
down.
Hold on. I just want to finish
I don't
this
want to
my thought. So there's, like I said, there's different degrees. It's like the military. You have different hierarchies of Tankamaniacs. This is what it is. See now, 2 cents. I like 2 cents because she's not a weird Tankamaniac. She's just a regular Tankamaniac. But whoever on this channel, the angry dude, man, you're a Tankamaniac. But you're like you're scary Tankamaniac. You're like a very scary Tankamaniac because see, like you just jump on
All right.
tank.
Willie, we're not finna see.
All right, that's fine. Hey, let me. Can I respond
I
to
just
that?
want to say, hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. I'm almost done.
He threw you in the
I'm
back.
trying to
bro.
finish.
You in the
They won't
back.
let me
Respond to that, 'cause
finish.
he's talking to me.
Come on, what's your stop calling people names on my panel.
Don't
What you
address
got?
me
Okay.
if you don't want me to talk.
I'm not
nigga.
calling nobody. Okay, I'm gonna say taking maniacs. Okay, Tank fans that are
Tanker
maniacs.
Bells.
Tank fans that are maniacs. Yeah, I just want to say that to you guys, but it's okay. God loves you, and it'll be okay. Okay.
Look, you can
Thank you.
call
And
me whatever
goodbye.
you. Hey, let me respond to that, man, because that shit was retarded. Look, I'm not a tanker maniac or whatever the fuck you want to call me, but I do constantly use Tank as a tool to expose you niggas double standards because he's the best tool to use in boxing. But that's just what it is. When I got exposed to double standard, Tank name gonna come up because that's what's gonna have you niggas all flustered.
What's the double standard?
The
Bro,
double
don't
tank
try to
is
hide it. Just be out
the
front with it, bro.
epitome of the double standard. Like his resume better than a lot of niggas, but he got to be used as a tool to expose you niggas. That's just what it is. That don't
How
make
his
me a tank
resume better
maniac.
than
That don't make me
How?
a tank fanboy.
Why? Let him
It's
talk.
just what it is. That's what I'm telling you why I bring up Tank. So you could think I'm a tank maniac or whatever the fuck you want to call it, but that's why I bring up Tank because he's just the perfect tool to use to expose you niggas with your lies and your double standards. So that's why you wanted to know.
No, you ain't a
Matt,
tank.
Angry,
Bells.
can I ask you a question? Angry
You a tanker
question. I have a
King
question for
Tanker
Angry.
Bells.
Angry, I have a question.
Listen,
Do you think
Devin Haney fans, stop calling people names.
I'm not calling them? I'm asking Angry a question. So, do you think that we should hold a person who has the ability to fight anybody they want to a higher standard than someone that can? No. I'm asking Angry a question. Do we
No,
hold
you're
him
not
to a
gonna yell
higher?
Hold on. You're gonna go in timeout. You're not gonna yell at me on my own panel, bro.
He said I'm the angry one. Listen to this nigga.
Damn, y'all gotta relax. Go ahead, Terrence.
No. I'm just asking Angry. He says that Tank's the standard. So he's the standard. So I'm asking you, this guy. I know you don't feel that way, but he has the ability to, because he gets all of the money to fight to name his opponent. So you don't hold him to a higher standard than people who can't do that because they don't sell like that. Do you, Angry? Yes or no?
Tank fans
I
looking
would
bad out here,
hold
bro.
him to a higher standard if everybody didn't fight his leftovers.
Okay. So explain.
There's no
Okay,
higher standard to hold him to.
Angry. So you're Shakur. You want to fight
Seems like the
Tank,
same people Tank fighting are the relevant people that everybody
I'm
else
asking you.
fights. That's why
I'm
I don't
asking
hold
you a
them to a higher
question.
standard. Everybody
So
fighting the same niggas.
if Shakur want to fight Tank and he wants to put public pressure on him to fight him, what is he supposed to do then?
I'm not buying that Shakur want to fight Tank shit. Top ranked fighters always attach their name to some other fighter to sell themselves. We've seen this shit for decades.
But if he does, let's assume
nobody's
he
falling for that
does
in
want.
2025, sir. We know what top ranked fighters.
But let's
do.
assume, okay,
one name.
okay, okay, Shakur don't want to fight him. But let's say somebody that does want. So nobody wants to fight Tank.
Don't ask me shit if you want to talk over me, my nigga. They
But you answered it.
Tank ain't
You
even
already
fighting nobody, bro.
angry. You already answered.
I got more shit to say on top of it, nigga.
Angry, you already answered it.
Finish.
Don't tell me when to stop talking. Don't ask me shit then, nigga.
Go ahead, finish. Because I got another question. Go ahead.
Because everybody on top rank attached themselves to one fighter and they fucking promote themselves by calling that fighter out and saying they ducking them while they fighting all of that same fighters leftovers or fighting weaker fighters. Tell me I'm lying. Loma did that. Shakur did that. Keyshawn did that. Every fucking body at top rank did that. Crawford did that the whole time he was there. Like, come on, that's what they do at top rank. So don't try to sell me that.
Okay,
I'm supposed to give a fuck about that.
No, I'm saying so I'm asking Angry. So Angry, if somebody really wants to fight Tank, what should they do? And they really want to fight. They're not doing it for show or whatever. What should they do?
Why you asking
Angry.
like that? You heard what Leonard
I'm asking Angry.
said,
I want to know what he says. I want to see if he's.
Let me answer the question.
Yeah.
He asked me why Shakur, wasn't he a free agent right after he fought?
I ain't say Shakur. That's not my question.
You did ask me.
I said anyone that really wants to fight him. I said don't forget about
Shakur as an example because he was a free agent. He could have signed right to PBC and got the Tank fight easily, right?
No, that's not
They,
true.
they
Why
said
y'all
they
keep
didn't
saying
have what
that?
he wanted. They
That's
didn't have.
not true.
But did he
The
try
fighter,
to? Did he try to fight? Did he try to sign a PBC or did he try to
ang-
sign everywhere else but PBC?
They said
angry,
they couldn't offer him what he wanted.
angry. Doesn't a fighter, even if they're at PBC, have to
Oh,
agree
you
to
gonna
fight the
answer my
person?
question with a question?
Hold on,
They
hold
can't.
on,
I'm asking you. They
hold on.
can't. I'm saying
Terrence,
no to your
Terrence,
question.
lower your
Yeah.
voice. If
hmm
they
Okay.
offered him to fight Tank and that's what he wanted, Flower, why are you saying they didn't give him what he wanted? He wanted to fight Tank.
Steven Espinoza said that they couldn't offer the Shakur the type of deal that he wanted.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
that's the
they
But
point
couldn't.
that Angry
So
Casual was trying to make, bro. If you really
but that
wanted
was
to
a
fight,
whole
you would
lie.
have took it. You just making an
It
excuse
was
now.
not a
But
lie,
you said
Terrence.
The deal he
Terrence,
wanted.
that's
it
a whole.
wasn't a lie. It's the
That was
truth.
a lie.
And
That was a
you full
lie.
of shit.
But anyway,
No, I'm
Bottom
that's
not.
line
off
is
topic.
this.
Listen,
Your
that's not the
boy had
conversation.
a chance to fight Tank several
That's not
times.
true. That's not
He
true.
chose to let the people who run his life choose who he fights. And
I
he
can
backed
prove it.
out like a
I
bitch.
can prove.
So
I can prove
Terrence,
that's
while
not
we
cut
true.
talking
that
about Tank,
bullshit
am I
out.
missing something? Is
Simply
Tank
I
about
can
to
cut
fight
prove
all
that's
somebody?
not
that
true.
He ain't
bullshit
about to
you
fight nobody,
talking.
bro.
2 cents.
Y'all
I
What
can
some
prove that's
lying
not
ass
true.
niggas.
No, I'm not.
Y'all some lying
2 cents?
ass
I got
No,
one
niggas.
I'm
question.
not.
2 cents whenever
Tank
you're
has
ready.
fought more of his contemporaries than y'all fools have.
Tank about to fight a case right now. He ain't about to fight nobody right
Tank ain't about to fight no case,
That
nigga.
sounds cute and
He ain't
everything.
about to
That's
fight
cute
no
and everything.
case, nigga.
But
Tank ain't about to fight no case,
do?
nigga.
What did Crawford do
Plain
when
and
he wanted
simple.
to fight the
What he
guy at
just going?
PBC?
He ain't gonna fight the
So get
case. What you
off of
talking
that
about,
man,
bro?
What did
Somebody got a
dick
Crawford do?
dog
eating
barking. Who is that?
clown.
Dog.
He
All
ain't gonna
y'all
fight
some
the
dick
case.
eating clowns. And
Why
Jake
you
ass
mad?
Willie
Cause he gotta
too.
fight a
He
case,
run
bro. Ain't
around here
nobody.
drinking off
I ain't
old
saying nothing
men at
bad. All
night
I said
in
he
the
gonna
old
fight the
folks.
case, bro.
All right,
I hope
I
he
got
will.
to mute y'all. We need one mic. Angry Casual, what you were saying?
I was saying, what did Crawford do when it was time to fight the guy that he wanted at PBC? He went over there and fought and did whatever it took to fight that guy, didn't he? He went right to PBC soon as he became a free agent from
But
Top Rank.
Man,
All right,
man, man.
but
It's,
don't
hey,
finish.
Vince
hey,
I'm
had
not
to
finished.
agree to
I'm
fight
not
him.
finished. I'm not
hold on,
finished. But and
hold
compare
on.
that to what Shakur did when he got his free agency from Top Rank. He went to Matchroom where there's nobody
Hey,
to fight
hold
at
on.
135. There's actually
Hey,
more people to fight at Top Rank than there is at Matchroom for 135. So
hey,
this
hold
nigga,
on. Hey,
I'm
he
gonna
not
go.
only.
Can I
hey,
go
hey,
Let
after
me
2
him?
cents.
finish.
Hey, wait, no,
5
let me
more
go. Let me
seconds.
go.
Let me
Let
Yeah,
me go.
finish.
Let me
go
go.
after
5 more seconds.
somebody.
Let
Relax,
me go.
fanboys. Relax, fanboys. Hey, all he
Fanboys.
had to do. All
The
he
fuck
had to
you
do.
calling a fanboy?
Hey,
You
Hold on,
listen to
wait a
jackass.
me,
minute.
You
y'all.
run around here
Every time I say
carrying
something y'all don't like,
Devin Haney's fucking.
every time I say something y'all
Hold
don't
on.
like, you cutting me off. So
Listen,
you a
hold
fanboy
on.
to
Everybody,
further
listen.
notice,
One mic. Let everybody talk. Y'all stop screaming over each
nigga.
other, please. Y'all messing up my
Yeah,
As
point.
much as he go around here over talking people,
I
he
ain't
talking
over
about
talking
somebody
nobody,
over
bro.
talking
No,
him.
no, no. I was talking, and y'all niggas got mad at what I
Yeah,
said. And you
I
talking
was
in the
talking.
background, bro.
Shut up,
That's
man.
all.
You
That's all
bitch
it is.
David
ass
Bro.
Lynch.
This
motherfucker.
David
shit
Lynch.
happen every
Oh,
time.
David Lynch, he on your side. See, that's why you tripping. See, you arguing with him and you not listening. He's on your side.
go ahead,
Calm
My
down,
Angry.
bad,
OG.
angry. I thought you was
Nah,
that
they fucked
clown
me
ass
up. They
nigga
fucked me up.
turn.
Shit.
I'm Terrence, and I'm gonna go next if I can,
No,
please.
I'm going next. Let me go next. Let me go
No,
All
next.
right,
I'm
I'll go
going
Ahead,
after
next
man. I
you.
because y'all
forgot what I was about
motherfuckers
to
been
say now.
talking
Go ahead.
enough.
Go
I'll
ahead,
go after
Angry.
you, bully. You acted like a bully.
Devin Haney jerk off club
Come
member.
on, man.
Come on, bro.
Come on,
Go
man.
Why
ahead,
you ain't throw
Angry.
him in the back yet?
I'm about to throw your ass in the back. Go ahead, Angry.
I don't even know what I was about to say. Them niggas fuck. They be doing that shit on purpose to fucking throw you off.
Hey, hey,
What,
hey, this
what
why.
you
Angry was
got,
on
Hey,
Phoenix?
point about that.
hey, 2 cents. Hey, 2 cents.
Hold
This
on,
why I
hold on.
want
Let
to
me
say.
let
Cooking
Get
him,
him
Phoenix.
but they
Go
fucked
angry.
ahead.
me up.
Go ahead, Phoenix.
Man,
What you got? Phoenix, what you got?
I was going to say angry was on point about that because that's what top ranked people be doing. You know, Manny Pacquiao started that. He was fighting Floyd's leftovers and then going ahead and clout chasing out Floyd. We seen that with a whole bunch of top ranked people. Now, the other thing I was going to say is, in regards to making that fight, because they was talking about Shakur when he was a free agent, and people talking about whether or not Steven Espinoza told the truth. But the thing about Steven Espinoza and what he said was, it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Because look at it like this. He was saying that Shakur wanted a multi-fight deal. They couldn't offer that to him. Here's the thing. If you're talking to Tank's team about a fight with Tank, then why are you talking about a multi-fight deal when that's something that your agent and Al Heyman should be talking about as far as your contract with PBC? Tank and his team negotiating a fight specifically for Tank ain't gonna be your contract negotiation to sign with PBC. So why bring that up there if you want the fight? Those should be two separate conversations. So you can't be coming up here talking about like, and that's why people when they're talking about they could have sent an offer, they could have had a contract. It falls in line with what Steven Espinoza said. It was preliminary talks. They're trying to see if the person interested in the fight. So if you come up to him and say, "Hey, Tank, we're going to see if you want this fight with Tank," and then he start talking about a multi-fight deal, that's not a conversation for whether or not he wants to fight with Tank. That's a conversation that should get Jay Prince to talk to Al Heyman about, not Tank's people. So when a person come back start talking about something else entirely from what you presenting them, that means they ain't interested in this shit. It's like if I come to say, okay, you go to a car dealership and they say, "Hey, you want to buy this car?" It's like, "Hey, the car sound nice, but could you also get me this 3-bedroom condo right here?" Why are you talking about a condo when you're there supposedly to buy a car? That's the same shit Shakur did, and that's probably why that shit ain't happened.
So
And we
all
seen
this time,
Shakur got
y'all.
his
Wait,
multi-fight
hold
deal
on. Let me
with Eddie Hearn.
All right, let me say
So
this, y'all. We not finna call each other names and all that shit on my
Okay.
panel. We're gonna keep it respectful, please. I know sometimes we
Yeah.
play and joke, but it's too many people up here for that right now. But we got Black Martial Arts on the panel. Black Martial Arts, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Salute, 2 cents. Real quick, I just wanted to say about this leftovers talk. Listen, it's boxing. Unless your fighter fought only undefeated fighters, you fought somebody's leftovers. And to be honest, Tank's leftovers are all nobodies. Nobody beat you. You beat leftovers of nobody. Respectfully. So Lomachenko is not no leftovers for Tank. Lomachenko
He was Salido's
done by
leftovers.
Cool, but Salido's a world champion.
The
Name Tank's
nigga was
And he was
pushing.
Tio's leftovers.
I think Tank fought.
Who was
I think
Tank's best win?
I think
Tank's
Tank
best
took
win.
all their O's. But
Who was
listen, we're
Tank's
not.
best
But
win?
listen,
He took Pedraza, though.
we're not talking about Tank's resume. We're talking about the fighters that are fighting the fighters off of Tank's resume. That's what we're talking about.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's
Like,
address
So
that.
the
Let's
people
address
on
that.
Tank
Hold on,
resume can't fight
hold on.
nobody else. They
Be
might as well
quiet and
retire.
let the
Listen,
mouth let them finish
hold
talking.
on. Let me
Be
get this
quiet.
thought out. And I'm gonna bounce. Let me get this thought out. Boxing
Okay,
was
go ahead,
great
Black.
when Marvin Hagler and Hearns they fought each other. The 4 kings they all fought each other. They all fought each
All
other.
right, Rick, holla at you.
So Roberto Duran fought every single one of them and lost to all 3 of them. No one's that's still a name. So Tank is the one that's not in the mix fighting anybody of relevance. If he fought Ryan he's a contender.
No, Shakur, that you got
How does
Shakur
any
mixed up
of
with
that
Tank.
make
Let
any
him
sense
finish.
at
Let him
all?
finish. Let
When
him
he
finish.
already
Hey,
contradicted
Let the
himself
man
before
finish.
too.
Appreciate
The
y'all.
contender
finished.
just mean he
No,
never
let
had a
him
belt.
finish.
Let him finish.
He finished, like we said. He mixing
I'm
up
done.
Shakur with Tank.
You
He
don't.
finished. He
Black
finished
Marshall, you
himself
finished.
already. First, he want to
Black
talk about
Marshall,
the
you
4
finished.
kings.
Let the man
Hey,
talk, bro. Let the man.
Man, the man. Every time they
Man,
say
shut
something
up.
about
hold on.
Tank,
Let
You
me
and
say something
any,
real
Flyer.
quick. I ain't saying
Y'all
nothing.
been talking
any.
for
Like,
like 10
He
minutes.
literally
Shut
like
up.
Listen, we got to get some order on the panel. Everybody got some great points. They giving some great insights. This is a great discussion, great debates going on. But we got to take turns and let each other talk, please, y'all. So everybody can have a better playback value and they can understand what's going on. I want everybody to get their bars off, but as soon as somebody say something, y'all start. We can't do that. We can't do that.
hey, 2 cents.
Go
Can I
ahead,
talk?
Rich.
All right, so this is what I want to say, man, to the guy that was saying that shit about Shakur, man. Like, come on, man, it's 2026, man. Get over it, man. Like, stop going with he say, she say shit. This shit, all this stuff we talking about is some 2024 stuff with someone saying something and someone denying it. We got Steven Espinosa recently saying that he not even had a conversation with Jay Prince a day in his fucking life. He said that he only talked to Bob Arum, and that was back then when Shakur still was at a 130 weight class. At the end of the day, man, nobody know what really going on because we ain't in them phone calls with them, and we ain't none of that. Other than that, you playing police investigation, police ass shit. So what? Who gives a fuck, man? It's over with. It's 2026. Now what? What we gonna do now,
2026 is
man?
next year.
All right. Yeah, you right.
Hey, Phoenix, but all
You're a
these
little
times
ahead. You're a
boxing,
little ahead. You're a
all
little
these
We ain't,
ahead,
times
we ain't even
boxing
Rich.
cut the
Hacker been up
turkey
here
yet, and you
telling
talking
y'all the same
This
thing
2026.
Rich
about
from the
Stephen.
future, bitch. Rich from the future.
Wait. I'm sorry for being ahead of you, dumbass. You stupid ass nigga. I'm sorry, man.
Hold on,
Respectfully.
Rich. Yo,
Respectfully.
Phoenix, all this time, boxing Hacker been up here telling y'all the same thing about Stephen Espinosa and Shakur, and now you want to come up here and steal the exact thing that he was saying and act like you're saying something
He
new,
ain't
bro.
say the exact same
When
thing I'm saying, because
y'all can't
Boxing
have it
Hacker ain't
both
never had
ways,
no
man.
point.
When he was saying that,
Yeah,
when y'all was trying to
Boxing
exactly.
say,
Hacker
when
ain't
y'all was
never
trying to
said the
say
same
that,
thing I
let me
Hey,
said.
talk,
hey,
man.
Two
He
When
Cent.
ain't,
y'all,
no,
Did,
don't
did
talk about,
somebody
don't
else
let me
lie,
talk
talk.
frequent.
other than
Don't
frequent
lie,
Let me
frequent.
finish,
and
man. Let me finish
No,
because you
not
know
if
you
you're
cooked
gonna lie,
with
because
this right
Boxing
did
here.
Hacker
somebody
ain't
else
never
talk
once
When
said
other
the
y'all was
than
same shit
trying,
I
when y'all
frequent
was
and
said.
trying
Two
to use,
Cent
when y'all was trying to say
and
that
Turn?
Shakur was ducking,
Because
when y'all was
both
trying
of
to
them
say that
lying
Shakur was
their asses
ducking,
off.
come on, bro, be
That
quiet.
shit can't
When
stand no
y'all was
more.
trying to
Nigga,
say
you've
that
been
Shakur
talking
was
for a half
ducking,
hour.
when y'all was trying to say that Shakur was ducking, man, Boxing Hacker was telling y'all that Stephen Espinoza, saying that he offered them a deal or whatever, it wasn't necessarily a tank fight. That's what he was
Yeah,
saying. Boxing Hacker
exactly.
was
Quoting
arguing that
Boxer
point
Hold
Hacker,
on,
man.
was for so long, and now
frequent.
you
Let
want
me
to get up
hold
here and say the
on,
same thing, bro. And
frequent.
that
Let me stop you right there. Let me
That ain't
stop
the
you right
same
there.
thing that I'm
Hold on,
saying.
Phoenix. Hold on, Phoenix. Because what y'all not finna do is derail the topic of my conversation, which is what do y'all expect from boxing fans when Devin Haney beats a lot of C- fighter for accolades and tries to cry that he's the best and 2-time undisputed, and people ain't gonna be crying and falling for that because the people that he need to beat to get these accolades, y'all been
Who does
discrediting.
he need to beat?
Y'all have been discrediting them this whole time. So
okay, well, that's the
I'm gonna
topic.
continue to do
If
that.
that's the topic, then it
Hey,
don't. When
Chief
you get
said they've
undisputed,
been
it
talking a
don't matter
long
what the people
time.
say about the fighters and stuff like that.
It
When
don't
Terrence
it has
Crawford
been
got undisputed at what at
140, the weakest division.
140. Yeah, look at the division. Look at the champions that he beat. Julie Sandango. All of them guys. They wasn't like big names or nothing like that.
but that's why
And they
everything
was.
y'all say is contradictory. Y'all don't
It
care
don't
about
do
the
any.
best fighting the best. Y'all want to see the best fight for belts. Y'all just want to see
Hold on.
That
fighters
no, the
fight for
point
Can
is
I
belts.
no,
answer
the
the question?
point is the point is those were the best guys in the division. So you're saying that y'all trying
They
to
were the
soften
best
it and
guys in
say
the
if Devin
division.
beat all the best guys in the division, he can't say that he's the best because
No,
the
How are
guys
the
were weak.
best
But no,
guys,
he's
y'all?
still the best in the division
How
if he
we
beat
don't
him.
know.
No. Frequent. She's saying that because we're saying that Rolly a bum, that we can't say he's good because he beat him. I'm saying he a bum, but I'm still gonna say Devin's the best out of the people he can fight. What I don't. That's not a
He's the best
contradiction.
at
Yeah.
147.
All right.
Yeah,
He the
Devin
that's
ain't
best.
not a
That
If he
just
shit.
means he a
if he
C
contradiction.
beat
level
all of them
fighter.
guys.
Yeah, and you can be the
Okay,
best,
but
but that
he
means he a C level fighter
Devin
because
ain't
okay.
everybody he
shit.
beat was C minus.
No,
So what the fuck
well,
does
No,
I
that mean?
can't. I
you
mean,
just
Rolly
because you
sucks.
beat
So
a
I don't
C
know what
level
y'all want me
fighter
to
don't
tell you.
make you a
Okay.
C
I
level
think I can
fighter,
break.
bro.
I think I can break down 2 Cents question the way the people understand. It's like this. Let's say a motherfucker go to Little Caesars and get a pepperoni pizza. The motherfucker bring it back home, and y'all tell him this pizza is ass. We don't like this shit. Then a few years
Mm-hmm.
later, somebody else go to Little Caesar, get the same fucking pepperoni pizza, and Little Caesars ain't changed their recipe, but they bring the motherfucker back, and people say it's the best shit they done ever had in their life.
Exactly.
That's what y'all
If
doing.
you
And
hungry,
what 2
bro,
Cents is
just go to
That's
asking
one
not
of
true.
Domino's real
is
quick.
that
You keep
okay?
talking about
Is
Don't
pizza
that
cut
and
him
stuff,
off.
okay for
bro.
Shut
people
up,
to
Let him
frequent.
say?
finish.
Is it
Somebody
okay
get
for
this
people to
homeless
say
dude
that
off the
shitty ass
stage.
pizza is okay depending on who's the one who brought it home? That's what the question is.
But you gotta understand though, it's comparison, and we're comparing that
man,
pizza to
y'all are
what's out there. So if there's no other good pizza out there, maybe it's better than a lot of pizza that's out there. But it's not the best pizza. I mean, what are you? That's
Bro,
what we're saying.
And,
So
and
you
here's why it's
might.
a little different.
What do you
That's why.
mean?
Because
you
now
start
those
talking
fighters
about
have
food,
more wear
man.
and tear on their bodies than when they fought Tank. They're older. They've been through more punishment. They've been through more training camps. They got more
Well,
weight on their body. They
who
older.
did Devin beat that
So
was on Tank's
so now
resume
we're
for
doing that.
Undisputed? Who did Devin beat for Undisputed that was on Tank's resume?
Devin
Oh,
beat only
No, he beat
Lomachenko.
no
No, Devin beat
Machenko.
That don't
God
make
Cambosos for
no sense,
damn.
undisputed.
bro. How he gonna beat
Devin beat
somebody
Cambosis.
undefeated
Cambosos
if
for
they was on
undisputed.
Tank resumes?
Pause.
Because
Let me.
obviously
Okay.
Tank beat him, bro.
Oh no. The question. Sticking to the question. Devin became undisputed. You guys said by beating who? By no, he didn't beat Cambosos.
Cambosos.
Cambosis.
That was for undisputed.
Cambosis.
Who beat Tio?
Teofimo Lopez, who beat a pound for pound fighter.
Who
What are we
got
talking
beat
about?
And
and who
That's
Devin
the
got
would have
number
beat
beat
by
one
him
Angela
guy.
too.
Mama.
That's the
No, he
number one
wouldn't.
guy.
And Devin would have
Oh,
beat
did
T.O.
Tank
too.
duck him?
No, he wouldn't.
He
Does
would
He
too.
beat the
Cambosos
man
beat
and
And he
beat
beat
him
him
and
Maidana
now
then
and Rolly
too.
circled back
Romero?
No, he
around and beat the
wouldn't.
man and Lomachenko.
No, he wouldn't. Because
He'll
Devin
beat
ain't
him
got no
now too.
intentions
No.
on fighting him. No, he
For
won't.
I just answered the
No, he
question.
won't.
For
T.O. was
undisputed, he beat
ducking.
a
You
guy
don't
Tank
remember
ducked.
T.O. ducking?
Tio wasn't
Tio
ducking.
definitely ducked. He said he
He
was
Tell
gonna
was
that
drop all the
motherfucker
ducking.
belts
fight
and
him
Devin
now.
wasn't gonna never
He
become
was
Tell him
trying
to
to
fight
get a
him now.
because he was
franchise
gonna drop
belt.
the belt
Tell
to
him
You
to
don't
fight him
remember he was
now.
trying to get
Let me ask the question: is Cambosis an A, B, or C level fighter?
a
At that
That
time,
C-level
he was
motherfucker
the
fighter?
I
number
say
one
he
ranked
a
D
B
level
minus.
one-night
fighter.
fighter.
He a
He
B
C,
a
C
D
minus.
level
plus,
fighter.
C plus, C minus. I
He a
don't know.
D.
Cambosos
He
beat
a
Rolly
D.
Romero after we seen him
Cambosis
get
was a
knocked
B
out by
minus.
Lomachenko.
He a
Well,
C
why did
minus.
T.O. lose to him? That was
Because
T.O.'s fault.
yeah, that was T.O.'s fault.
Okay,
You
so
know why?
He dropped the
okay, hold on.
ball.
Stop,
Cambosis
y'all.
is a
Let
B
me
The
stop
same
minus at
y'all.
best,
reason. The
bro.
same
You
reason
can't
Loma
put him
lost to
He a
below a
D
B,
Toledo.
bro,
minus.
because he was
Same reason Loma
unified.
lost to Toledo. Shit happens.
Okay, would y'all
He
say
was unified. You can't put
is
him below
Regis
B.
a A, B,
Order.
or C level fighter?
B
Regis
minus,
is a
That's it.
B,
C. He a
B
C.
minus.
He a C.
B
Right
minus.
now,
He a
yeah. Right
C.
He
now he
might
is.
be a
I'm saying
C.
that
He might be
No,
a
he
C
a
right
now,
C.
but
now.
He
Right
always
now.
been a C.
he
Nah, he
already beat
wasn't.
Josh
He
Taylor though.
always been a
Okay,
C.
That was a
was Brian
championship. That was a
Norman
good fight.
was
Yeah.
Brian Norman Jr. a A, B, or C level fighter?
B level.
B.
C.
Solid B. Solid
C.
B.
He
I'm
a
gonna
Solid
get a
B.
C.
nigga a D.
He a
Oh,
C.
what?
So
B
What
for
you,
What's
bum.
2
cents? What you say?
C or D.
Wait, Bully, we know you bullshit. TC,
He a C.
2 cents, what you
No,
say?
you bullshitting. You
I
know
said, hold
why
on,
you
Why is
David.
C?
Where
bullshitting?
we
Why
putting
is
Rolly
C?
at, y'all? Where we
You know
putting
why
Why
you
Rolly?
is C?
bullshitting?
Hold on,
Why is
David.
C
Hold
then?
on, David. Listen. So my point that I'm trying to make is Devin has beat B minus and C level fighters for championships, and y'all trying to tell me he's so great simply because he collected the accolade?
Who
Two
are the
cents.
A
Yeah,
plus
the
What's
fighters he's
accolades
T.O.?
is
supposed to beat though?
everything. 2 cents.
But
The
T.O.
accolades is everything.
But 2 cents. What's T.O.? I'm just curious. What did you think? What do you
We
give
we
him? Great.
we ain't them dudes that believe that belts don't matter. Belts matter a whole lot.
It's a
Because
designation as
Hey,
who's
hey,
the
Frank
like I
Martin
greatest.
said,
T.O.
did
was
put
not
a
put
belt
belts
on
ducking.
some
away
trash,
from
it
That's
Brian
become
not a
Norman.
refurbished.
no. Your question,
They the
respectfully, that question
champions.
is
The
based on a
dudes with the
fallacy.
Hey,
belts is
if
the
belts
champions.
matter so
They
much,
climbed
where
the
y'all got
division.
Cambosos ranks? Where y'all got Cambosos ranks? And belts
We
matter so
already
much.
told you. C
Where
Rankings
we got
minus.
Rolly at
change.
is my
Exactly. So
question.
belts
That
don't matter
nigga
that
D.
fucking much. Then if this nigga's a C minus and he had those
No,
Belts don't
belts,
matter to
Cambosis
tank
ain't
they
no
fans.
don't
C
matter that
minus. You
much. Then
can't put Cambosis
Okay,
below
okay,
B
okay.
because he was unified. Cambosis had 3
Yeah,
belts. What y'all talking
because
about?
he was
Just because
unified.
he was
He had
unified.
3 belts.
I got a
He
question.
got lucky being
Cambosis
Tio.
he was unified and had 3
Okay,
belts.
And what
I
I
got a
has he
can't
question.
been
get.
since then?
Hold on,
Question.
somebody
I
said they
can't give
had a
him.
question. Somebody said they
Quick
had a
He
question.
question.
he is he is C minus. Frank.
Can
Somebody
anybody
Go
said
ahead.
answer this question?
Rolly a 3 division champion, and y'all said he trash.
He is
Who?
Where
trash.
we put Tio
Hey.
at?
They
Hey,
want
Hold
to
on, hold on.
trash
Let me
Rolly,
answer Dank
but
Father.
big up
Let me
Cambosis.
answer Dank Father.
I didn't. You see me bully.
I'm not trashing Rolly.
Let me answer Dank Father. Dank Father. Frank Martin is 1,000 times better than Brian Norman. Stop it.
Frank Martin was never
Come on,
even a
2
champion.
cents.
What you
Martin's never
talking
been
about?
2
proven as a
cents. That's
champion.
Hey,
That's
if
diabolical. 2
Frank Martin
cents.
got an email belt like Norman did, he be a champion.
That's
too.
a
That's all it takes. That's
He
all
beat
it takes.
Santion.
Hold on. Frank
2 cents.
Martin,
That's
who?
crazy.
Frank Martin, what?
That's
I had
crazy.
to
2
jump in
cents.
this, man.
She
Frank
trying to
Martin,
put
what?
Frank Martin above
That's
Brian
crazy.
Norman
2
Jr.
cents.
because Devin
No,
That's
beat him.
crazy.
They
That's
on the same
crazy work.
level.
2
One just
cents.
happened.
Hey,
One just happened to
they
get an
Yeah,
email
he
belt.
is better than him.
Frank Martin
He
is
is
the
What?
same
better
thing
than
as
him.
Brian Norman.
Frank
He
is
said he
better
10.
than Norman.
Hold
Only
on.
thing,
If y'all gonna say something as dumb as Frank Martin ain't better than Brian Norman, I'm gonna kick you off of here because that's ridiculous.
You okay?
Yeah,
Frank
kick them
Martin
off.
is not
Terrence
the
Hill, frequent fire. They've been
Frank Martin
talking all
better than
that
I ain't
Brian
saying
bullshit.
Norman,
nothing.
King?
I ain't gonna make
Please
no comment
explain
about that.
how
Hey, can I
what
ask a
Frank
question real
Martin
quick?
do to make him better than Brian Norman?
How important is y'all,
He
y'all
beat
saying?
it.
Hold on. Let me say this. Y'all keep saying Frank Martin never been a champion. How important is being a champion when somebody as trash as Rolly can become a champion? How
Thank
important?
you.
Oh, Rolly trash now?
Exactly. Y'all said he
How
was
Thank
Lupita
important
you.
was
is
never a
y'all say
champion.
he trash? So I'm
He
Rolly
is
asking
trash
trash.
you.
now?
Can
And
I
he's
Y'all
ask a
34
question,
fights
please?
in.
y'all can't tell me trash
One
fighters can
question.
become. Hold on, y'all can't tell me trash fighters can become champions and then in the same breath say a fighter is not good because they never been a champion. That doesn't
No,
make
I
this
didn't
sense.
the
say that.
this the
I
thing
Exactly.
didn't
though.
say
Two
There
that.
you
cents. Can
go.
I explain this for her
I
real
never
quick,
said he
y'all?
wasn't
Can I
good
ask a
though.
Hold
question?
on,
One
y'all.
quick
Hold
question.
on. This
Hold
the
on, somebody
thing.
want to
Two
ask me a
cents.
question. Hold on, Flyer. Who said they got a question?
Who are the A fighters that Devin should have fought that he did not fight in and around 135, 140, 147? And why didn't Tank
Deductor.
fight them? Answer that question, and that'll answer the question you had in the beginning.
Deduct.
Tank,
No, that's not going to answer my question.
Tank,
Who? Okay,
and
fine.
Devin
But answer the
ran out
question
of
anyway.
the
Answer the question.
division.
Because
Who
hold
are
on,
the
He
because
whole
A-level
dance
fighters
out the
that Devin was supposed
division.
to fight?
none of that is my
Who are
question.
the A-level fighters? Who is A-level
That's
to
not
you
my
that he was supposed
argument.
to fight?
That's not
No.
my
But
I'm just
hold
asking
argument.
a
on.
question. I just want to know for my own purposes. I just want to know.
I know I ain't tripping. I heard Frank Martin is better than Brian
Who
Norman.
are the
I know I
A-level
ain't
Yeah,
tripping.
he
fighters
She
did.
trying to segue
that
away
Devin
from
was
that,
supposed to
bro. She
fight?
trying to go
I
to.
I know I ain't tripping.
Yeah, he
This
better
is
than that motherfucker.
So nobody's gonna
that's
answer
He
that
better
question?
than him.
You saying that 135, 140, and
a Rich.
147?
Yes.
Hey,
Who are
Rich,
the
be
A-level
careful.
fighters
She
that Devin
It's
was
she
supposed
only
to
said she
fight?
about to
one.
kick people
It's
off.
only one pound for pound. That's Tank. He the motherfucking man right there.
Hold on. So
I
you're
know.
saying
The
Tank was the
problem
only
is we
dude?
got a whole
How
bunch
you
of
gonna be pound for
B-side
pound without
boxing,
fighting
Okay.
nobody?
dick
Okay.
Then
Okay.
ride
why
Okay.
you
Let's
talking
have this
about
motherfuckers.
that?
conversation. Hold on.
He
Hold on. Hold
talking
on.
about not
Let's stay right
fighting
here.
nobody. He fought more of his contemporaries than them assholes who y'all support.
Hey,
How? When?
Exactly.
Like
let me answer the
who?
question.
Exactly.
Bully,
In
Exactly.
what
who?
universe?
Bully,
Everybody,
In what
name them.
he
parallel
is the
universe?
Name
king
them
of
names,
taking.
Bully.
He the
Answer the
king.
question,
He the
please.
king of taking over.
Name them names,
Plain
Bully.
and
Name them
simple.
names.
No,
Brian
see,
Garcia.
a fighter can be trash,
Brian
right? And
Garcia.
then later
Bum,
on
Broly.
get better, bro. So you
bum.
can once he's
Frank
trash, that don't
Martin.
mean he trash forever. So
Now
Rolly
let's
was
go
Okay.
ahead
start
and
out
name
trash
some of
when
the
he fought
people
Tank,
your
and
people
then he
fought.
got better. He got rid of
But
Regis
his
Bully, I
teammates.
Prograde
He
just
didn't
didn't
said
get
get
two of your
better.
better.
people
Rolly's
were
style is
bums.
still the
Regis
same.
Prograde bum.
Rolly
Oh,
made some
matter of fact,
changes. He got
Brian
rid of his he
Garcia
he
beat the
got rid of
fuck
his
out of
trainer.
motherfuckers. Bag
Oh
this,
my
yo,
God, too
stop
clear.
talking while I'm talking. You've been talking for a whole fucking hour, running
Who
and
you talking
bumping your
to, bro?
motherfucking
Hey,
lips,
none of y'all
talking
answer my
stupid.
question though.
Who you talking to?
Talking to you.
Don't.
I asked the question to
You ain't
everybody on the
talking to me,
panel.
bro.
I'm talking to you and Frequent. Both of y'all shut the fuck
This
up.
you talking to me and frequent. I am
I'm talking to
frequent.
you and Frequent. Shut the fuck up.
What's
Shut
homie?
the
Yo, I
fuck
hit
What's
this
up.
ball
homie
so
KD
hard he
doing
see
now?
a
Y'all
double.
been
He see
yapping
two of
for a
them.
half hour, for a last hour,
He
yo.
see two frequents out here now.
Talking some stupid ass shit.
Hey, what's
I'm
homie from
talking about
Baltimore
Frequent
now?
Fire and Terrence Best Videos. Two
I have a
No,
clowns.
question for I have a
you said
question for
me and
Two
King.
frequent
clowns.
flyer, bro. I'm the only one talking.
Oh, the bully. He more
Frequent
bully.
Fire and Terrence. Both of y'all two clowns.
I have a question for King of
So
Hating
shut the
when I get a
fuck up.
chance.
Bro,
Bully, I can't
What's
even
up?
Like I
address
What's
Bully.
up?
said,
Bully, you just
take the
mad. You just an
motherfucking
angry
I
pound
guy.
for
said, I said,
pound,
I
Bully,
said,
making the money,
I
doing
said
his
Rolly
thing.
was trash
Y'all
when he
mad
fought Tank,
because
right?
y'all boxers, y'all favorite boxer, can't beat Tank.
hey, he
Can't wear
right
that
though.
nigga's jock strap.
Bully
Can't
made a
make
Man,
great
that
Well,
Tank.
whenever
money.
Hey, Bully
Bully,
made
Cause
a
y'all
great
tell him
some
to make an
broke ass
offer.
motforkers.
Tell him
Plain
to
and
make
simple.
a real
Hey,
And you
offer.
talking
Make an
about
offer.
can't make an
Shakur.
offer. Y'all
Hey,
Tank
already
Bully,
know
need to
you
be
what to
wanna
fighting
know
do.
when
Shakur,
Shakur
Y'all
fought
man.
already know
No,
what to
no, he
do.
need to be fighting
You know
Roach.
what
That's who
to
he need to
do.
be fighting.
You
You
know
know
what? I
what to
gotta go
do.
be a
Hey,
Y'all know
moderator
Bully,
what to
myself
Who
do.
had it?
before he
you
goes up
I
not
to
got
the
a
Hold on.
question for
podcast next
King Hayden. King Hayden,
Yeah,
I got
what's
a
up?
question for you.
What's up?
Okay, so King Hayden, you said that they offered Shakur a fight, right? Let me tell you this, okay? Pretend I'm calling you on the phone right now. Pick up the phone right now. Ring, ring. Pick it up. This is what happened. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened to Shakur. Pick it up. So you be Espinoza. Pick up the phone. Hey, I'm talking to you. Answer the
Are you
phone.
talking to
Ring,
me?
ring.
You want me
Yeah,
to pick up the
answer.
phone? What's up?
Yeah,
What's up?
pick
What
up
you
the
want?
phone.
What you
What,
want?
what up? What up, champ? What up, champ? Oh, yo, I
What you
got
bitch ass want?
listen. I got an offer for you.
Okay, what's up? What's this
Are you
offer?
interested? Wait, are you interested in a multi-fight deal? Just off the strength. Are you interested? Yes or no?
That's not what they offer, Shakur. That's not
No,
even
no,
what
no,
Stephen
no,
F.
Because
no.
Spinoza
Answer the
Shakur
said.
question.
said
No. Answer
we
the
didn't have a
question.
date
No.
for it.
Answer the question. No.
So I'm
Answer.
supposed to
No.
be
You
Answer.
Shakur.
Yeah,
paid
you gotta
this
I'm
answer the
amount
supposed
of
to be
question,
money for
Shakur.
boss.
this fight.
Answer the question. Answer the
And I'm supposed to
question.
be
Answer the
Shakur.
question. Yeah. No. Yeah. You're Shakur. You interested? Yo,
Okay,
champ. You
yeah, I
interested
want a
in a multi?
multi-fight deal.
All right. Now we ain't. All right. We'll talk to you later. Boy, see, no, see, and then when
That's
he,
not
and then
what.
when,
That's not
no,
what
and no,
Stephen
and
F.
no, and
Spinoza
no, no,
said.
That's what
and
he
How
no,
you
say,
gonna
no,
send it
Captain.
no,
backwards,
no,
bro?
no, and then when
How
they
you
asked
gonna
him
send
that,
it
Hey,
and
hold on,
then
backwards?
hold
when,
on. Can
But
y'all
see,
hear
no,
that's
me?
how they
Can y'all
do.
hear me? Hello, hello.
Let
Can
him
y'all hear me?
finish,
Oh,
Yeah,
we
man.
hear you
sorry.
now.
that's what
I
happened
hear
to
We
you
hear
the
you,
now.
King.
Shakur.
Finish,
That's
man.
what
Hold
happened to
on. Let me get
Shakur.
these super
That's
chats. Let
not
me get
what
these
Stephen
super
F.
chats.
Spinoza said.
Bro, it
That's
don't
what
matter
happened
what
to
Anthony
Shakur.
said or not. Let him finish.
Let me get these
Yeah,
super
thank
chats
you.
because my internet was tripping. Shout out to Ray Davis with the $5 in the super chat. He says Tank Davis wants to fight Loma. Devin and T.O. beat
No,
him.
he didn't.
First he fought Gamboa, and that was Bud's leftovers. Shout out to Ray Davis with the $5 in the super chat.
No, he ain't lying. That's actually true. Because people forget what happened with Tank and Lomachenko. Before Tank got his
Hold
No.
first
on,
title
I got
from
one
No,
more. I
the,
Pedraza.
the
got one
first
more.
part, I don't know
Shout
about
out
him
to
wanting to
Wait,
fight
Boxing. Hold
wait,
Loma.
on, I
wait, wait.
got one
He got
more.
another.
Shout out to bro. Shout out to Boxing Hacker. Oh, my bad, wrong time. With the $5 in the super chat, he says Ali said Foreman is a bum. Does he not get credit for beating him? So just because you call someone a bum don't mean nothing. You still get credit. Shout out Boxing Hacker.
Shout out to Boxing.
Yeah, what Ray Davis
When
said
they
was
call him
actually
a
right.
bum and the nigga actually a bum,
Hold
then
on.
we
Exactly.
don't give him credit.
Yeah, hold on,
We
hold
all
on.
know
That like
Foreman ain't actually a bum. We all know
here's
Norman.
what
We all know Norman is a bum. So yeah, that's the difference.
Man,
So now
here,
Norman a bum? Hey,
so
name the people who are
Devin
He
Haney
leading
don't
him
he
said
to
it.
look
So
what he
fight.
look like
we
one?
going
What
by
did he
what
look
Devin
like
Tank
in that
said.
ain't
fight?
never want to fight
What did he look like
Lomachenko
in that
until the
fight?
end of his career, bro.
But can I
Man,
finish?
No,
get
he
the fuck
did.
out of here.
A-level
Shut the
He
fighter.
hell up
did.
with that
Like
bullshit.
no. Y'all forgot the timeline because first, before Tank even won his first title,
So nobody's gonna
Lomachenko
believe you.
said he don't want to fight Tank because he don't got a title yet. Soon as he beat Pedraza, that was when Loma moved up to 135. And then Ellie Sekback was the one who asked Lomachenko, "Hey, if Tank moves up, would you want to fight him?" He said, "No, it's not interesting. And Tank ain't fought on pay-per-view yet." And then Tank kept on getting knockouts, became a pay-per-view star. Lomachenko said it's still not interesting. Then they got into negotiations. Lomachenko retired after being gone for a year, and
That
so
was cute
how
how
you
you
going?
skipped
So
over
isn't
the
that
whole
trying to fight
incident that
before?
And
happened at
that's
130
exactly
when they
Nah,
and
this
asked him
show
that's
to
is
fight
not about
exactly
Hey,
how it
Lomachenko.
went.
Tank.
frequent.
This
I
show is
didn't
not
forget
about
about
Tank,
that. I didn't
yo.
forget
You
about that.
see, you
No,
conveniently
no,
didn't.
frequent.
You left
Hey,
it out
frequent,
though.
listen. Frequent, listen. The reason it doesn't matter is this. That was after Lomachenko already said he don't want to fight Tank because he don't have a belt. Tank got a belt. Lomachenko moved the goalpost to he hasn't fought on pay-per-view and it's not
No, he
interesting.
didn't.
That
Stop
was
lying,
after
bro. Stop
that
lying.
still
Not that
happened.
part right there.
It's on video. That was
Man,
before
it's
that
on
hey, so
video.
conversation even
It's
Stop
on
over
happened.
video. They
talking,
asking him to
so
fight
so
flyer.
so
Lomachenko,
so
and
so
Floyd was
so
like, you know
Stop
what?
over
so
talking, flyer.
Yeah,
so
which was
so hold on.
2 years after what I'm
Floyd
talking
was like,
about
we was
happened
about to
when
move
Floyd
over
said
here.
that.
so wait.
When
So hold
Floyd
on.
said
So
that they're not in a hurry, that was 2 years after that. So
no, that
after
was the
somebody's already
2008.
No, that
given
was
two
right there
That
at
was
excuses,
130, man.
listen,
Stop lying.
2017.
what I'm talking about happened in
You can't change
2017.
history, man.
What I'm talking about happened in 2017
You
and
can't change
2018.
history,
What
man.
Floyd said was in
Listen.
2019. That's the point y'all missing. When
We
Floyd said
not
that in
believing it, bro.
2019, that shit. Okay, well, I'll send
So
you the
nobody gonna
videos
answer
with
my
the
question?
timestamps and the dates and everything because that's what happened. You even got Bob Arum saying it. The reason Lomachenko moved up to 135, they was looking at the other two champions for fights, not Tank. That's what Bob Arum told Lance Pugmire when Lance Pugmire was still with LA Times at that time that it happened. Right before Lomachenko fought Jorge Linares. That shit is all on interview. So like when a person already give two different reasons why they won't fight you and you eliminate those reasons, well, you're supposed to say, yeah, I'm in a hurry to fight them. Come on now.
Bro, we don't believe you, bro. Floyd even threatened Tank to fight with the Lomachenko fight, and Tank said he tried to set me up to lose.
Can
Yeah.
somebody
That
No,
was
you
explain?
a
Pedraza.
daggone lie.
I'm
He
just talking
said
about
he
he
that
got
was
set up to lose.
This
Pedraza, you
conversation is about
nitwit.
Threatening with the
Devin.
Loma fight
That
too.
was
This
Pedraza, you
conversation
nitwit.
Hey, I got a
Oh,
question.
frequent lying ass nigga.
This
I got a
conversation is
question.
about the dream turned into a nightmare, Haney, and us just simply pointing out he's beating C and B minus level fighters.
Who are
And
the
y'all
A-level fighters?
acting like he's the next Floyd Mayweather.
Okay,
That's
who
the
are
only
the
point
A-level
that I'm
fighters?
trying to make.
Who are the A-level fighters he's supposed to fight?
I never said he was supposed to fight
No,
anybody.
who are the A-level fighters in the divisions? I just want
That's
to know
not
who
my
they are.
argument.
I'm just asking
Apparently,
the
it's
question.
no.
All right,
Apparently,
okay,
it's no
okay,
A-level.
all right.
Apparently,
there
it's
is no
no
A-level
A-level
fighter.
fighters at the
Apparently, you got.
That's why he
147
went
pound
there. That's
division.
because he knew it was fucking trash. There is no A-level fighters.
There is no
That's
A-level
the part
fighters
y'all
in
ain't
the
getting.
NBA at the 147.
Before he beat Brian Norman, y'all was thinking he was the best thing since
Who was
sliced
thinking
bread.
that?
Y'all
Who
nothing.
was thinking
Y'all
All
that?
of
nothing.
y'all
Who was
picked that
thinking that?
all of y'all
Who
except
the
for
fuck
2
is
Cents
all
picked
y'all?
that
All of
Yeah,
y'all.
I
Brian
picked
Norman
them to
was
get.
going to knock him out. And now Devin did what he did to him.
Man,
Now
get out of here with
y'all
that
singing a
YouTube
different
narrative.
tune now.
Get out of here
Well,
with that
he
YouTube
got
narrative.
one knockdown, and then after that, he jab,
It don't
clinch,
matter, bro. He
grab.
beat him.
Jab, it do matter. He jab, clinch,
Landed
grab.
70 punches.
Somebody
He
Nigga,
only
stop.
Y'all
landed
said y'all
70
said he was gonna
punches
catch
in
him
the
with a
whole
left
70
hook, but
damn
he
punches
got
is
fight.
Okay,
caught with a
crazy,
left
He
hook.
bro.
only
Let's go through
landed
this.
70
Let's go
punches
through
in.
this. Let's go through this. Who are the A-level fighters at 140 pounds? Because
Hey,
what would is Regis Prograis an A, B, or a C-level fighter?
He was an A-level
Right
fighter
now,
right
he,
now.
he
C.
a B.
Right now,
You
He a
was
he's
an
C.
D-level
A-level
fighter.
fighter.
He was an A-level
Yeah,
He
he
fighter
was an
right
D.
now.
A-level
Right now.
fighter
B.
for
He
sure.
is a D-level
Regis
fighter.
He
Prograis
was
was
he
never.
was
He was a
arguably the
Prograis.
best in the
Hold
No,
on,
you
division
know
hold
when
on.
what?
him and Tank
Prime
was going
Regis
back
Prograis
and
was
forth.
a
Prograis
Why
was
Tank ain't
D-level
go up there and
fighter.
fight him?
Two
Tank
cents.
went up
Prime
there and fought
Prograis.
Mario
Prime
Hey,
Prograis
Barrios.
was
stop
Man, we're
mentioning
not
Tank. Get
talking
off his
about
dick.
Tank. Regis Prograis was never an A-level fighter. Never.
He was a
His whole
second-ranked
career.
champion in
He
the
was
division. So
never
yeah,
an
he
A-level
Regis
fighter.
Prograis arguably beat
second-ranked champion in
Josh
the division.
Taylor. So how
He
wasn't
was
he
a
an
C
A-level
in his
fighter?
prime,
He
and
was
he was
never.
a C
So
right now.
How was he never an
Hank,
A-level fighter when him and Josh Taylor were the two best fighters in the division, and he
Yeah.
You will
arguably beat
But
Josh
then along
Taylor.
came Tiafimo.
you will
Nah,
watch
Then
nah,
Regis
nah,
along
nah,
came
nah,
Prograis. Hold
nah,
on,
nah.
Tiafimo,
hold
who
on.
didn't arguably
Frequent,
beat him. He did.
you
frequent.
stuck in
Hey,
You
2018,
would
frequent,
man.
we
you
ain't
would
gonna put no,
watch
we ain't gonna put no Regis at
you
C.
would watch Regis fight and be like, "That's an A-level fighter." After you seen
He
him fight,
achieved a
that
lot.
was your thought. That
He
was your
achieved.
thought in your head when you watched him fight.
I'm talking about when he
Hey,
went through
hey,
it when he was fighting Josh Taylor. They was the
Well,
Was
best
the
Haney
two in the
didn't
thought
fight
division.
that.
in
Haney didn't fight that
Regis is
Regis.
so bad. You don't even have to move away from him because he let you off the ropes. Like
Regis was going back and forth with Tank when
Hey,
before
two
Tank went up
cents.
there and fought
There you
Barrios,
go,
and
Hey,
Regis
mentioning
was a
Tank's
real
name
champion.
again.
Why he ain't fight
hey,
Regis?
Get off
hey,
of
two
Tank dick,
cents.
nigga.
Why he ain't
Hey,
Get
fight
off his
Regis?
dick.
You
Get
stop
off
trying to
Tank
protect
dick.
him. You
hey,
stop
Y'all
hey,
trying
Get
to
trying to
two
get
off
us
protect
to
him
cents.
Tank
and
stop.
dick.
crying
Y'all
every
trying to
time
get
You
us to
somebody
stop
say
stop.
riding
something
on
to
his
him.
Who
dick.
the A
Get
level
off his
fighters at
dick, nigga.
140?
Hey,
Who the
two
A
cents.
level
Hey, two
fighters at
Why
cents.
he
140?
why he
Hey,
fight Mario Barrios? So
frequent? I'm gonna have to put you in the back because I don't understand why you asking about who Tank. We're not talking about Tank,
yeah,
frequent.
I know. Hey,
We're
Yeah.
two
not talking
cents.
about Tank.
You
Hey,
saying
two
who
cents.
the
Let me
Tank
ask.
who the
factors
A
Slobbing,
in
level
because
gobbling
we
fighters at
Tank.
talking about
140?
140, right? When we're talking about
What
Regis
she
Prograis,
asked.
right? So
Hey, two cents.
Mario Barrios was at 140 at that time too. So you telling me Mario
That ain't what
Barrios
she
was better
asked.
than Regis?
That's not what
We're
she
not
No.
asked,
But
talking
bro. She
Mario
about
asked who
Barrios
the
had
A
the
that.
level
belt, and that's
fighters.
what y'all was
She
saying
Barrios was a
asked
matter,
who the
right?
A
secondary
level
champion.
fighters at
Hey,
Regis
hey,
140.
was a real
hey,
Bro,
champion.
listen.
hey,
So she asked who
frequent,
the fucking A level
frequent.
fighters at 140, bro. Listen.
Hey, 2 cents.
What?
Hey, this is what I want to say, right? I want to know how we get mad at people. We're not even getting mad
Nobody
at people, but
mad.
how? Wait, hold on. I want to know how you judge someone
Ain't nobody
when
judging.
when they take a belt from someone, or no matter of fact, fuck all that. When Devin fought Regis was still talked about at 140. When Devin fought Brian Norman, he was talked about. Now let's go back to all these other niggas who wasn't really talked about. Pitbull or Lamont Roach wasn't talked about. Pitbull all of a sudden being talked about now,
What?
and now
What?
y'all want to
What?
dick
Lamar
ride it.
Roach a champion?
Man, hey, listen, I'm gonna ride with Lamont Roach 100%, but Lamont Roach was never talked about. But now all of a sudden he's talked about as if he a top guy or Pitbull talk about as the top guy. Like earlier, you had a guy say, who have he fought that was on Pitbull level? Pitbull came in with lost to a nobody. Then he lost to Ryo. Like, who is really Pitbull? Just because he went life and death with someone?
Hey,
That's when y'all gonna start, y'all meat hugging. But Regis already had a name before Devin Haney. Now, after Devin Haney, he don't have a name. Same with Brian Norman. He had a name before Devin. But after Devin Haney, he don't have a name. You know what I'm saying?
But
So y'all got
Evan
pick and
pulled the
choose.
Canelo
Pick,
And
pick and
blueprint.
that
choose.
is
It's
the fault
meat
of Devin
mushy, bro.
Haney.
Meat
Even
That's the
when
mushy.
I
fault of
said,
Devin
even when
Haney.
I
Because
even when I
Devin
said
Haney's the
Shout
Haney
one
out
who
to
wasn't
called
fighting,
them
EBT.
bums and then beat them.
Y'all,
So if you call
man,
somebody a bum and then beat him, why would you expect them to
no,
still have a name after that?
what I'm
man.
saying,
It's the Canelo blueprint. He waited till Regis
all I'm
looked
trying to
bad
say,
versus Uria,
all I'm
then he
trying to
picked
say,
him.
BTB said they
Just
meat
hey,
like
look,
mushy,
Canelo.
bro.
all I'm trying to say is Ryan Garcia had a name before Devin and Tank, and
Fuck
have a
the
name
name.
after,
Fuck the name. What
as a
Ali
good.
Regis,
called
Wait,
Foreman a
what
bum.
Regis
If
wait,
looked
wait,
Foreman
like
still
right
had a name
before
after him,
Haney
then
decided to
wait.
fight him.
I'm saying
That's what we're talking about.
I'm saying they have a name before them and they look good. They basically is talked
Regis
about having
didn't
them
look
as
good when
skills.
Haney picked
We
him.
we
He
never
looked good
heard no skills.
before him,
We
is
never
what he's
He
saying,
looked
man.
good
Listen.
5 years before he picked him. Fuck out of here, man.
We never heard nobody talk about no Pitbull with skills. Like you got the guy Angry Casual. He get on here and say whoever he fought that was on Pitbull level. If Pitbull would never fought Tank, you wouldn't have even thought about no
Bro,
Pitbull. You
I
wouldn't
ain't
have
even
even
know
Ooh,
said
who
his
Pitbull
name.
had
Pitbull
a
was,
follow.
bro.
Hold on, time out. I knew who Pitbull was. Just because y'all don't watch boxing,
No. I'm
that
saying you
these
would never.
fighters
You
don't
would.
know.
I'm
Now we
saying.
don't watch
He
boxing.
cooking himself. He
I'm
cooking
not
himself.
saying that you. Hey, look, two says I'm not saying that you wouldn't know who he is. I'm saying you would have never been screaming out, "Oh, he's a fighter. Oh,
He was
he's
a
under somebody's
replacement
resume."
fight. He was a replacement.
Listen. You. What I'm trying to say is, you would have never been like, "Oh man, he's somebody on somebody's record." No, you would just say he was Pitbull. You would say he's never William Cepeda. He's
No, I
this. That's all
wouldn't.
you would have
No, I
said.
wouldn't.
If
No, I wouldn't.
William Cepeda
You know
had a
Pitbull because
wait,
Pitbull fighting the best.
hold on. William Cepeda had a name before he fought Shakur. Pitbull never had a name until he fought Tank.
Zapata never
Pitbull
fought the
never had a
best.
name. William Zapata built his name on his own.
Zapata
Regis built
built
his
his
name
name
on his
fighting
own.
bums.
That's what I'm
And
trying to
people
tell
knew who
y'all.
Pitbull
Lamont
fighting the best.
Roach was, but Lamont Roach ain't had no name either.
Hold
That's
on,
what I
hold
was
on,
trying to
hold
say.
on, hold on. Let me get these super chats, and I'm about to bust y'all ass again with some more contradictory stuff y'all are saying. Do y'all want the best fighting the best, or do y'all want them fighting names? Like y'all keep jumping through everything. Oh, he ain't have a belt. Oh, it's not a name. Oh, it's not the money. Oh, y'all don't stand on nothing, man.
the
Y'all
championship
don't
fight
stand on
champions.
nothing. Shout out to Ray Davis with the $5 in the super chat. He says Pacquiao beat Shane and Cotto before Floyd, so Mayweather had many leftovers.
No, he's
Shout
only
out.
50% right. Floyd fought Shane in 2010, and Manny fought Shane in 2011. Manny fought Cotto in 2009. Floyd fought Cotto in 2012. So
Hey, you
he's
skipped over
50%
my
right.
Tuesday. You skipped over my super chat, by the way.
I just read it. I
No,
had
you
read
did
that.
that. Yeah.
I didn't read that one.
No, you
Ali
didn't read that
said
one.
Foreman is a bum. Oh, I
What you
thought I
looking
read
at,
it.
man?
Ali
What you
said
looking at,
Foreman
man?
is a bum. Does he not get
What you
credit for
looking at, man?
beating him?
What's that
Rich,
on there?
bro, you're gonna have to mute.
She did read that, man.
No,
Like
she read
Ali
that
said
already,
Foreman.
bro.
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
I read it. I'm gonna read it again since you didn't hear it. Ali said
okay, my bad.
Foreman is a bum. Does he not get credit for beating him? So just because you call someone a bum, don't mean nothing. You still get credit.
and I said
Hold
Foreman
on.
ain't a bum.
Let me get this for Black Martial Arts Society with the $2 in the super chat, and he wants to know who are the A-level fighters at 35 through 47. Well, we've already came to the conclusion, the consensus of a lot of people is that there are no A-level fighters at the 47-pound division. If y'all want to name some fighters at the 40-pound division, and
Man,
I guess
it's
the 35 division, the time that he was there. But again, none of that is my argument. My argument is how this fight, how Devin Haney is supposed to be perceived and accepted by fans, and why y'all get so offended when people say certain things when he's beating C-level fighters, and the only reason he's getting this quote unquote credit is because he's getting accolades along with it. So
Can I
y'all
get
are
my 2 cents?
telling me that it don't matter who you fight, as long as you get the accolade, it's all good. But that same energy does not go for Jerron Boots Ennis, because when he beat Stanionis, y'all said that he needed to fight a name. Why? He just got a chance. He just unified the 47-pound
I don't
division.
remember nobody
No,
saying
hey,
that.
2 cents. You mind if I get my
But
2 cents?
and I want to just say this one thing to that comment, that person that left that money comment for you 2 cents. I named some people at 135. It's only like a good 3 or 4 people through 135 to 147 as A-level fighters. I'm not none of these guys up here that's gonna give anybody that A-level title. You know what I'm saying? But it's only like a good three or 4 people from 135 to 147 right now. Probably 2 or 3 people.
To be
There's
honest
more at
with you,
140 than there is at 147.
they not A level. They not elite. They not none of that. They
Yeah, like
A
T.O.
who?
level.
T.O. is a level for sure.
I say
Ah.
T.O. is up there, but I don't think that really nobody
A
proved
level
to me.
fighters don't
I
get
don't
beat
know.
by Cambosis, bro.
Hey, look, I don't feel like nobody at 140 proved to me that they was A level at 140.
Why he lost to
Oh, wait a
Cambosis?
minute. Did Devin Haney prove he was a level when he beat
Yeah,
Prograis?
that Devin Haney proved to me. Devin
That's
Haney.
crazy.
Wait. Let me say. To me, I feel like I don't like Devin Haney as a fighter, but I can't deny him as being an A level fighter. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Can you tell me who the other champions was at 140 when Haney decided to fight Prograis? I'm
Josh Taylor.
having a hard time
Wait.
remembering.
Oh, you
It was
talking about
Josh
the drug
Taylor.
cheat Sabria?
I'm
Sabril?
asking the question.
First of all,
I genuinely
Sabril
don't
Mat-
know. I'm asking a real
Hold
question.
on,
It
hold
was
on.
Josh
Sabril
Taylor. Josh Taylor
Matias,
had
hold
the other
on,
belt.
hold on. Sabril Matias has been cleared of any
Yeah, sure.
wrongdoing or anything, so they've cleared his name, and the fight will still continue to go on.
Man, he's
So,
a drug cheat, man.
Josh
Terrence
Taylor.
Crawford ain't never
And he
been
was cleared just like Ryan
he was
Garcia
cleared.
was cleared.
He was
Terrence Crawford
cleared.
ain't
I
never
don't think
I'm saying,
Ryan
was
ever got
Prograis
cleared.
actually the best?
hold on. Terrence
Was
Crawford
Prograis
ain't
actually the
Terrence
best
We're
at
Crawford
not
ain't
talking
140
never.
when
about
Haney
hold
fought?
on. We're not talking about Terrence.
I'm saying
Go ahead.
Terrence Crawford ain't never
No,
been
we're not
considered
talking
as a
about
cheater,
Terrence.
but
We're not
we get
talking
on these
about Terrence
panels to
Crawford.
call him a cheater.
We're not
So
talking about Terrence Crawford, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, 2 Cent, can I get my 2 cent real quick?
I was asking, like, who was the other champions at 140 when Haney decided to fight Prograis? Since y'all want to say that Prograis was the best or whatever.
He was the second ranked champion. It's not that
Who
we're
was the
saying
other
that's what it was.
champions? Is the question.
Josh
I
Taylor was
don't
number
know. Just
one.
say y'all don't know, because I don't even know.
Josh Taylor was number one.
Okay,
So
then.
Josh
So he
Taylor
wasn't the
then was
best. So
Prograis.
why Haney fans keep capping and acting?
Well, he moved to the division and fought the second best champion, and then he moved to 147 and fought the first best champion. And this is not subjective; this is objective.
Who's
It's talking about rankings, right? It's talking about rankings. And what's funny is right now you're trying to say that Brian Noble was terrible, but you're literally the same guy last
So
week.
he didn't fight.
All around
He didn't fight Tank at
Brian Noble
135. He didn't fight.
better. Johnny Gill better.
And he didn't fight Boots at 147.
Somebody mute Bully because nobody know what he's saying.
Hey, wait, hold on. To
What are you
respond to
talking
Juke.
about?
Wait, to respond to
You
Juke,
Bully?
right? To respond to
Oh, what are you talking about?
hey, to
Nobody knew
I ain't
what
respond.
you
say
were
nothing.
saying.
Hold on.
Hey,
Let
What?
the man talk. Go
wait
ahead,
to
Rick.
respond to Juke when she said 25 pounds. I'm gonna say this one more time. Roy Jones Jr. is an A-level, triple A-level, triple elite fighter, and he said that he was rehydrating up to 190 at 160. And he said that his mouth on the Andre Ward show. He said
Yeah,
that's a good way to do that. He said, if you're a real fighter, you know about doing that. So
yeah.
when she say that you're not an A-level fighter for doing that, I'm not gonna never discredit on Roy Jones because he better than every nigga that you like right now. Juke.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't rehydrate.
I would never discredit him at all.
Yeah, as long as you're allowed to rehydrate to whatever you want, it's fair. As long as there's no weight constraints, you're allowed to rehydrate to what you want to
And
rehydrate.
Roy Jones said out his mouth. Roy Jones was happy that Stephen Fulton said that he walk around at 160 and rehydrate back down to 120 something.
Yeah,
Roy Jones said that's what you're supposed to do. That's what
I
Roy Jones said out of his mouth.
knew he rehydrates to like 145. Like it's not a big deal. Like it's what you do in combat sports. What's the main thing is making weight. Once you make weight, whatever you want to do after that is your business. You know.
I mean, it's
If you want to
different if you're
rehydrate
doing
heavy,
that for
some
James
people don't
Toney
even
and
want to
shit
rehydrate
instead
heavy.
of Regis Prograis. You gotta do that shit for Regis Prograis. James, you telling me James Toney and Regis Prograis the equivalent? Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I don't understand what you're talking
Hey,
about.
that was hilarious. That was funny.
Cause if you rehydrating to beat James Toney, it's a different story than fucking doing that shit to Prograis. That's what I'm telling you, bro.
It doesn't matter. That's combat. Regis
It do
Prograis
fucking
rehydrates
matter.
too. No,
It do matter.
Regis Prograis rehydrates too. You know that, right? And they weren't that
Man,
far apart when they rehydrated. Like every
Oh,
fight,
Prograis been at 140. Prograis been at 140
they
longer
just
than
never
anybody
combat
I've
sport.
ever seen, bro. He been at
Hold
140
on.
for
I
so
feel like
long.
people
I know.
who thought
Hold
about that
on.
have
We
never
got to
combat
be honest
sport.
about that. Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor should have been had their ass out the 140-pound division.
Yeah, they rehydrated too.
Cornelius Burnett with the $4.99 in the super chain says legit question. Barrios was ranked what when Tank moved up to fight him? FYI, Tank got flack for moving up and not fighting the best.
Yeah,
Shout
I mean,
out.
Vargas wasn't the best. He was just the number one.
He was top 5.
He was number one contender. Yeah, but he wasn't the top champion.
He was the number
Like,
one
he didn't have a-
contender.
Top 5 though.
Yeah,
Why you
he
can't
had
move? Why
regular
is,
belts.
why it's not okay to move up 2 divisions and fight a top 5 fighter? What's wrong with that?
Tank didn't move up. Tank moved up one division, one. Cut the cap. He was a 135, moved up 140 to fight the WBA regular champion, not the WBA super.
I thought he
who was
fought
Josh
Leo
Taylor.
before that at 130.
He had what?
I thought
He
he fought
moved down
Leo
to
right
fight
before
Leo.
that at 130.
He moved down to fight him.
So
What are you
that
talking-
means he went from 130 to 140. So
No, he went from
Hey,
130.
I'm not
He
taking
campaigned at
nothing away from
135, bro.
Tank on this.
He went
man.
from
Tank did
130
his
to
thing.
140.
Tank did his
bro.
thing.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Tank did his thing, man. Boss
He
Hager,
moved
stop
from
hating, man.
130 to
Stop
He
140.
hating,
wasn't
Boss Hager.
campaigning at 130. He
Stop
just
hating,
went
Boss
down to
Hager.
fight him. He was a 135
he fought
champion.
Leo for his belt though. He got the WBA
He was a
belt at 130
135
from Leo.
champion
That
that
shit was
moved
on the
down to
line.
fight
So
Leo
he did move
Sanders.
from 130 to
He was
140.
he campaigned at 135.
Did he make 130 or not?
Are we in a dream state or
Hey,
something?
Did he make 130 or not, sir?
Okay,
It's an easy question. It's not that hard.
It's where you campaign at.
Did he make
Campaign at.
130 or not?
Yeah.
Stop hating on him, man. Stop hating on Tank.
It's not hate. It's not
That
hate.
was actually good. I actually like when he fought Mario Barrios, man.
It was but he
Yeah,
wasn't the
okay.
top champion. So what's the point? You just cherry picking.
I mean, he's
Why are you
still-
fighting the
I'm-
140 champion? You haven't fought the 135 champion where you're at. Why are you fighting the 140 champion and you're
I
fighting
ain't
the
gonna
regular
lie.
champion?
I
You're
ain't,
not
I
fighting
ain't
the
gonna
top
lie.
champion.
I ain't gonna lie. Conor Ben not a champion, but Shakur beat him.
Shakur,
I'm gonna
yeah,
give
but
him all
Shakur's
the
fighting
credit in the
Tio.
world.
Tio's lineal. Tio's
I'm
currently
not talking
lineal on
about Tio.
140.
I'm talking about Conor Ben.
Yeah,
If
but
he go up there,
Shakur's
if he
about
go
to
up to
fight Tio
147
first.
and fight Conor Ben, I'm giving him credit for taking his ass up 10 pounds to fight that man.
But guess what? Shakur's
And
gonna
he
fight
ain't got to be
Tio.
Conor Ben ain't got to be no champion or nothing. He still did something, and he did something to someone that you could arguably say that he's a
Yeah,
C plus or B plus fight at 147.
Yeah,
sure.
Shakur need
Yeah.
to take notes and move up and fight Conor Ben. Dare to be great and get off Tank Dick. Quit waiting for niggas to fucking make your career. Dare to be great like
What
Crawford.
are you?
or
what
I
are
don't
you?
think
Are you
Shakur's
guys
Who the
waiting.
fuck
Man,
up
nigga,
to
you
fight
got
Dennis?
you
Are y'all
sound like you
dreaming?
got
Do
some
like, hey,
underlying
do
How
what
many
hate.
people
Conor
are supposed to
Ben.
fight?
Move it up to 140. What are you
Like,
talking
stop
about?
setting
Sound
me
like you
off.
got underlying hate.
Conor Ben, do what Conor Ben did. Do what Conor Ben did and move up and fight you like you went and fought Eubank. Dare to be great if you ain't got no fights around you. Move up and fight somebody.
First of
He's
all,
fight. He's
Shakur
moving
got
up and he's
first,
fighting
first,
Tio at
first of all,
140 for
Tank
a
did.
title.
That's what Tank did for
first,
Barrios. That's what Ben did with Eubank. It
And
works.
Shakur's
The Barrios
moving up
fight
to
was a waste of
140 to
time,
fight for
bro.
a title. What are we talking about? He ain't even
Why
talking
do
about
you?
Tank no more. They didn't do
Nah,
it the
he
correct
should
Why do
way.
you?
All right,
fight
hold on,
Conor Ben.
That's a check.
hold on. We got Blaze P for P. What's your 2 cents, Blaze? What you got for the show?
Oh man,
You
I'm
see,
just jumping right in on this. It just be like it'd be like everybody had a perspectives, but it just don't necessarily like be that simple. Cause it's like, Tank going up and them guys don't give him credit for beating Barrios is like Bud not getting credit for beating Madrimov. It's the same thing. You're gonna get flat, but you go up and down and you handle your business, You feel me? So it'd be like I don't understand what it is. You can say it ain't the best fight, it wasn't the best at that division, but you did that. You get credit for it. You feel me? Canelo got credit for going up and beating Kovalev. You feel me? He even got credit for losing to Bivol, who's Hall of Fame. What is he, top 4 pound for pound on the new list right now? So it's like,
yeah.
you feel me? It's not neither here nor there. You gonna get some credit. You aren't gonna get all the credit because any weight class you go, Cats is gonna legitimately say, hey, since you think you the best, and you say you the best, they want you to fight the best at that division. You feel me? That's a fair assessment from anybody who want to critique it. But you got to give a person credit when they go up and win. Then they come back down and win, or they win wherever they win at. You feel me? In multiple divisions. Because last I checked, as much as I wish Tank should have had that rematch with Lamont, he ain't lost yet. You feel me? He ain't lost, even though I thought arguably he should have lost because it was a knee. He took a knee, but that's neither here nor there. It's a draw. You feel me? So it is what it is.
Wait.
Hey,
Brian's
Blaze, you
still
know what
regular.
the problem with that is,
Brian's still
Blaze?
regular champion. Everybody else you named was a top champion. You know that, right? Every single person, even Madrimov, was a top champion. Barrios was
But
not a top champion.
listen, I
He was
understand that.
WBA
And
regular.
listen,
There was a
this is the
WBA super.
Boston Hacker. This is the Bud Crawford era. But let's not act like Madrimov didn't have 11 fights. We can talk about his amateur
He's
career.
still a
It was a bunch
champion.
of, it was a bunch. Yeah, but you're talking about the best at 154, and that's debatable, bro.
It's debate,
That's
but everybody.
debatable because
Guess what?
Madrimov had a
Guess what?
title,
Guess
but
what?
Madrimov didn't necessarily fight anybody at
Guess
154
what?
for
Though.
us to
Guess
say.
what? Guess
You
what?
can't name
If
one
me and
person.
you debate
Listen,
that, right?
you can't
If me and
Madrimov.
you,
You can't name one
Boxer
person that
Hacker,
if,
let him
Madrimov beat.
talk.
You can't name one fighter that Madrimov beat that you would say, hey, he's the best. Like, think about it. We're saying he's the best at 154, but you literally can't name one fighter that Madrimov beat before he fought Bud.
guess
Name
what?
him quick,
Guess what?
5
Guess
seconds,
what?
quick,
Guess
big
what?
boxing
Guess
hacker,
what? Guess
quick, name
one
him.
second.
That's
Guess
a
what?
real thing,
Guess
boxing
what?
hacker.
Guess what? Even if we're about to debate
You see
that,
what I'm saying?
right?
You don't answer the question.
Wait.
See now?
Let's
You always
put
do
it in
that. You
perspective.
always
Hold
do
on,
Why
that.
we
hold
hate
on.
him?
Can I speak?
Boxing
Hold on,
hacker,
Can I
Boxer
can
speak?
you
Hacker.
name it or not?
Wait, I
Just
got
Let me
I
answer
got
speak.
one
that.
Let me
question.
speak 1 second. Let me speak
Can
real
you
Hold on,
quick.
I
answer it or
gotta let
not?
Even
Juke
if we
go. I
All right,
debate
gotta
it
because
let
I'm
right
not
Juke
now,
talking to you
right?
no more,
this
boxing
off.
hacker.
It'll
Real
be
talk.
a
Can you
champ.
answer it or
It'll
not,
be me
boxing hacker?
comparing a champion to contenders. You see
Boxing
how that works?
hacker,
It'll
boxing
literally be
hacker.
me
Hey,
comparing a
hey,
champion to contenders.
hey,
That's
hey,
all we're
boxing
gonna
hacker.
do.
But look, why do you always do
Boxer
this? I
Hacker
asked you a
blames this
legitimate
too.
I wanted
question.
I
Yeah,
wanted to
You
make
said
sure I
Madrimov was
understood.
the
irrelevant.
I
We
best
wanted
at
to
said
make sure I understood
154
what
the same
154.
boxing hacker
thing.
was saying. Hold on,
All right,
hold
One
on.
let me.
fighter that
It's a
Madrimov beat
contender.
at 154,
You're
though.
comparing contenders to a champion.
All right, hold on,
Wait,
y'all.
one
Let me
I'm
second.
let
not.
One
Phoenix
second.
go. Let me let
I'm
Phoenix go,
not.
and then
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
caring
let
about
Juke.
contenders
I'm
or
gonna let
champions. What I'm caring about
hold
is
Okay.
on,
people
Fame.
respecting your level of
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I can
let
competition when
answer
you
this.
I'm gonna let Juke. I'm gonna let Phoenix go, then I'm gonna let Juke get her 2 cents off. Go ahead, Phoenix.
I'm gonna go out the juke because I know she gonna reply to me.
Okay. I just had a question. Like, okay, between Madrimov and Barrios, what was the difference? Why was Madrimov good for Bud and Barrios wasn't good for Tank again?
Because one
That's
was a
the
super
point,
champion, one
regardless
was
if
a
he's a
regular.
champion or not,
So
bro.
one was
Regardless.
a
See,
contender.
and
We're talking about
here's
moving
the
up in weight,
problem.
Yeah.
bro, and
Okay,
fighting a good
okay,
fighter,
I
bro.
get that.
All right,
I was asking
hold on,
about like the
y'all. Hold on,
hold on,
y'all.
hold on,
Juke
hold on.
just up here
Okay,
real
okay, I
quick. Let me let
understand
her
now
get
because
her 2
he's talking
seconds.
about super champion. I get
Yeah,
it now. So
yeah.
Yeah.
you know the WBA has a website. On the WBA website, it said Madrimov had the WBA world title, and it also said Tank won the world title. So I mean, we talking about super and stuff. We going by what the WBA website say, not
Yeah.
not what you hear on YouTube and Twitter,
Let's
because that's what you go by. Each sanctioning
yeah.
body got their own website,
Okay.
and whatever they want to say, whatever other people want to say about that,
Mhm.
man, forget what they want to say,
Who
because
was
you can go directly to each
who was the
sanctioning body's
champion above
website, look it
Madrimov?
up, and
Let me
see
ask you,
what title they had over there.
who was
So
the
right
top
now,
who was
huh?
the WBA
Hold on,
who was the
y'all. Hold on,
champion
Boxing
above
Hacker.
Madrimov
Hold
in
on, Boxing
WWE?
Hacker. I'm gonna let Juke go.
So
She came up real quick
yeah,
for him. Go ahead.
so let me finish up. So
Hold
basically, what's happening is, if we look, let's look at this in a different way. If I buy an iPhone, I'm not going to call up Microsoft for iPhone customer service. I'm going to go to Apple. But you see, that's the type of shit Boxing Hacker would do. He got an iPhone, he's going to be the nigga
That was a
calling
dumb
Microsoft
analogy.
because he want to look
Who was the
everywhere. He
champion
want to look
above
everywhere
Madrimov?
except he looks everywhere except the sanctioning bodies websites
Who
where they all tell you who their
yeah,
champions
okay.
are
You wanna use
and
it?
they tell
Let's
you
use
what
it.
their rankings is, and that's
Okay.
all there is to it.
Who was
Hey,
the champion above Madrimov?
boxing hacker. I'm
Because
going by what the source
when
says,
Barrios was
not
champion,
third party places. So
WBA, Josh Taylor was
that's what we going
undisputed.
by.
So
That's
let
what
me
on.
we
ask
going by.
All right, y'all. All right, let me let Juke go. She came up here real quick from work. Go ahead, Juke. What you got for the show?
Hey, I just I had to take a break because, like, listen, I'm listening to y'all cook really good shows. Who said, hope you feel better. Real quick. So, my little comment, I've been noticing like all these little shots, and I tell Rich and a lot of the fellas nothing but love. I don't start with y'all until y'all start with me. So I don't know what that little stank little comment was about. I mean, because he did it earlier, right? I sent the super chat, and of course, they don't never address what I say. They never address the content of what I'm saying. They'll call you out your name and say you're a tank this or oh you're a tank. I mean, they can never address the points, and I feel like you guys being the gentleman supposed to be like the more logical people, but you can never address the logical point I said. Right? You just say you got a crush on tank, and you never can address it, which lets me know you're not on my level, and you know it. That's why you took that little shot because you figured I wasn't gonna be able to come up here. So let me just say this. I said what I said. No A-level fighter needs a 25-pound weight advantage. No A-level fighter needs to do that. Your skills should speak for yourself. Now, I love Roy Jones. Everybody knows I love me some Roy. But at the end of the day, how did his career end? What made Roy special was some athleticism and certain talents that only he has, which is why every time he tries to train someone, it works out poorly because you can't train for what he has. Now, what makes a great fighter is partially with your God-given talents and your skill. And what happens is that 1 second is that what happens is that at some point sometimes your skill, the the skill didn't line up, right? The skill didn't line up. So, oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay. I'm back. I'm sorry. So the only thing I'm saying is that what Roy did at the end of his career, what do we see? When the athleticism started to wear off, what happened? His advantage went away, right? And one of those advantages was his athleticism. And the other thing is like, hey, once he started moving up and we started moving back down, all that weight jumping, all that advantage he was doing with the weight and all that weight gains came back to bite him in the butt. He didn't end his fighter looking like the A level. I understand that you go down a level as you get older, but not to the but Roy hit rock bottom. And it's because of those weight gains. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable, and that's my entire point. So while you're trying to just prove my point, you're kind of proving part of the reason what happened to Roy. You see
Well,
that
in a
happened.
way,
You see that. You see that. You see why that didn't happen. But I'm not talking about anyway right now. You don't have to interject to say that. I don't care,
Oh,
Hacker.
let
You've
her
been
finish.
talking. God,
Go ahead.
why
Finish,
are you
Juice.
so disrespectful? Anyway, all I'm saying is that we're talking about this. That's why. So again, you see, do we look at Floyd? Did Floyd do that? No, Floyd never needed to do that. He didn't need to do that. Fighters back in the day, they couldn't do that because they had to have their weigh-ins at a certain time. That's all I'm saying. Y'all claim y'all want this old era back, but y'all want all the rules that goes against the old era and the golden era of boxing. That's all I'm saying. So you can say all this and jupe and all that sassy mess. Shut up, boy. I'm not talking to you. So all I'm saying is that don't try to sneak diss me and do all this little sassy stuff. What I said is real. I love Roy, but Roy would have done better fighting at closer to his real size, and then we'd have really seen how great he was. That's something that Floyd did, and that's why he's a GOAT or one of the GOATs. That's Muhammad Ali did, and a lot of fighters of old did. So that's all I'm saying. And like I said, if you were that good, you wouldn't need to have to blow up. You wouldn't need to have to string down so you can blow up and have a 10, 15-pound weight advantage the next day. Matter of fact, Canelo is the same thing. And it cost someone at one point. That's all I'm saying. That's common sense. That's
And this
common
what I want,
sense.
and this what I want to say about that, right? Roy Jones Jr., a boxer that actually know a lot of these boxers and cut from that cloth with a lot of these greats. He said you wasn't a good boxer if you did that, if you didn't do that. So
Yeah, but how could he say
so
that when that
wait,
ultimately was his demise?
hold on. I'm saying when he said that, it took away everything that I think about boxers because a
And that's
lot of
why he's not a
boxers
good trainer.
wait. A lot of boxers did that. And to Juke, man, I said them comments earlier. I just wanted you to come up here. That's all, man. What's up, though? How you doing, man?
but that's not even true though. Like fighters in the past
I
do the
I
same
don't know
thing.
why he keeps
apologize.
trying me. I don't know why he keeps trying me. Like I'm
Like
just
you,
being
Juke.
respectful.
Like
Fighters in
you,
the
Juke.
past did the same thing though.
It's
Remember,
this
Bird Durant
fourth grade
was blown up
schoolyard
to 200
shit.
pounds when he fought Sugar Ray Leonard.
Oh, can I say one
Second
more
and
thing and I'm
third
gonna hop off? 2 cents.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, one last thing. The other thing I want to say about your
Just stay
conversation.
up here.
It's
Stay
not.
up here.
It's not.
Stay up here.
No, I don't have time. I love. I don't. I'll come back later on tonight or someone else's channel. I really don't have time. I gotta get to Thanksgiving tomorrow. I gotta cook anyway. The thing is that with all this conversation about this belt thing, I just like y'all are continuously contradicting yourselves. Because one minute you're saying this person is trash. I know you're trying to say Rolly's not trash now, but people have spent years saying Barrios was trash. Devin himself said Barrios was trash, and he's cherry picking him, despite the fact that Tank was coming from 130 to 140. They said the same thing about Rolly, despite Rolly being a mandatory, right? We claim we love these belts, but we don't respect the requirements of the belts, right? So when it comes to Tank, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. The belts don't matter. The requirements for the belt he has doesn't matter. None of these things matter, right? And so you're saying they're bum, right? And now they get these belts, and now you're saying, well, they're not a bum. And then we're saying, okay, well, Tank's resume is better, right? Because he beat them first. Then you're saying, no, because they didn't have a belt when he beat them. But now they do have belts. So your statements are contradicting because you're saying that they're bums, and then you're saying they're better now because they have belts. So what's the point of having a belt if you can be a bum and have a belt? You see what I'm saying? Like if them now being title holders makes them better, then that means that the belts really don't mean anything. Like you're diluting the purpose of the belts because the whole point of getting a belt is supposed to.
I mean, just because you think somebody
Something to earn. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
your
son,
your
you
thing.
can hear
Yeah, you
now.
went out for a second.
We can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Oh, sorry. It means that you did something to earn this particular title, and you're at a certain level. So now you're saying, oh yeah, well they are now. Even though they're saying, I know they're saying Rolly changed trainers or whatever. Rolly had fast feet and a really good jab against Tank. He had the same skill set. Barrios was better when he fought Tank down something seen in his last 2 fights. He's actually gone down a peg, right? And because sometimes you fight someone at that level, you have to raise to that level. They haven't had to raise to that level since Tank. They haven't had to, right? So all I'm saying is that you're saying you're contradicting yourself. Either the person's a bum, or you're saying they're a bum. Now they have a belt. So it doesn't matter. But you're all at the end of the day, everything goes down to it doesn't matter, because if they were bums and now they have a belt and they're bums, then then Devin beating them with belts doesn't change the fact that they're bums. It just means that Tank beat them as a mandatory, as a one-off. Like they weren't important, right? He just beat these guys just to be beating them, and now these guys are about to be the pinnacle of Devin's career. So if my throwaways are the pinnacle of your career, who's better? And I did it as a smaller man. I did it without. I'm not going to come into the ring and dehydrate and be 15, 20 pounds bigger than these guys. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like your whole point. You guys, the reason why you keep ripping and running and you keep bumping into a wall and your points keep contradicting, your old points are contradicting your new points, is because you guys don't have a good scope of what makes a good fighter. You guys go by accolades because you don't study boxing. You don't know who got what skill. Like when we talk about Frank and Norman, and y'all was so flabbergasted that 2 Cents said that Frank is technically better, and he is, because really there's nothing in skill-wise that Norman does better. He doesn't have a better jab. He doesn't have better footwork. He doesn't lean over his knee. He moves his head off the line. Not all the time, but most of the time he does. He does, and he actually can fight backwards better than Norman. Norman can't fight backwards. So what skill does Norman have that's better than Frank's? Like skill for skill. And the thing is, y'all don't let her break that down. So you lean off. Y'all can't break that down. So y'all lean off accolades and YouTube talking points. That's all I got. I'll see y'all later.
I don't know.
Hey,
Juice
So
shout
was
out,
I just
messed
want
up,
to say
or
this
if
real
it was
quick
grease
though.
that was popping. She was cooking before she was
shout
Yeah,
out
I'm not
Chef
sure.
Juke with the cook.
So I want to say something about that, right? So when it comes to the whole Brian Norman and Frank Martin situation, right? Brian Norman has achieved a lot more than Frank Martin has. I mean, we can be subjective. I
That
can
ain't got nothing
say,
to do with his skill set.
wait, hold on. We can be subjective. I can be like, I think Brian Norman's a better fighter. He knocks out people. He has a better knockout percentage ratio. You can say you like Frank Martin because of his footwork, but objectively speaking, when it comes to stat for stat, Frank Martin has never been a champion. Frank Martin's best win was against Baby Ali, who was a prospect. That was Frank Martin's actual best win. That was his most showcase win, was against Baby Ali. He has to achieve nothing. He's as far as, and not nothing like he's a nothing but boxer, but like he hasn't accomplished anything versus a guy who was considered the #1 champion in his division. Frank Martin has never even been considered the #4 champion.
Yo, seriously,
Frank
you're going to
Frank
sit up
Martin
here
has
with a
never
trash
Frank Martin has never
Frank
been
Martin
hold
Hold
on, has
on,
never
when
David.
your
been
boy is.
David, David, you gotta stop
Frank
talking.
Martin has never even been considered a champion at all. He's never been a champion. So to say that, and even if you look at their record, I think Brian Norman has a better record than Frank Martin does. There's nothing objectively you can say that Frank Martin has over Brian Norman.
Skill level, nigga. Like what part of you
That's
not
subjective.
understanding? No,
Frank
it's
Martin
not.
has more power.
It's not
Brian
subjective.
Norman has more power. Frank Martin has better footwork. It's subjective at that point. But objectively speaking,
It's not
Frank Martin is
subjective.
not
Box
better
hacker.
than
You're telling
Brian
me you
Norman.
can't look at Brian Norman and Frank Martin and tell who
No,
has the better
it's
footwork?
subjective. I don't know if they fought
No, it's
today. I
not.
don't know. I'll probably pick what's his name. I'll probably pick Brian Norman. Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Man,
It's easier
Brian
to pick
Norman
the
about
bigger
to
You gotta
Brian
fighters for
Brian
you
divisions,
gotta
though.
argue with
Brian
subjective things, but objectively
Brian
speaking, this
man
man's better. Like, let's not do that. Like,
Frank Martin
this is
about
the
to have a
problem I have
hard
with.
time. Frank Martin about
Hold
to
on,
have a
Rich.
hard
This
time
is the
with
problem
the
I have
guy
with.
that's 39 years old that he about to fight. Watch my
This is
word.
a problem I have with people because a lot of times, and you can exclude yourself out of this one, 2 Cents, but a lot of people will call him Brian Norman. He got way better, this and that. People were hyping Brian Norman before Devin fight. They were hyping him very hard. People put Devin as the underdog. A lot of people are hyping him, and now here
No,
today,
Vegas put him
Brian
as the
Norman is
underdog.
some cold dumpster fire.
But y'all so
I hear
stuck on
Be
that shit,
More
bro.
Bully telling him saying that he's a C-level fighter. The same guy that told me last week that he got this way better. He's way better than he ever was. Blah blah blah. But now after he lost, he's a C-level fighter. Let's not discredit the brother. The brother was still good. He was still considered the best. He's the only person that Devin ever fought that people thought that Devin might be the underdog in that fight.
So you saying he the best because people said he was? That's what you saying? Are you saying he only the best because all the people were saying he was
champion?
That's what you just said, fam. You said everybody was saying he's the best. That's your only fucking reason why you saying the best.
Hey, look,
you ain't made no other reason.
Hold on.
Hey, listen, Frank Martin would never get a belt a day in his life.
He was the number one champion.
And I'm willing to bet on that.
Not based on my emotions, objectively speaking, he was number one champion.
No, you based it on everybody saying he was the best. That's what you just said. That's what you just said.
And guess what? Even if you take that all away, objectively speaking, he was still the number one champion. Objectively speaking,
no, that's not being objective at all.
Hold on. Let me ask this: what does the fact that him being a champion have to do with Frank Martin being better than him? Can you explain that?
Because all you have is opinions.
It's crazy.
All you have is opinions at that point. And if you want to find like an objective answer, you have to look at what they did in their career. And Brian Norman has
being objective, you're gonna say that nobody at 147 had established themselves at the best.
What's Frank Martin's best win?
That's what you're gonna say.
What's Frank Martin's best win?
Against Baby Ali.
It's not about listen, y'all. This is not about
prospect.
wins. This is about looking at two fighters and distinguishing how they look and comparing them to each other. Y'all want to jump
level of competition do matter though.
Y'all want to keep jumping through hoops, and all I'm talking about is if I look at Brian Norman deficiencies in his skill set, and I look at Frank, bro, you're gonna have to mute Rich when you're not talking because you just be all right. When I look at Frank Martin, I'm like, okay, Frank Martin, he got this skill set, he got a jab, he got decent footwork, he got decent IQ. And I look at this fighter, oh, okay, shit, this fighters can't even find their range. They still smothering their punches. They don't even take their head off the line. Oh, they leaping in and leaping right into shots. When I can look at those two fighters and see, I can make a decision like, okay, I believe that Frank Martin is better than Brian Norman. It doesn't matter that Brian Norman was a champion and Frank Martin wasn't. That doesn't change his deficiencies. That doesn't change what he can and can't do. And that's what I don't understand about y'all hardcore. It's all about the belt ranking fans. It's because the fact that if that's how you judge and everything, you don't stand on nothing. And that's what I keep trying to tell y'all. It's fine that that's how y'all want to think, but y'all don't stand on nothing, so y'all keep falling for everything. Of course you don't understand. Just because somebody is a champion, it's not the end all be all. That does not necessarily define or say who they are as a fighter. It simply doesn't. Frank Martin ain't never been a champion. That doesn't define who he is as a fighter. That doesn't define his skill set, because it could have been plenty of reasons, a lot being political, why he never got a shot to be a champion. It's so many reasons why a person doesn't get a shot to be a champion that it's ridiculous. So just to try to say that because Brian Norman has been a champion and Frank Martin hasn't, that automatically makes him better, that is fundamentally just not true.
But here's the problem that too, Seth. If you look at George Kambosos and you look at Teofimo Lopez before they fought, hold on one second.
Hold on. I'm willing to bet Frank Martin would never be a champion a day in his life.
Fundamentally better. However, Kambosos beat Tio. You see, like that's what I'm saying. Like you're using like subjective eye tests to try to figure out who's better. But in the ring, you never know. Kambosos beat Tio fair and square. All 12 rounds, he beat Tio. But if you look at if I first round. And I just look at Teofimo Lopez.
So does that mean you think Kambosos was better than Tio, or did Tio just have a lot of going on?
No, I think Tio
better
lost.
that night.
I think he lost to Kambosos. That's why I think.
Kambosos clearly convincingly beat him,
and Kambosos beat him. That's it. That's all. That's how that story ends. Kambosos flew from Australia to fight Tio in the U.S. and beat him. That's what happened.
Like I said,
but look, Tio beat Loma.
But if you look
Tio
at
better than
prior,
Loma?
you'll say Kambosos is a lesser fighter. That's what I'm saying.
Same
You're looking
difference.
using subjectivity. It doesn't work. The only way only thing you base it on is what they accomplished. And if you go off what they accomplished, Brian Norman accomplished way more than Frank Martin did. Frank Martin hasn't accomplished.
I don't base. Listen. That's fine. You can base everything on what people accomplish, but I don't do that. I don't do that.
Yeah, but
because
then it doesn't just
that
like I
accomplished.
said.
No, I don't do that. I don't
It's
do that.
bad science at that point. Like I said,
At the end of the day, I think it's level of
both
competition.
people
Because
say
look,
Let me jump
here's
in
the
here.
thing. Here's the thing, though, boxing hacker. Because one thing about it, like with the champion, is you know Brian Norman Jr. always have question marks on him because it's not clear and decisive when you're not lineal. When you don't beat the guy who beat the guy. See, those belts were vacated. So we got that belt in what, like some type of title elimination or something after Blood vacated it. You
Yeah.
feel me? So we don't necessarily know what his level of competition and who he was fighting. Was he champion before that? Did Santillian have a
No.
belt before that? Right? So no, it's levels to levels of competition. So it's like it's debatable when we're talking about Brian Norman and how he got the belt, and then his level of competition, and then
It's
Frank
not.
Martin and his level of competition. No, it
It's
is. It's
not. It's
debatable.
not.
And then
It's
it's
not.
especially when you talk
It's
about eye
not.
test, when you
It's
look at
not. And I can
different
prove
skill
it too.
sets in
You
the
want me to
ring.
explain that
When you're
part as
talking about,
well?
hold up, boxing
Hey,
hacker,
let me jump in
hold
here.
up.
Let me
When you
jump in
talk
here.
about footwork, when you're talking about if you feint, if you change levels, if you're talking about, you feel me, different particular techniques of boxing, it can be debatable about what Brian Norman brings to the table versus Frank, because Frank could be a better skilled one, but Brian had that equalizer with that power that covered up all his sins. You see what I'm saying? And they've been exposed. So there's debatable whether or not Brian Norman Sr. is more skillful than a Frank Martin. But my thing with Frank Martin, I can't wait to see him fight and not flinch in the ring. Because last I checked, that last fight against Tank, he was flinching, man. So I want to see if he still got that dog in him.
Hey,
I think he gonna
let
lose
me
because
jump
that
in
guy.
here.
That's who I
I don't know
think.
what you just said, brother, but that doesn't even
Hold
make
on,
any
let me
sense.
let
Hey,
Too
hey,
Rich go. Too Rich, what's your 2 cents? What you got for the show? Boxing hacker. Every time somebody fry you, it don't make sense. That made
It
perfect
don't.
sense.
It don't.
hey,
Like
hey, hey,
we're talking about the
Go
lingo's
ahead,
not even
Too Rich.
there.
Go ahead, Too Rich.
hey, well, you know, I wasn't originally talking about the Frank thing, but I'm gonna say this. If you're really gonna be objective, subjective, whatever you call it, you could just say how did if Frank is really good, how did he perform against Tank? So is Frank better than Lamont? And what is the
No,
difference between Frank's performance and Lamont's performance? I would say, well, Lamont was a champion. He was a champion. He fought differently because he was
Lamont
a
didn't
champion.
flinch.
Okay, so let me
Lamont
say this.
didn't flinch, and he was
So
familiar with
I'm
Tank.
gonna tell y'all
There's a
something from
bunch
the
of factors that go into that, OG.
okay. Let me finish my point. The technical side of things is this, which I have to understand. To become a champion, I don't give a fuck what sport you play. Everybody knows defense wins championships. The fighters that win championships tend to have a bit better defense. That's normally the factor in between champions and talented guys. The crowd, the casual fans are gonna go crazy on talented guys. But in order for them to transition to champions, they got to become skilled guys. They got to become defensive minded guys. That's just the way it goes. Now I'm gonna
Brian
land my
Norman ain't
plane with the
have no
point.
defense. He was
Exactly. He didn't need
Okay,
no
well
defense
let me say
against
I'm gonna land my
Santilli.
plane
And
like
actually
that.
was catching shots. He won it in a brawl. He won it in
Oh,
attrition.
Who,
bro.
who,
He didn't
who
win it
won it
with
in the
no
brawl? Who won in the
defense.
brawl? Who won in the brawl?
Brian Norman Jr. beat Santillian in a brawl, bro.
Okay,
Didn't he
okay,
not?
okay,
Won
that's
it on
fine.
the
Okay, that's
inside. Didn't he
fine.
put him away
The
with brutal
the
uppercuts? Wasn't he
weapons
catching
that
them?
he used in his inside game or whatever, what was needed to keep him from losing the goddamn fight.
But you just said
That's
he
all I'm
needed
saying.
defense at a championship level. He wasn't showing defense in that fight, OG.
He
Not at
didn't.
all.
Santillian got knocked the fuck out. So
I know that's
Santillian
the
didn't
whole
show enough
point. That
defense.
covered his
I
That's
didn't
all
say
sins.
he
he
That
had the
covered it
best
up.
defense.
Uh-oh.
I
That
didn't
covered it
never say
up,
he
OG.
had the best defense. I said what separates
This shit
guys
going on.
most of the time at a championship
Uh-oh.
level is their level of
Trinidad.
defense. So hey,
Exactly. And that's
let
what I
me
was
say
just
my
trying to say.
point.
That's
I
only
ain't really
one.
going to talk about all that. But let me go back to saying this. I heard y'all talking earlier. When you don't like a fighter, y'all come up with these imaginary reasons why this don't matter. Okay, when I heard y'all talk about Terrence Crawford, Madrimov, it's always he didn't have but 11 fights, this, that, and the third. But when you like a guy, you never look at it like that. Because how many fights did Morrell have? And y'all act like David had a great fight against Morrell, who had what 12 fights. Andy Cruz been to fight
I
for a
did it.
championship.
I
How
did
many
it.
fights
Morrell
do
was the
I
Andy
did
Cruz
it.
got?
But
I
you
Andy
didn't
know,
Cruz
say
wasn't
got
it
I
easy
did.
in
six
passing
No,
them eye tests?
time out. I didn't
Andy
say that.
Cruz, Andy Cruz got 6 fights, and ain't nobody gonna have a problem with it because you like Andy Cruz.
But
So
No,
OG,
this
just
ain't got
you
understand
know
how the
Bud's my
point of
guy.
view
I'm
sway
just
back
telling
and
you the
forth.
ammunition on what they say.
no,
I
this ain't
give
got
Bud
nothing to
credit for
do with like.
Majimov. What do you
This
mean?
ain't got
I'm
nothing to
telling
do
you what
with
the
like.
I give just
This
get
is
an
just
argument
pointing out
for these
facts.
haters and let them have
When
it.
people hold on, when people point out facts, y'all talking about like. The fact is, Madrimov had 11 fights. What does that have to do with like? The fact is, the belts got dropped by Terrence Crawford.
Exactly. It's the
So the
same
point
difference
that
with Brian
Black
Norman
Steve
Jr.
is going to make is we don't know if they were really the quote unquote best because they pretty much just got handed the belt damn near.
Because
So that's what
again,
the
I
point that
literally
he's
can't
trying to
name who
make.
Madrimal fought. I can't name who Madrimal fought for that title, bro. That's just reality,
That's
OG.
just the
He
fact.
ain't
They
Well, who
nobody.
did
arguing for
Loma
right.
fight to get his title? But nobody talks about Loma like that. This
Who'd
is
he
the
fight?
crazy
Who'd he
part.
beat? Who'd he fight? Who'd he
This
beat?
is the
Who'd he beat to
crazy
get the
part
title?
about it.
We're not talking
When
Exactly.
about
Who'd he
Loma
beat?
did
Exactly.
it, nobody
Exactly.
complained. It
we're
wasn't
not
till
talking
Bud did
about
it. Now is a problem.
we're not
That's
talking
how it
about
is.
No. What I'm telling you is, it's not a listen. This is the Bud Crawford era. I'm just telling you that this is a legitimate debate that people could say on the other side. Because
It's
it's just
not
like you were saying
legitimate
with
though.
Loma, you can say no. What I'm trying to tell you is no, it is, because one thing about Bud did it, and then Bud went up to 168, and he's arguably he's settled on behind all these guys in the conversation of all time great. He's even with that, regardless of what you want to say about Madrimal or not. You see what I'm saying? But the point we're trying to make is that we don't know how good Madrimal is because the two fighters that he fought that was good that we knew he lost to. See what I'm saying?
All right,
That's
hold
But
on, wait,
it's
I'm
how
the
wait.
you
biggest
lose
Bud
too.
guy on
Hold
here.
on.
But
Shout
it's
out
how
to
you lose too.
shout
But
out
the
It's how
to
guy
you lose
you
too.
the
But
guy
look
Sin.
at
you like
Loma. Here's
haven't
why
fought
Loma
those
though.
that's the competition.
Loma
Loma
won three
got
divisions
cheated.
in like 12 fights.
Hold on, y'all. Shout out to Sin Ironheart with the $10 in the super chat. He says, "What Juke just did to y'all is egregious. I will call the cops for you niggas' safety if she comes back on the panel. Happy belated too." Shout out Sin Ironheart.
What she do to who?
What you do? She was wrong. I don't get it.
I don't even know what she did.
Yeah,
What she do?
she was wrong. I
Loma
don't
got
know.
like three titles in three divisions, and he got three divisions in like 12 fights, right? That's why we big him up like we big him up. You feel me?
Yeah,
Champions are
but what I'm
champions.
Every
saying is,
fighter want to be a champion, man. Stop fooling yourself. Every fighter want to be a champion. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, it's literally acting like the gold belts don't matter in the Olympics. It's like
No, they do matter.
Yes, and
Absolutely
titles
matter.
matter
And it
too.
shows up when they go pro. That's why it's like Madrimov gets credit for having over 300 amateur belts. That's why he was able to move up the ladder so fast. That's why he was able to even fight for that title. That's how he
That's
got into
why
the
Andy
rankings.
Cruz was able to too. That's why Loma was able to. That's how they all able to do when they had an amateur career.
Yeah, I mean, I never understood it. I mean, at the end of the day,
I mean, y'all just listen. At the end of the day, obviously, the only thing that matters to y'all is accolades. It don't matter who, how, why, what. Just as long as they get them, and that person is the best to y'all. And if and that's cool if that's y'all thinking. But when it comes to other fighters, if that's y'all criteria, it's unfair when you try to switch up your own criteria to
she
discredit
says
other fighters. Hold on, I'm
that's not
talking.
true.
Hold on, just like y'all do Rolly, just like y'all try to do Barrios, just like y'all
they're
try to do
champions.
Dudes, y'all try to discredit all of those fighters, even though they meet your same criteria to be considered one of the best in the division. Rolly
But you know,
Romero,
it's not that it's
Rolly
true. We seen
Romero,
Rolly get knocked out
Mario,
twice. We seen him get
Rolly
knocked out twice.
Romero,
Hey,
Rolly
hey.
They're
Romero,
champions. It's fair.
Rolly
That,
Romero,
Be a champion.
Rolly Romero, and Mario Barrios are the best at 147 pounds
yeah,
because they are champions. There
yeah.
should be
That's
nothing
cool, but they
else.
got it's levels for champions. They got knocked
We
out.
seen them get beat up because
But
they
you
acting
Here's the
said,
corrupt
problem.
you know
people.
what but you said, you know what the thing is.
That's what
You
happened
know
when you
what
fight
all of this
cats.
is. You know what all that hate is against them. It's the fact that they are PBC fighters, and
It's
to
not true.
them, if you don't come from top rank over on that other side of the what you would call them when they was a top rank, where those B-side boxers was before they got their sugar daddy in Turkey. They see them as only being the best boxers in the world. They don't see anybody on PBC as being the best boxers in the world. That's why they always try to say some bullshit about Tank's resume, or Tank not fighting anybody, or Tank not this, or Tank not fighting this person, that person. The people who they're mentioning are on the other side of the track. But they saying everybody who Tank fight that's under the PBC banner is trash or bums.
We didn't say that because we
That's
think
what
Tank's a good
that's
fighter.
what but bottom line, that's what it is. That's what
That's
a
not
lot that's
true.
what they were saying. That's what was coming out of Terrence's mouth. That's
That's
what
not
was coming
true.
out of Frequent mouth.
Not true.
Basically, that's what they were saying.
But look, this is the problem. Okay,
It's not
if you
true.
are a
It's
fighter
not
on the
true.
PBC, right? Look, if you're a fighter on the PBC, like the fighter that we all love with your Errol Spence, the first thing I hear is he collected all the belts. Why are y'all using that as some type of, defense for Errol Spence when you're claiming the accolades don't mean nothing?
Nobody is using it as a defense. That's
No,
just
they
the
use it all
facts.
the time. He collected.
It's
Duke
the
said all the time. He
facts.
collected all the belts. I love
He
somebody that collected all the
did.
belts. Then in the next sentence, y'all say the belts don't mean nothing.
No, I say belts aren't the end all be all like y'all try to make it be. And he did collect all the belts. That's just a fact. We about to go around the panel. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. I've been on here for a little minute. I hope everybody enjoyed the Thanksgiving Eve pop-up live. Just give y'all something to listen to while you cooking, while you shopping, or whatever you got going on today, or you at work. Shout out to everybody that came on the panel. Shout out to everybody that supported the channel through the super chat or through the Cash App, or if you simply just punch that like and subscribe button. If you haven't already, make sure you do that. We need to get to 100 lives before we get off of here today. And if you're listening to the replay of this live, be sure to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype up the video. I don't know what it is. Just another barrier that YouTube has put on our channels to get people to come to our channels to get recognized by the robot so they can put us in the algorithm. But we're going to go around the panel, let everybody get their final 2 cents off. We're going to start with you, Be More Bully. What's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Yeah, I was going to sit back, wasn't going to get on here, but every time I turn around, I got to hear Jackass Willie with his stupid chats and whatever. Then Boxer Hacker with his stupid chats that don't make sense. And then you got Frequent Fire, you know what I mean? And Terrence over here talking all of that crap they be talking, and basically just stressing a cat out. You know what I mean? So bad I'm about to smoke me a spliff right now. I'll be ready for y'all next time when y'all want to talk that crap. But at the same time, it's just PBC hating, Tank hating. Even when your subject is not Tank, they want to bring up Tank. You know what I mean? When you go ahead, you hit them with some truth. Devin only threw 70, only connected on 70 punches out of throwing 200 and 12 or 20? That's ridiculous. 26% connection rate. That's mind-boggling. Over 12 rounds. It's ridiculous. You can't call something like that a master class. It's ridiculous. Seriously. Come on. And then they glaze his performance to say that it was more than what it actually was. Y'all just so delusional. It's crazy. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a break because you know what it is? Insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. So I'm not even going to pay y'all guys no attention. Y'all can say whatever y'all want because the world already know you're delusional. And you're just creating a narrative to make sure or try to get it to bring in everybody's ears, but it's lies. And it's not going to work. It doesn't work. Or you join the panel just to disrupt the flow of the panel by bringing up and talking about what you want to talk about to try to dug somebody else out because your favorite fighters would never ever be the face of boxing. Now, Depo. Debo. That's what it is. Debo is Depo. It's not Debo. Debo is Debo. Not Depo. Debo. Y'all ridiculous, yo. Seriously. I can't believe that dude came out and had that shit on t-shirts. He misspelled Debo on t-shirts. That's
Crazy.
Depo Dev.
All
That's
right.
crazy. Depo Dev. I'm
All
done.
right.
All right, you.
Boy, Willie,
Have a good. Enjoy your pumpkin pie. No, that's right. We black people, we don't eat no pumpkin pie. Enjoy the sweet potato pie and the damn collard greens. All
got you.
right,
All right, all
one
right, all
love.
right. Shout out to B More Bully. That is hilarious. Shout out to Mr. Greg with the $5 in the super chat. He says, sorry to have missed the pop-up. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family. Shout out Mr. Greg with the $5 in the super chat. I got one more. Shout out to Big Dog Willie back in the super chat with the $5. He says, breaking news, tank hair grease is classified as a weapon of mass destruction. According to the Tankomaniacs Intelligence Agency, Director of BS B More. Shout out to Big Dog Willie with the $5. Too Rich, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
I'm going to give another congratulations out to Debo Deb, man. I think, we got a real player back in the game. I look at what happened with the Ryan thing almost like, if you play basketball, you had an ankle injury, right? And then you go back out there and play again, that ankle it's ginger. You know what I'm saying? That was the Ramirez fight. And now you go out there again, the ankle is feeling better. He's still not 100%. I definitely think he feels better at this weight class. And guess what? Outside of Ryan Garcia, he's still the biggest guy at the division. That means his jab is going to be a problem. From a technical side, whether you like him, whether you don't like him, from a technical side, the jab is a problem. Norman still got bricks in his hand. He arguably been in the ring with the best IQ at 147. Everybody else will be moving a tad bit slower. So he should see everything coming. He's still a live dog. I'm interested to see who they're going to put him in the ring with next. And the last thing is I just want to plug my channel if you don't mind 2 cents. Say, man, come on over if y'all ain't subbed up, man. Just sub up. We were able to do 1 million views in the last 28 days. I got a couple shorts on that with 300-400 comments. 2 cents. Come on over there and cook, man. Promote the channel. Talk some shit. Cook me on one of my videos, and I'll go back and forth with you, and we can promote this shit. But other than that, man, I appreciate you letting me come up.
All right. Y'all put your link in the chat, Rich. Y'all make sure y'all go sub up to Rich channel. I go over there and patronize them in the comment section like they be doing me. Rich, what's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show? Rich, you there? Rich.
Yeah, y'all got me. Y'all hear me?
Yeah. What's your final 2 cents?
I had to drop these people off. Hey, well, my final 2 cents is that some stuff that people be saying out of hand, like if you gonna sit there and criticize someone for being a good fighter for how many pounds they weigh or whatever, you gotta understand that a great fighter said what they do, and a great fighter said that you really not that great if you do it. So I'm gonna respect the great fighter word before I respect anybody else's word on who a great fighter is. But as far as Devin Haney go, man, I don't feel like Rolly is a good fighter, so I won't sit back and be like this. If he beat Rolly, I would not be surprised. I would not be like, oh my God, he did something amazing. But I will give him credit for going and get them belts. And like the guy Tuwich said, when he said that shit about Earl Spence beat a lot of suckers, a lot of weak links too in 147 division. But I'm not gonna sit back and be like this. Oh, he collected all the belts against a bunch of weak links. Nah, I'm gonna give him his credit because that's what he did. That's what he came to do. So that's what I'm gonna do for Devin Haney. As far as the nut huggers hating on Shakur, whatever, I would like keep bringing up some stuff with Tank, acting like they was in the room with him talking, man. That shit over with, man. Let's push for that fight in 2026. We'll push for Shakur and Abdullah. That's what these panels need to be talking about. That's what they headlines should be, so we can get these fights to really happen, and so these niggas can start seeing that shit. Other than that, man, yeah, man, salute, happy birthday, man.
All right, Rich. Thank you for coming up on the panel. And Rich, I feel what you're saying. The only problem is Devin and his fan base that's calling the fighters trash. It's them saying it. It's not like we just coming to the consensus that they trash and he not gonna get credit. That's their opinions about the fighters that they supposed to be lined up to fight. Shout out to Phoenix the Assassin with the $5 in the super chat. He says, I agree with Juke. Roy Jones did all that rehydration and still tested dirty. He in the same boat with Ryan.
That's it.
What's your final 2 cents? What you got for the show?
Final 2 cents. I want to say a couple things. For me, it's crazy. Now, I know you might have. I wasn't on your lives, so I'm assuming I know you're telling the truth. 2 cents. You picked Devin in that fight, but myself and a lot of people thought Brian was going to win that fight. So you could say while you picked that, a lot of people did pick on Brian. So those people should definitely be giving Devin more credit, because I'm surely giving him more credit, especially after he got cheated by Ryan Garcia. That's the only reason that Ramirez fight was close, because he had just got cheated by this Asteron, whatever that drug he used to cheat. So shout out to Devin. Why don't people just give him his credit? Great performance considering everything that happened, and just move on. Why do we have to? It seems you're saying that the Devin fans are trying to give him more credit. I say it's the opposite. I say it's everybody, and I'm a Shakur fan, and I say everybody's trying to downgrade his win instead of giving him more credit. And so shout out to Devin for doing what he did. Let's not hate on the man for doing that. As for him fighting Rolly or fighting Ryan Garcia, here's what I say about that. Will I give him credit for beating them? No, I'm not. But here's the real deal. It's about money, prize fighting. So he has to find somebody that he's going to get a decent salary, decent payday with. So he knows those two bums. Yes, he's going to get a decent salary. And guess what? There's a lot of people out there like Dondrick and other people who believe that these guys are good. So I'm not going to give him any legacy points for it. It's perceived legacy by some people who actually think that those are good fighters. So for him, Devin, of course, hey, look, this is the biggest money, the best payday I can get, and I'm going to get to fight a bum. Well, it's a perceived legacy, so I can claim that it's legacy. So of course you're going to give them that. They're going to take these fights. So I mean, I can't. Their fan base, what are they going to say? They're going to boost these guys up and say they're better than they're not. And if they say they're bums, they're just being honest. Some people aren't just liars. Like if I'm a Shakur fan. When he fought Zepeda, I said Zepeda was a bum. I'm not going to big up Zepeda and lie just so I can big up Shakur, because I know Shakur better than that. Shakur has to fight Tank. He has to fight on that level. And that's going back to the point where he said we don't like PBC fighters or we downgrade them. I think Tank is a hell of a fighter. When Shakur fights him, that's where I'm going to really judge Shakur, because I know he's an elite fighter. I want him to fight another elite fighter. That's it. That's all. I'm calling Tank's resume out only because I want to see him fight. That's the only reason I'm criticizing. Once he fights Shakur, I don't give a damn about Tank's resume no more. I would care less. I won't talk about him anymore. I just want to see him fight the best. I feel as though Tank is the best, and fight him, and we'll see who is the best. So all of this hate coming from, just like all of the hate was coming for Errol, yes, I was giving Errol hate because he wouldn't fight Bud. It was my perception. Everybody else say, oh yeah, it was Bud ducking, which I thought was ludicrous. But all of this time, my hate for Errol Spence was because he would not fight Bud, and he wouldn't, because he needed to fight him in order to show how great he was. Or at least his fans conceded he was great, but we had to have him fight someone that they perceived as great to get his credit. And so that's why, and ever since then, I have nothing bad. I've never said anything bad about Earl. Earl's my guy. If he fights, I'm gonna be rooting for him. I hope he comes back and does good. My only hate with him, because he wouldn't fight Bud. But once he's done that, that's the problem. That is the same thing will happen with Tank. If he fights Shakur, I don't have a problem with him. As far as Shakur, since he's not fighting him, now he has to look again. He's going to look at his money. Who can I get money and legacy? So that's why he's looking at the racist TO, which I don't want to see him fight because he's a racist. But I understand where Shakur is coming from to fight this racist. The other guy, he's looking at Conor Benn. Again, that's a nice little payday. Conor Benn had a good performance. I don't see a problem with that fight if he can't get the best, which is Tank. Tank is the best. He can't get him. So now you go for the next biggest money payday and some piece of legacy. So that's what I've always said. I never stray away from that. I'm always consistent, and that's all you can be in boxing. And thanks for having me, 2 Cent. That's all I gotta say. Thank you.
All right, Terrence Best Videos. Thank you for coming up. I guess since if you can't get the Tank fight, you could just fight any other little bullshit fight you want. That's crazy. Boxing Hacker, what's your final 2 cents? What you got? For
Yo,
the
what's up, 2 Cent? I didn't even get my first 2 cent, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, you closing us out. So what you got? You're gonna be uninterrupted.
Thank you. Hey, so when I was having this conversation, side conversation with you, when it comes to like this whole argument of weight cutting and weight bullying and all this other stuff, right? Fighters have been doing weight cutting since the inception of making weight. You know, like most fighters don't walk around weight unless they're heavyweight. You know, so like some fighters are close to the fight with, some fighters are not. All that matters when it comes to combat sports, whether it's boxing, whether it's MMA, whether it's wrestling, all that matters is you make weight on that day. And if there's no clause in the contract, you can rehydrate to what you want. You know, some fighters like to rehydrate heavy, some fighters don't. It's all part of the sport, you know. So to say that you're less of a champion, less of this because you rehydrate heavy, that's not true. Because both fighters have the right to rehydrate heavy. If I rehydrate 25 pounds, guess what? You have the right to rehydrate 30 pounds if you really want to. Some fighters don't like to do it because they feel sluggish. Some fighters can do that. Some fighters, their body just rehydrates that way. You know. So yeah, so we need to put the rest of this whole thing to rest about weight bullying and this and all that stuff's not real. Like I've only really heard this from like this current era of boxing. Like back in the day, it was never like that. You know. As far as this whole conversation about who's the best and what titles really mean, here's the reality of things, right? You have your opinion who's the best. I have my opinion who's the best. Everybody has their opinion who's the best. But what matters in boxing is who the top is, what you did, your stats. You know, and at the end of the day, if you look at what somebody like Brian Norman did, even if you thought Brian Norman's not a good fighter and this and that, he's still a champion. When Devin beat him, he was the #1 champion. He was undefeated. He had like a 90% knockout ratio. So you still have to give him all those stats. Even if you feel like he wasn't good, you can say, "Oh, he looked sloppy. He did this and that." He was still a champion, and Devin beat the top champion. You know, when it comes to what's the difference between Barrios and somebody being Madrimov. Madrimov was a top champion. I has, you know, the weird comment made where it was like, oh, well, Madrimov had WBA World, Tank had WBA World. Madrimov had WBA World, and there was nobody above him, so that made him the number one champion. Tank had WBA World. Devin was undisputed. When Devin left, Tank didn't want to get elevated to WBA Super, so they dropped the Super and they recognized Tank as a true champion, the true WBA champion. So even though he didn't get elevated, he got recognized as the only champion, which made him the top champion. Was the difference between that and Barrios? Barrios was a WBA World Champion, but there was an undisputed champion. That means there was no question who the true champion was in that division, and that was Josh Taylor. You know, so that makes what Barrios had at WBA World that Josh had. Barrios had a secondary title. You know, so when we made these distinctions of what's the difference between, yes, Barrios had secondary title. If Tank had went up and beat Josh Taylor, the conversation would be totally different. That would be historic for Tank Davis. If he had went up and fought Josh Taylor and beat Josh Taylor instead of Barrios, it would be a totally different argument whatsoever. You know, and it's important that we know these things because we make these weird arguments in comparison. I don't even know what he's saying. They say opposite. Josh Taylor was the undisputed champion. There's no argument about that. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird because most people recognize how good Brian Norman was, or how dangerous Brian Norman was to Devin Haney prior to the fight. And I'll keep you out of this too, Sam. But most people, and I think you agree with me, when we were on panels together, it'll be like the minority of people say that Devin Haney had a shot. And when people say, and a lot of people who said they had a shot, they were like, oh, but he might be able to outbox him. It wasn't like they were sure he had a shot to win. You know, most people gave Brian Norman were saying Brian Norman was a killer of the division. When Devin beat Brian Norman,
I don't know why that shit. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know why they was even saying.
yeah,
that.
but you were there with me. But you won't deny what I'm saying, right? You were there with me where we'd be
No,
on.
I mean, a lot of people thought Brian Norman was gonna win the fight.
Yeah,
That's true.
and they thought they were gonna. He was.
But in
not going out.
hindsight, they see that wasn't correct.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. But to sit here and act like, oh, he's nothing now because he lost, no. Like even like all these some popular content creators. I remember even Showbiz was talking about how this Brian Norman might end Devin's career, this and that, and he was saying that these Haney fans don't really know what they're seeing. That he doesn't see a way that Brian Norman can win. The moment Brian Norman lost, he switched it up. Oh, I almost, I almost predicted how Devin could win. What are we talking about? You were the same person that said that you thought Devin was gonna die in the ring that day. Like, come on. Like, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, and I called it. I said it before. If Devin beats Brian Norman, they're gonna treat him the same way, the same way they treat Kambosos, where it's like he's no longer good.
Kambosos wasn't good before.
You see, the thing about me, I remember things, right? I remember when Kambosos beat Tio, Kambosos was undefeated. Right? He was undefeated. Nobody knew what Kambosos was when he beat Tio. When he beat Tio, people were like, this guy is like, crazy. Like he's like we don't even know how good he is at this point. Because he was undefeated. He's always finding a way to win. He found a way to win against Mickey Bay, who I think was an Olympian. Lee Selby. He found a way to win against a bunch of people. And he's always going to other people's country to win. And then he comes to beat Teofimo, who was coming off his best performance. That was Kambosos then. That was who Kambosos was. There was he was that guy. Like nobody knew how good this guy was. I
won 1,500 on that fight because I picked Kambosos to win, not because I thought that he was better than Teofimo Lopez, but because I could tell that the headspace that Teofimo Lopez was in, it was a really good shot that he would lose that fight, and I was right. Not because Kambosos was such this great fighter, but because I seen him tripping. Tio was tripping before that fight,
which was fine. But here's something even if you feel like Tio wasn't at 100%. Remember one thing: Tio was in America. Kambosos had to come to America, fight jet lag, fight on a car that they'll favor Tio on. He flew. Kambosos flew like 13 hours to get here, and had to fight jet lag to fight Tio, who beat the guy at the division in his previous fight. Nobody gave Kambosos a shot to win.
Listen, everything you're saying sound good, Boxing Hacker, and nobody's disputing that. The challenging issues that I'm having is when y'all get to flip and change the criteria when it comes to other fighters. Instead of using these same examples you use, and you take simple examples like that apply to other fighters, and then you turn them into something negative.
I respect that Rolly won the title. To me, he's the top champion in the division. There's even if you think Rolly has a bad fighting style or you don't like the way he boxes,
you switching it up, Boxing Hacker.
No.
No, you switching it up.
I always said Rolly's a champion. He wasn't the top champion.
You said he lost to the old man 2 cents. He almost
147. He was champion at 147.
Listen, you switching it up, Boxing Hacker. I just want to point that out.
He was a champion. As far as we can say right now, Barrios, Rolly, used to be Brian Norman. Now it's Devin. They're the top champion in the division. You gotta give it to them. Now, when they fought like Tank, they weren't champions. I don't believe in this whole thing. Oh, he beat them now, and now look at them, they're champions now. That's not how boxing works. Boxing is about what happened that current night. When they talk about that Taylor and say what happened, they gotta look at what happened the current night. They weren't champions then. They are champions now.
What does that mean?
So you can't just I don't believe in this whole thing. Well, Tank be future champions. That's not a real thing. Because remember one thing, Floyd Mayweather.
No, that's the truth. That what you mean?
Yeah, but you can't use it as it doesn't mean anything. Champion. It doesn't mean anything towards the fight that when they fought. They weren't champions then.
That he beat future champions.
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything towards their fight.
It means they were good enough to become champions.
No, okay. Let me put that in reverse for you. Floyd Mayweather be a lot of people. Floyd Mayweather be a lot of people, right? A lot of those same people went on to not become champions. And they even had losing speed. For instance, Ricky Hatton, he lost to Floyd Mayweather. He lost to Pacquiao as well. he started losing it. You know, when he fought Floyd, he was undefeated. But it doesn't mean when now Floyd Mayweather's win is less because Ricky Hatton wasn't winning after.
I don't know
Also,
what you're talking
Zab
about.
Judah.
Nobody said nothing about being
Zab
less.
Judah. Yeah, but if you're looking at
Fact
future
is,
events,
the fact is he beat future champions.
yeah, it's not. But that's not a real thing.
It is
Like,
a
what are you
real
talking
thing.
about?
Did he
No,
beat him? And
he
did they
didn't
become
fight him as a
champions?
champion, so it
I
doesn't
said,
count towards him.
did he beat them? Yes. Did they become champions in the future? Yes.
Does it
So
okay?
he
Does it
beat
mean anything?
future champions. Does that
Does it mean
change
anything
that
for
fact?
them? Does it mean anything for Tank? Like it doesn't mean anything for Tank's resume.
It means that he beat future champions.
It means nothing for his resume.
It means that he beat future champions.
What is this? Is this like the Twilight Zone? Like I said, if you want to use that argument, they should be able to use it forward and backwards. So that means if fighters lose after you beat them, you discredit them. Then you discredit so many fighters that Floyd Mayweather beat. Because
Well, you
fighters,
can do that.
yeah, because that's what if you want to look at future events, you know, and use it to say, like sort of like equate like how great the win was, then it should be the way same way the other way. When they lose, same way. Zab Judah had a string of losses after he lost to Floyd. Does that mean Floyd didn't beat a badass Zab Judah when they fought? No.
Who said
So
that?
that's not a real thing. All that matters is what happened at that moment. Who those two fighters were at that moment in time.
That doesn't change the fact
when
that
Roy
he beat.
Jones beat Bernard Hopkins the first time, B.R. was up and coming. When they fought the second time and B.R. beat him, they were past their prime. That's what they look at.
To a lot of people, it matters. So it may not matter to you.
It's in their but it's not real because, like I said, if you can use that argument, I have no problem if you want to use it. Then you should be able to use it forward and backward. Roy Jones, Tarver beat Roy Jones.
You don't want to do that because then that's going to discredit a lot of your favorite fighters. So you might not want to do that.
Like, but look at it this way: Tarver beat Roy Jones, right? Roy Jones has string of losses too.
Let's use some current.
What does that say about Tarver? It means nothing because when Tarver beat Roy Jones is on top. That's what fight fans look at. What you do at that moment. It's always about the moment. The tail of the tape, everything is circles that night. Not what the person does afterwards. No, that's not a real thing. You know, that's what. But as far as who they are, yes, I respect to Rolly Romero. I respect the brand a lot because Rolly's fighting late.
I can't let you get away with this. You've been calling Rolly trash and all
I never said Rolly was trash.
No. Chat. I got an assignment for you. We gotta go find the clips where Boston Hacker called.
I don't think he beat Devin. He can't beat Devin, but he's not trash.
Because he's switching it up now.
No. Rolly reminds me of Wilder. Find it. I mean, if you believe I did, find it. Rolly reminds me of Wilder, where these guys started so late and accomplished so much, you know? Like, if you really think about it, like, Rolly is somebody who started, I think he started when he was like 16, 17, maybe like 18 or so, you know? And he's right now like a champion, you know? It doesn't really happen like that.
I mean, he's even better than your favorite fighter because he ain't even been fighting this long, and he a 2-division champion, and he's still learning, and he's still learning on the job.
Yeah, and so that's what amazing.
Y'all got to give Rolly his props. Y'all tripping.
Yeah, you got to, and I believe you have to give. To me, I always say Wilder is the best naturally skilled fighter in a long time. You know, Wilder started boxing when he was an adult. A couple of years later, he got a bronze medal in the Olympics. Who does that? Man, fighters be trained. Your son's about to go to the Nationals next week, right? I'm sure he has to get like 10 wins under his belt. Fighters ain't even doing that in 2 years. Imagine somebody from when he starts and a couple of years later he goes to the Olympics. Like that's some shit, you know. And Rolly too. Rolly is he's an overachiever to where he's at, you know. Now, can he beat Devin? Probably not. I don't think so. But I respect him as a champion. Was he a champion when he fought Tank? No, he wasn't. We have to be real about that. You know, did he get better? I mean, probably so. He's a champion now.
All right. Thank you, Boxer.
Good to you. Happy birthday, 2 Cent.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna have to roll a tape on a lot of y'all that's backpedaling on Rolly Romero. Now he a champion. You never said he was trash, which is all cap. But slowly going downhill. Shout out to everybody that joined me tonight. Today. Shout out to everybody that supported me in the super chat. or just by punching the like and subscribe button. If you listen to the replay, let me know and drop it below your 2 cents about the live. Interesting conversations today. And I'm glad I finally figured it out today. Hold on, y'all. I'm glad I finally figured it out today about this hardcore fan thing that I've been having an issue with. And what I've come to the conclusion, and the problem is that y'all don't stand on anything. Y'all don't stand on anything. That's why it's so easy for y'all to continue to move goalposts and jump through hoops to discredit and jump through hoops to give credit and all the other kind of crazy stuff y'all do. But we're going to get it together. We're going to get it together. And listen, if you don't want your host all in the videos, cussing you out, timing you out the chat, kicking you off the panel, muting you when you're trying to talk, come on over to 2 Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion.